Hang on, this TV's. Let me just get it.
What is up with it?
Oh, do I need this? Do I need this in here?
Welcome to the Scar and Toph Show.
Can you finish your
featuring
bite?
My boy, Toph.
What's up? I'm Toph. And
I'm
look who we
Hugs.
got in town.
Hello. I am Hugs, Hugo.
The infamous, the famous,
Yes,
the legend,
the legend.
The no longer
the
old.
myth.
No longer old. You're not. So how did? Okay, I want to talk about that. How did you decide?
Damn, already into it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Damn.
Here at the Scar and Toph Show, we believe in no bullshit.
Okay.
You woke up one morning and you said what?
I said I'm not going to let people call me old anymore.
Why?
Except for, like, close friends. and
Sure.
Stuff. Yeah.
Okay, good. Just in case I slip up.
Yeah,
But
no, if you slip up, you're still fine.
but how did that like? What did you just like say? Like today's a new day. I'm just not taking this shit no more.
I feel that you can control your memes. I feel like you can control your memes.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I'm gonna. Who is
Might
Cyro
need to be
Jim, dude? Who's Cyro Jim is hitting hard, dude.
What? Oh, is he already talking shit?
See, we already got the shit talkers, dude. They're out.
Wow.
Well, on my stream, they get kicked out.
They get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
They get kicked out. Or they get timed out.
Spencer,
The mod squad knows.
Spencer, just mod that guy.
Nice.
Just mod that guy, dude. Controlling your memes. That's actually a scary. That's a scary proposition, right? Because from my perspective, the more attention you give something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the more likely.
I understand that, but all right. So people don't call me old school anymore, right? Remember that was a thing a while ago.
It was a thing. It's gone.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
gone.
heard anyone say that in
It's
at least
rare.
a week.
It's rare.
Is it rare?
It's been yeah.
Is
it's
it rare?
It's rare.
Are you
It's rare.
sure?
I think so.
Compared
Okay.
to before, it
Compared
used to
to-
be a daily thing.
It used to be every time I was on
It used
playing,
to be a crime all the time.
like every commentator would say.
Okay.
So
So you have to control it.
I feel
I
like
respect that.
I feel like you have to control some of the memes, and I feel like you can't. There are people who believe that you should never say anything and
Sure.
just let the internet like run you.
Yeah.
And just say like whatever they want.
You said enough is enough.
And I don't mind blocking people. I don't like, oh, you're giving them what they want. Like what do I lose here? They just can't see my shit anymore.
Sure.
And then like they're gone.
Well,
right?
look, I'm with you, and I think it's important to stand up for what you
Uh-huh.
are okay and not okay with. All I am saying is, if you remember something like a week and a half ago,
Okay.
the Cincinnati Zoo, if you remember,
Yes. Okay. So that was
publicly
different.
said, you guys got to stop talking about Harambe. This is not called
They
for.
did it the wrong way. So if I
Okay.
if I went
How would you social media manage the
so
Cincinnati Zoo?
if I went online and then I said, look guys, I'm really sick and tired of being called old.
Yeah.
It makes me feel bad.
Right.
It makes me cry.
Yep.
And I don't want to feel that way anymore. Can you please stop?
Right.
Then it'd get way out of hand. Right? It'd
Okay.
get horrible.
Okay.
That's how the Cincinnati Zoo handled it.
Oh,
Right? They
okay.
said like we're still mourning the loss. They straight up killed the gorilla, and then they said we're mourning the loss and we feel awful. Can you guys please stop? We can't handle the memes. And then that's same with Beyonce,
Went out of
right?
control.
Remember when she tried to control those ugly pictures that they? So she was in concert, and she had a lot of like hideous poses while
I
she was
remember that.
dancing.
I remember that.
And then she tried to like actually stop people from posting it.
Right.
And then they just posted it way more.
Yes.
Right? This is the wrong way. To
You
do
did
in my
it differently. How?
Yeah, what's the
Because I made
secret?
it like a little bit of a joke, and I didn't harp on it super hard.
Okay.
I made it. I said, all right, let's see how. All right, I said I woke up feeling like I don't want to let people call me old anymore,
Okay.
and then I said, let's see how this goes, LMAO, because I know it's ridiculous.
Okay.
And then here we are, right? And it still happens, but I'm blocking people, and it's not getting worse. I feel like getting a little bit better.
Okay. How many blocks a day are you on?
The other day I had 2. Yesterday I had 2, but usually it's because they're not funny. So they're just like,
Thank you, Spencer.
like I'm live on the Scar and Toph show, and then they say Grandpa Hugs, and then these two guys. I'm like, that's not even like a funny joke.
Right.
Block.
Right.
Right. If you're funny, then it's okay.
How did you do that quickly? Spencer is insane.
He's definitely insane.
What do you do?
He put a
Don't worry about
Harambe
it, man.
face on me, and then he took it off real quick.
It actually
once
makes
he-
me
there
super
it is.
sad.
What?
Thank you.
It's a shame.
Oh, the gorilla thing?
Yeah, that sucks.
That he
Yeah.
got shot?
Yeah.
She got shot? You know Harambe apparently was a girl? Women gorilla? Didn't
Oh,
know that.
really?
Someone told me it.
Sucks equally.
H-Rock hit me up. It does, yes. H-Rock hit me up, I think on Saturday morning. I woke up to a message from H-Rock. It said, dude, Harambe's really dead. I said, yeah. He's like, I feel like I didn't even really know him. I was like, we didn't.
You know, Scar just gave me some life advice before we came in here.
Ooh.
We were at the bar, and I just recalled it because it's a little hot in here.
Okay.
So I had some grease on my nose.
This is true.
And according to Scar,
This is some shit. This is some shit.
when you have foam on your beer,
Too
And
much foam, specifically.
too much foam on your beer, and you rub the grease on your nose, and then you dip it into the foam goes
Yep.
away.
That's what
It accelerates the rate at which the foam disappears.
dissolves.
Turns back into beer.
I've never heard of this,
This is true.
and I don't believe
This
it.
is
It didn't
true.
work for me.
The thought experiment, the real life experiment you have to do to prove this through science is the next time you take a shower,
Sorry, Sophie.
you wash your hair,
Okay.
get more shampoo, and put it in your hair. And take note of how much how many suds, how much foam comes in the second.
So you're gonna check in the
Hair
mirror
wash.
while you're
No, you can
Yeah,
feel
just
it.
feel it.
Oh,
This
you
is
feel
like
it.
I'm
More
talking
suds.
about like 5 times more suds.
Okay.
It's crazy.
on the second
It's
lather.
like all the suds broke out of jail.
Okay.
He's
They're
saying
everywhere.
because
Initially-
oil has a defoaming property.
Yes.
The first time you wash your hair,
Just
you got
look
the
at the
body
chat.
oils. you
Don't
wash
take
your
it
hair.
from me.
Okay.
Oh
Just
yeah.
look at the chat.
Now, do you find nothing wrong with putting your nose grease in your beer?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Bobby,
I
I
don't
know-
know what's wrong with me that I feel so comfortable with it, but
Right, because you did it. And I was
I mean, I'm
like,
an
because
Italian-American.
I saw him do it, and I looked at him. I was like, Bobby, what the?
Italian American, grease is like a part of my life.
It's just
It's a part of your life, but it's also a part of your
this
like
is just.
Yeah,
body.
exactly.
But it
So if
doesn't
it
need
goes
to be
in
a
my
part
mouth,
of-
who cares?
I hear you.
Is that an Italian stereotype thing?
So one of the stories my dad tells me is like he's in the neighborhood, he goes to school, there's all the Irish kids and then the Italian kids. And the Italian kids you could tell because they would eat their lunch, their moms would pack them lunch, and there's grease from the sandwich like falling down their arms and down their... It's like a grease ball. That's what my dad says. And he says it like that. He doesn't say grease, he says grease.
Is this grease
Grease
ball?
ball.
It's a grease ball.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So whether or not it actually is a part of Italian American culture, it is a part of my dad
Your dad's culture. Okay.
My dad calls.
When my mom packed me lunches, she would toast the bread
oh,
and then put it into a Ziploc bag so it'd get really soggy. So then, like, the burned parts would just get cold, wet, and soggy.
Wow.
And it would, like, steam the sandwich. And by the time I hit, like, 7, the foodie in me, because I was still young,
yeah.
the foodie in me came out and I said, you know what, Mom? I don't want this anymore. Stop toasting it.
Ooh,
You got a knife.
got her.
That was the first time I ever woke up and I decided to tell someone how to make my food. You know what I mean? Like I
Damn.
do now all the time.
You,
Spencer, what is this word pad? What is this notepad in the way? Can't see what anybody's saying, dude.
there is a
Can't
notepad
say
in the way.
names. Yeah.
We got a problem.
That's a good response.
Do you mind moving it?
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I don't even know
I
if
actually
it's a
want
word
you to
pad.
do whatever you want to do.
I was leaving.
but-
Don't say that. Don't say what.
If you
whatever
want, you could move it out of the way
Yeah,
so that
you
I can
could.
see the names of the fine people who are chatting.
Yep.
All right. He's not gonna do it. He's chilling.
Apparently, Sophie's in the chat. I feel like Sophie would not like
Sophie in
Hugo.
the chat. Sophie.
Oh, you told me.
I
that.
don't know why.
Bobby. Sophie.
I feel like you guys would not get along.
Sophie already commented in the chat. I don't think you saw it. It was hard to tell it was her, but she said that my shirt is problematic.
That your shirt.
Your shirt?
is
A and F. Was that's
gotta-
Abercrombie and
it's gotta-
Fitch, right?
Oh,
Gotta
It's cultural appropriation.
cultural appropriation.
that is what it is. Well
That-
done.
Actually, that's 100%.
Well done, Hugo. That is appropriated
I was
as fuck. yeah. Yes. Just like cover the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cover the end. dude.
Shots.
I was joking, but then I really looked at it. That's 100% what it
Thank
is.
you.
Eh, well,
That's
I think I changed my mind. I
A lot
think you and
less
Sophie would do just fine.
Yeah, a lot less problem.
Let's talk about cultural appropriation. We'll be
Well,
good.
we wouldn't get along unless we really got to talking for a while.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, she gets along with Mango.
Well, Mango's a different kind of person. Mango gets along with a lot of people pretty quickly, unless
Do they get along? I feel like Mango and Sophie
wait a minute.
haven't understood they'll never like each other, but they respect each other.
she respects.
She respects
There's Mango
Mango.
respect.
Mango respects Sophie,
Okay.
and I think that's as far as it goes.
And they're
I
enemies.
think. I think
Interesting.
they also like each other in that way where it's like,
I think Sophie's laughing right now. I'm
'Cause-
glad Sophie's in here having a good time.
Because usually it's the respect part that's hard for people to. Right? Because you see Mango.
fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Super
what's his
easy
name?
to write
I
him
feel
off.
like people like him because he could be a charming person,
Right.
right? If they let him be. But the respect part is
Yes.
right.
So I do think they like each other because they both have a charm to them, but you have to give them both a chance to get the charm.
Okay.
I think if with Sophie, if you don't give her a chance, she'll just come across as like a know-it-all and like annoying.
Oh, she will. I can't say that.
I can say it.
Yeah, you can say it. I can't say
Can't
it.
say that.
I can say it. This
I
is the
can
only
say it.
place I could say it. I'm safe.
Yeah.
I've
Do you
said a
think-
ton of awful things.
Do you think Hugo
Things
has
I would
this-
not say in
right.
person.
She's gonna have this stream replaying as you walk into the house. Like, have you ever seen the end of The Departed? Is that spoilers? Where he's playing the tape with Matt Damon, like all his dealings with the drug dealers and the mafia, and it's like, and his girlfriend's playing the tape of all his dealings.
He just comes out
when
of the
he comes into
shower.
the
It's
house.
like,
Yeah,
he's
like,
actually in the
busted.
shower.
Yeah,
Busted.
He hears it
Super busted.
That's gonna be you with this stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the bot, dude.
But no, she's hella cool.
I
So
haven't met her
you
yet.
know, actually, Praz Ninjatsi brings up an issue that I find to be personally traumatic. Actually,
What's up?
a lot of people think
Oh.
that my last name is Newman, that my name is Bobby Newman, and that I just like Scar because of Lion King or Smash, and that I put it there.
Like the
For
way
some
Mango has
dumb
Joseph
reason.
Mango Marquez,
Oh.
but his real name's Joseph Marquez.
I have a question for you after this, but go on. It's
And,
Scarduzio.
it hurts me
Yeah.
because
You.
well, yeah, my name at birth was Scarduzio. You know, I actually changed my name at the point of marriage to Scar Newman,
Scar Newman. As did Sophie.
Which
as
you
did Sophie.
the Facebook poll, wasn't it? Like, didn't you have like a poll?
I did a Facebook poll for if it's a boy,
I hope that it
what
is
we
cited.
name the child.
Oh,
I
okay,
voted
okay.
for Mike Ross.
Michael Ross Scar Newman. What a name!
I
dude.
really liked. Did you have? I really, really liked though. I don't think you had this as a poll option, but I really liked Bobby Scab Mewtwo's tweet that was like, "I don't understand why Sophie won't just let me name my baby the People."
That wouldn't be bad.
We actually have a
That's a
debate.
name.
We have a debate going. She wants to open up a bagel shop. There's no bagel shops in Richmond. Do you like bagels, Hugo?
The People's
like
Bagels.
bagels.
You'll get bagels, right?
I get bagels.
Toph already knows the proper name for this place.
The people
leverage the Melee community to kickstart this bagel shop
Is it going to be called the People's
and
Bagels?
call it the People's Bagels. This is obviously what you should do.
It's
Obviously
not
what you
a.
should do.
It's not a bad name without the melee.
I'll rate this place 4.5 stars on Yelp.
just automatically.
Well, I'll rate it a 5, and then I'll get
Are
one
you
of my
going
friends to rate it a 4.
to put
and then-
sauce on the plate in the pictures?
We got to talk about this, by the way,
Yelp,
because
yeah.
speaking of life lessons, you gave me a very powerful life lesson. This.
Sophie wants to call it Sophie's Bagels.
I think Sophie's
Sophie's
Bagels
Bagels?
exists. I think that's already a bagel shop.
All right, well,
somewhere.
that's problem number one. Problem number two is it's not the People's Bagels.
It's PP in the chat. Everyone's doing PP and
Then it's
Craiggasm.
just her bagels.
Does PB says something about bagels, right? He's got like a
Oh,
joke where
PP
he's
loves
just
bagels.
like,
It's not a
bagels.
joke. He just likes bagels.
Oh yeah.
he likes
Wasn't
them that much.
No, it was an interview for the summit,
Yeah.
which I love the summit.
Yeah.
So, PP did an interview where he said that his favorite food is bagels. I don't know. He said something. I forget.
Because I love the summit. Don't think that didn't slip by me.
As more of this, and then I'll start ranting about
Name
the
ideas
summit.
half a Jew bagel. Sophie, that's problematic, right?
It probably isn't because she said it. Like I just kind of trust, but I don't understand why not.
It's to me it seems
Half
problematic.
a new bagels. That is actually god tier.
What is it
Oh,
called?
he mistyped it.
Oh,
What's
Never
up,
mind, Ben.
Ben,
You had half a good idea. How about that? Half a good idea.
but I agree with the people's bagels.
People's Anything sounds awesome. There is a barbershop a couple blocks from here.
But-
You might know there's a barbershop called the People's Barber. And I got my haircut one time there, and it was very good.
God tier.
Are
Yeah.
you going to do anything special, or is you're just going to have egg bagels, plain bagels?
Do you have any
onion
ideas?
bagels? No, I mean, I don't.
I would do a poll every week of the
About
community. Figure out what
the next
people
bagel-
actually want.
What the next bagel's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
that day?
If the, and one of the answers would be like everything's perfect, and if everybody picks that, then we're good.
Okay.
That's the gimmick. Everybody who comes in gets a vote. What kind of bagel do you want? I'll make you the bagels I have available on the menu, but just know that there's another way, right?
There's
you can
another way.
submit
You
the ideal bagel.
There
There was
change
a-
the menu.
There
Yes.
was a froyo
Yes.
place. There was a froyo place in Redwood City.
People's
I used to go
Choice.
to, where you got to, you get your froyo, but then every week you can vote by there's a little board. You can put a sticker. You
Yes.
get a sticker with
Bagels.
your yogurt. And there's 3 flavors, and they say we're going to rotate out a new flavor next week. you get to vote which flavor you want, and then it incentivizes you too, because then you're like, oh, I want to try that flavor when it comes out. I'm going to come back next week.
Have you done this before? Have you voted like on the Lay's potato chips?
I haven't done that.
Did you
Never.
vote
Oh, but
on the
not
new
one
M&M
time.
color?
No.
I have not voted on any of those. I will say though, I've got a thing going at the office. I have been ordering off of Amazon Prime. I've been ordering the crazy Oreo flavors, and I'm going through. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to try.
There's
out-
crazy Oreo flavors? I didn't even know
Oh,
about that.
there are so many.
Oh, Swedish fish.
I finally got the Swedish fish. Let me tell you
saw
about
the
them.
video.
You saw the video?
Yeah.
They're bad. They taste like toothpaste. Yes.
Crazy. That's insane.
All the other ones I got were like very legitimately better than normal Oreos. The best I've had was probably Red Velvet.
Okay.
Very, very good flavor. Swedish fish Oreos are bad. It's
Like-
literally a meme flavor.
It's
It's bad.
That's all the rage now.
What meme flavors?
Memes. I'm waiting
Memes
for
are all the rage.
McDonald's to make
That's
a meme
that's a
commercial.
fact.
Because every time anything's hip, McDonald's. Have you ever heard? You know their their little jingle.
Yeah.
Du-du-du-du-du.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du, and then it drops right?
Oh.
It was dubstep. They did a dubstep jingle on one of their commercials.
Oh shit! I didn't see that.
And it was fucking horrible. But they
Right.
do it all the time. They'll just pick the next thing. There was one like I don't know. Dollar menus were very like hip,
Sure.
and so there was a McDonald's ad that I saw where it said McChicken. I'd hit it, and like that was
Oh my god.
No.
that's what it said on the bottom. It
Look at
said
that
I'd hit
dark
it.
side.
because
dude.
that video.
I don't know what it was.
Oh,
but-
you-
no, it's just that was like a phrase in like 2005, 2006. They were trying to be
Right.
hippers, so then they threw that ad.
And
up
they
there.
always do it in a cringy way.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
almost
I
become
would
their
not
thing.
hit it.
I would not hit it.
not hit it.
No,
That-
I would.
no,
Or I would order one and eat one,
yeah.
and it would stop there.
I'd eat that. I wish they wrote that. McChicken,
That's way better.
I would
I'd eat it.
Eat that. Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
That's
Hit it. Horrible.
no, absolutely.
So they're
dude.
going to do a Harambe one for sure at some point.
It's coming.
It's
Yeah,
gonna come.
and it's gonna be a couple weeks after the fact. Like
yeah, it's going to be way over.
right.
Yeah. Except I thought it was way over, and it somehow.
Not over yet, dude. Not over yet, dude. No, you don't even know. Speaking of eating things, I think it's time. I'm just about wrapping up my beer. You guys didn't see this before the show. Bobby gave me
Yeah.
and Hugo each. Do you have yours?
I'm not going to eat it right now.
You're not going to eat it right now? I'm going to wait for you. I'm just worried that it's going to melt.
I might still put it in the fridge because I'm not ready for
Jesus
dessert.
Christ.
Bobby, I'm sorry. Bobby brought me ice cream,
Mhm.
and it was very generous and nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much
You know, that's
like,
all that I need.
much
right?
like-
all I need to know is appreciated.
Right, much like my mother would toast my sandwiches,
Yeah.
and it was very nice and heartwarming.
Just not the right.
It's not the right
Yeah.
thing right now for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, there's
really-
things you could do. There's a fridge. There's a freezer.
If
fridge
we had
combo
the
right
peanut
over
butter
there.
stout,
Yeah, then I would eat it right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's, we can make that happen.
Can we?
I
We don't
think
have Blur.
So.
Last time Blur was our beer person,
Oh, that's true.
and now we don't have that.
I don't know if he's here. I ain't seen him.
It was
Blur?
his birthday.
Oh,
So
he
he
was
was
in SoCal.
It was
Yeah,
the
he was-
the Blurth day.
He was in SoCal for a little bit, and
Bobby, what are you doing?
I'm just using my energy. You know how these mobile games do, dude. It's actually a problem.
what?
They just make you
Play at all
play
times.
them. They penalize you for not playing it for like 5 minutes.
Oh, shit.
It's not 5 minutes, but I let my energy get all the way to the cap, and now I got to do something about it.
I
Right.
see.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just let it sit there.
God, I have
This
no
is
idea
just
what
going
you're
to be
playing.
like a few clicks, and then I'm done. But,
Well,
Toph called attention to it, so I have to address it.
I have. I have to call attention to what you're doing.
I mean, you're too observant to not,
It's just my thing.
I feel like you just observe.
it's that's what I do. Oh,
It's your greatest strength.
Sophie says, "OMG! *** Final Fantasy Brave Exvius."
See, and I don't like that she knows the name of the game, actually. I don't like that.
She definitely
Because
said.
it took me a month to learn it.
right. She
Oh,
definitely,
you never actually mentioned why she wouldn't like me.
Oh yeah.
Why
You know,
would she like
Hugo, my perception of you, whether I'm right or wrong, I'm going to come out and say it's a personal analysis,
me? See, this gets him off the game.
is, well, because I have to give my full attention to what
okay.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
is that, you're a very strong personality. Hugo
sometimes,
Gonzalez is what he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't get Hugo to flex or to give, you know. What am I trying to say?
What are you
I'm trying to say you are
Yeah.
the way that you are. Sophie is also
The way that
Who
she
is
is.
she is?
stubborn.
She's very stubborn. Okay.
She's not flexible.
okay.
You kind of have to. That's why her and my
Much
dad
like
is a
certain
big
people at
problem.
the summit. But go
My
ahead.
dad is a yes, exactly.
Much like
Great
certain
analogy.
people at the summit.
My dad is an immovable. This is literal. He's an immovable object. You cannot deal with this man. And
Okay.
she's an unstoppable. She's the wall. It doesn't move.
Are
What's
you
it called?
saying I'm stubborn?
He's
as
an
well?
unstoppable force. She's an immovable object,
Immovable
and they
objects.
crash.
Your
And it's a
dad,
problem.
Your dad and Sophie.
Yes,
Do your dad and Sophie not get along?
they do, but they have.
But you said, but
they have difficulties understanding each other due to their natures.
and do their philosophies? Are their philosophies a little?
I think the philosophy is probably fine.
Okay.
Okay. I don't
But,
think I'm stubborn.
I don't think that
Well,
you're stubborn. I just
depends.
think that you're not compromising in a way that some other people may be.
Wait, you don't think Hugo's compromising? Wait, I think
I
Hugo's
think
compromising.
Hugo is definitely capable
I think
of
Hugo's
compromise.
compromising. Wait a minute, I think Hugo's compromising.
Well, go ahead. Tell me why you're saying this.
I didn't kick Loki out of your futon bed.
Okay, I
Right,
didn't
that
know
was a
that.
compromise.
That was pretty nice.
That is that. Actually, you're right because I did
right.
come down to that. I was like, wow.
I actually sat there for a second. I saw Loki. So Loki is this really awesome Japanese Ganon who lives in
Right.
Canada.
Yep.
And I walk into Toast's place yesterday where he's housing me.
Yep.
And I see someone laying on his bed.
Right.
And I thought female. Right. She
Of
was
course.
fully clothed
Of
or
course.
like blanketed up. I just saw like a body in there. I'm like, oh damn. Okay.
Ooh.
And then he goes, oh, that's Loki, blah, blah, blah. And then I go upstairs, and I didn't get it. I didn't know if that was, like, her name. And I'm like, wait, who's down there? And he's like, Loki, Ganondorf player. Oh, yeah, I know Loki. All right. So I go downstairs, and I'm looking at the situation, and I see, like, a really skinny futon
Right.
where I will not be able to move.
Not much.
And then I see a big futon
Yep.
that I can possibly, like, do my thing and
Yeah.
try to get on the futon. And I
Uh-huh.
thought about it, and I said, no, you know what? I'm going to compromise. Loki's a really nice guy.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
That's beautiful.
He was here first.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
I feel like that's a noble gesture.
That's a compromise.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
a-
call that a compromise.
that's
Now,
a compromise. Right?
I would call it a compromise.
Let me clarify, because this is what communication is all about, right?
Okay.
Someone says something, and then somebody asks a question, and then you get to refine what you're saying. This is a more complicated idea.
Okay.
Words are just tools to express ideas to others.
Yes.
Now, I would say that in situations, when you're kind of like negotiating, I would have no doubt that Hugs is willing to put the goodwill of others before himself. I would have no doubt of that fact.
Sometimes.
Now, if I asked you to act a specific way
Okay.
in front of other people because they wouldn't understand the way that you act, the way that you intend it, and they would take something else away, now I feel like I would have a problem.
Yes.
I feel like Hugo
Absolutely.
wants to be
100%.
who
Yes.
he is.
You know how many problems I've had with girlfriends' parents?
Okay?
Right.
So
There
this is,
you go.
I just saying this is my
That's
own
my
personal...
hard counter.
Okay.
You're right. Scar, you're right.
And I think that Sophie is like a parent.
Oh.
That's kind of the analogy.
Yeah,
You
actually.
kind of have to...
Actually, when I go, every time I go over to your guys' place, I feel like Sophie, it's it's this. I feel
We're
the
getting
same way
somewhere.
as when I would go to my homie's house as a kid, and their mom's there, and they, their mom
Not
makes
that
me
she's a
snack
mom.
or something. Not that she's a mom, which is getting there, but it's the kind of like, hey, Mrs. Scar Newman, kind of thing. So I totally feel you on that.
So there you go, Sophie. Now you know.
Now,
I think that I'm cutting every time. Do you guys hear me way too loud?
clipping,
Yeah.
I don't hear you.
you're
Clipping.
good.
You're
It
good.
might just be your thingamajig. Let me turn on your
I
thingamajig.
lowered my thingamajig hella low.
Do you want me to lower it more?
See, Spencer doesn't have any headphones because
What's up, Ellie?
of Blur.
Because of Blur. I would literally blame Blur.
I think I'm clipping. Am I clipping? Look at the... Why is that red thing lighting up whenever I talk?
He's
That
not
red
flipping.
thing literally looks like it's lighting up only when I talk.
Okay, don't say anything. Ooh, you're right. Wait a minute. It kind of lights up sometimes when I talk to you.
But it lights up every time I say
It
a
does,
single
yeah,
word.
Yeah, it lights up more.
Are you ready for this taste on?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a
Yeah, but
glass?
wait. Should we get the ice cream first?
I just put it here.
I'm not going to eat the ice cream yet.
Hugo,
I need a stout.
Hugo, it's going to melt.
I know.
Oh, it's already melting.
I know we
Do you
literally
see this?
just talked about
you could put
compromise.
it in the in that young
But that is something I do not
refrigerator and or
compromise on.
freezer. You don't compromise on dessert? What don't you compromise on?
Eating that without the stout.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
You're not hurting anybody. You're not telling him he can't eat it.
Can I go to your house someday?
Yes.
I want to try meeting Sophie.
Yes.
We will play. We will play some board game,
Yeah.
and that's a great way to get to know. Right? We'll
What
be on
about
the same
Scrabble?
team, so we have to. Oh, I'm too competitive in Scrabble.
I'm hella
I'll talk
competitive.
shit. I will talk shit.
What was
I
that?
will,
Like,
I will do it all the time. I will like be Sophie. Can you add up my score really quick? Like I'll constantly
Yeah.
do shit like that,
Yes.
right? And
Scrabble's real good for that.
yeah,
how will Sophie
And I
respond?
make
How
a
will
lot
Sophie
of
respond to that?
She's in the chat. I think I don't think she would appreciate it, to be honest.
Okay.
and I make a lot of bad jokes about words that don't exist, right? Like I asked if enhance is a word. What about hance?
What about hands?
And-
That's actually a really fun. She
Yeah.
She would like
She
that
might
joke.
like
a lot.
that joke.
She
Okay.
likes word jokes.
But I say this when I'm way in the lead, so it's like really annoying.
That's annoying as shit.
Right? Yeah.
okay.
That's
so
annoying
then
as
I don't
shit.
know.
Okay.
I don't know if we'd get along there. We could play something else.
Hi, Prince.
Candyland.
Candyland.
Candyland's pretty. What about shoots and ladders?
I don't know how to play that.
It's you roll a dice and you move your
You
dude.
move the
This
character
one
to
is
the
the most.
corresponding number.
It is the most basic. Move your dude.
But then there's that big shoot. Oh, the big shoot, dude.
Are you drinking out of the bottle then, or do you have a glass?
Oh, hey.
That was my glass.
Oh.
You just poured it into my glass.
Oh, cool.
I got a glass, baby.
Got you.
I'm prepared.
Got you.
So what are you pouring right now for the pub hub of subs?
What am I doing? What?
I'm a sub. Are you a sub, Toph?
Hugo sub.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm a sub.
And
I'm in the pub hub.
I am a
club.
proper paying Hugo sub. I might add.
Apples to apples. You
Apples
play
to apples.
That's a
You'll
good
learn
game.
a lot about a person over.
I don't know
apples.
how to play that game. How's it?
Have you played Cards Against Humanity? It's the same thing, but not vulgar.
But not vulgar. Then why would I want to play it? It seems
Because
like
it
wacky.
actually has more replay value.
Oh really?
Because like
Yeah.
my experience has been that Cards Against Humanity is really really fun the first time you play it, but like you
It
kind of
just-
see the same cards over and over.
Yeah, and then it's just a lot of racism. Like,
Exactly.
and-
Apples to apples,
yeah.
you get to get creative, and it's still really funny. In fact, it stays funnier longer in my experience.
Really?
That's how I feel about it,
Because you could say stuff like ninja sharks, and it's like, oh,
or whatever. Yeah,
it's just ninja sharks. That's pretty cool.
you just come up with stuff. Yeah, it's
You just
more-
drank it without cheersing. I just
Oh.
drink it.
I did. Sorry.
I don't know. It's okay.
Cheers.
I'm following your lead.
Cheers.
Well, tell me a little bit.
To another
you
great
guys-
year.
to Sophie.
to another great year.
darling.
To Hugo,
wish you were
eventually
here.
turning 25.
Baby Scar.
No, I dropped that joke because
Oh.
with the dropping
You gotta
the
control
I'm
the meme.
old
Yeah,
joke, I have to drop the I'm young joke.
yeah,
You do.
right.
So
you
I
do.
am 30 years old
okay.
as of this point on. And
That's
you
not
can't,
that,
and
that's
you
not
can't
that
ma-
old.
You're only 30?
That's my argument.
To be honest, how old?
Dude, I literally assumed that you were way older because of the I'm not old joke. I literally assumed you were like 34.
How old are you, Bobby?
How do you
You're 29.
even assume
29.
that? We literally
You
played.
guys are 1 year apart.
We literally played when I was like 19 or 20.
I assumed you were 25 at that point.
Oh my god.
I'm
dude.
27.
No, I'm just saying that I'm basically giving you a validation on the fact that you are controlling the meme.
I'm
Because
trying
there
to-
was a counter meme to
I think I
a
just
meme that
ruined
you
it with
didn't
this stream,
control.
though. I think I ruined it on this show with like just
No one's
explaining
watching
it.
the show.
True. They're all
Mango
watching
has
Yeah,
Silent
Mango's
Wolf
on.
over, so
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah,
okay.
right. There
All
you go.
We're good.
Why is Silent Wolf? I should just know this.
You should. I feel like you guys are super homies.
I almost feel, you know what I mean? I feel like, what's my
little
homie
betrayed?
doing it? Yeah, I feel a little betrayed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
You're
like
only
you
30,
guys.
you're
I've
young.
Chat,
been at
chat.
home.
Can you guys
My
go?
age.
Chat. Can you guys go to Mango Stream, discreetly find out what Otto's doing in SoCal?
With like 80 people asking the
report
same.
back.
no, don't ask. You just gotta like
Just find out.
spy. Yeah,
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Don't let on.
You can ask leading
Come back
questions.
in here.
Get somebody else to ask.
Right. Oh, says Melee Marco
Yeah.
in Mango's chat. What's Otto doing there?
Yeah, you know.
You know, and then maybe one of his mods says, blah blah blah, and then come back here and let me know. Anyway,
I would feel betrayed. Like when you see your friends tagged or checking into a place and they're all hanging out and you're just at home. You're
Yeah,
like,
right,
oh,
right.
Lucky hanging out with Mango and Dunk at this brewery.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
30 minutes away. It's
Wow.
like, oh.
Okay, it's a little different because it's SoCal, and I'm not going to go to SoCal, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you know, it is.
Yeah.
You know it is. You know it is.
Hugo, while you're here, I want to talk all about you and your experiences and your unique perspective on the world.
Yeah, I don't usually like to talk about myself.
But
But
you bring something so different to the show. Where we just time after time, it's just Scar and Toph and Scar.
do you guys do a lot of shows just you two?
Yeah, we have people.
No, but like how often though?
How often do we do just us? No, just us is like once a season or twice
it's more
a season.
rare. Okay.
More rare.
I felt a lot of nervousness,
I
on this
understand that.
episode.
Yeah.
like expectations
From who?
have been set.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
From my last
You're a
appearance.
repeat.
for
you're
sure.
a repeat
Yeah.
guest. Repeat
Yeah.
guest is it's a big deal.
There's pressure, right?
Yeah.
There's
And it
already
actually means
people
you
in
have-
there like who've already left saying, you know, this isn't as funny as the last time, and they just already left, right?
Right.
They only gave me like 30 minutes.
Ooh.
And I was feeling the pressure.
Okay.
All right, kind of like Frank Ocean with his second album.
I hear you. There's a
Kinda
lot
like-
of scrutiny there.
Michael Jordan coming back from his retirement.
Ooh, that was rough.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, God, yeah.
met expectations, in my opinion.
This is a
In
whole
my
nother.
opinion, yeah.
This is
in
a
my
fucking
opinion.
this is a moment right now.
You guys.
Hugo, the most
This is where we have a moment where we get to
It's
we
like
get
a
to drop
space-time
it
continuum.
or we pursue it. And if we pursue this thread, it's going
Nope.
to go deep.
Okay. I feel like there's a fracture. Imagine the picture. There's a portrait of Hugs that exists.
Okay.
The Platonic portrait.
Let me help paint. Wait,
And
let me
he just exists.
let me help paint the portrait first, and then we're going to revisit this. So
Okay.
I just want to tie up the loose ends. So when we started this stream, Hugo talked about how you taught him a life lesson with the grease. You can dissolve the beer foam, and how that was a useful life lesson for someone
Yeah.
like Hugo. So me and my roommate Kalamazoo received a useful life lesson this weekend about Yelp.
Yes.
If you remember, because in my mind,
I wanna hear about
I
this.
think this conversation started because I always see you talking about Yelp and foodieism on Twitter, and I was like, you know what, Hugo, you should get sponsored by Yelp, and he's like, you know what, I really should. In fact, I believe you said I should give people lessons on how to use Yelp, and Kyle said, I'm not much of a Yelper. Like,
Teach me.
teach me,
Teach
Yeah.
me.
and you broke it down. I actually kind of want. Can you just give? You haven't given. Can you give the stream the Yelp lesson?
The
I feel
Yelp
like-
lesson.
yeah.
Okay, so
'Cause there are a couple
because people
things.
think all you do is you just go on Yelp,
Yes.
Yeah.
you search something,
Yeah.
and then
In
you
an
go to a
area.
good restaurant.
That's
like
it.
You just see a 4.5 star, and then boom.
Then you
like,
go.
done.
That's
They
what I
think
do.
that's what I do, but I do more than that.
Okay. First, let me tell you what I did prior to this lesson. I would look at the stars. Yes, I would also look at the number of reviews because usually
You
a
gotta
lot
look
of-
at the number.
A lot of reviews, more trusted.
Yeah,
That's as deep as I got.
right.
That's pretty
It
deep.
gets deeper.
Okay.
So what you do is when you go on Yelp, you search for the type of food that you want, right? Or if not, sometimes I just search food. Right, I just hit food.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. So I go.
Really rolling the dice there.
So you type in food as a search, criteria or whatever. You find some restaurants and then you click it open. You have to have a minimum of 4, 3.5, maybe. Anything less than 3.5 is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? And then you
Agreed.
need to look at the reviews. You need to read what some of them are saying, and you need to find out if they give a shit about what you give a shit about. Okay,
So you're looking at the individual reviews.
right, not a lot. You just need to skim like 3, and if they say if it's high reviews, or they say 4.5, right, and then they say like the ambiance is amazing, right? Do you care about that? Is the
No.
service amazing? Do you care about that?
Yeah.
Sometimes, right? You keep going, and then you look at pictures, which is a very, very important part. Okay, here's the trick, right? We were going to brunch, right?
Oh man.
Uh-huh.
We're going to
By
brunch.
the way, this brunch spot ended up being awesome. So
Right.
And you found it.
I found it.
if you found it.
So
Naturally.
what you do is you look at it, right, and you look at the pictures, and if you see a picture of like a fat ass country fried steak with gravy all over
Uh-huh.
it, and then mashed potatoes with ketchup all over the mashed potatoes,
Uh-huh.
and like a side of like steak fries and like all of that there, and you're like, people like it because there's just a shitload of food, right? There's burgers and they put some fucking fries in it, and then they shoved a steak in it as well,
Uh-huh.
and then that gets a lot of people. Gimmicks. Kyle
Gimmicks. I
immediately
knew you were
turned-
gonna say gimmicks.
Kyle's
Gimmicks.
eyes lit up and he goes, gimmicks. And then I go, yes.
He got
yes,
it.
you got,
You got it, right? And then I said, look at these fucking pictures. And I pull out the place that I picked, right?
Oh,
I pull
that's
out the
so
place
good.
that I pick, and I show him the pictures. I'm like, look at this. He's like, I don't even know what that is. Like,
me
I don't
see-
either.
Like refined as shit.
I don't either.
Let me see if we can find this
It
place.
looks like oysters or something in some kind of like squid ink something. I don't know what it is, but I don't know what that is. That looks amazing, and we're going through it. And then there was one picture. If you could find it,
Let me find it.
Red Hill Station.
Red Hill
or something?
Station. I'm definitely going to go back there. That place was really
Yeah.
good.
And there
Which
was-
brings me to my point precisely.
Have you been here?
Star
It was near
Wars
your old
Episode
place.
1, lightsabers, pod racing, gimmicks. The whole movie's a gimmick. I feel like Hugo
my God.
Gonzalez, of all
That's-
people,
Where's the
the
photo?
discerning mind
Look at this.
that goes so deep in the
Scott.
meta, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Look.
I honestly agree.
Look at that.
I don't know what that is.
Look,
Yeah,
you see it?
this
And
was
here's the key.
That's like a
You see that? There's
that a
sauce
squid?
on the plate.
sauce on the plate.
You're not going to eat the plate. You're not going to eat the plate.
Look at that. Look at that.
So if they're
at
pouring
that.
sauce on the plate,
Sauce
they
on the
care
plate.
about presentation. If they have great service, they care about how your food is served. And if you put that much effort into all these things, you're not
Yes.
going to fuck up the food.
Yes. However,
I like
Star
that-
Wars Episode 1, I
like
think
that
is the
they're-
opposite of everything that you're saying. Like, this is low-level Yelp.
No.
You think Star Wars?
So
Episode 1
you
was good?
think lightsabers are a gimmick?
I think that lightsabers are the best part of the film.
The lightsaber,
Yes.
like the one with the
I feel like the lightsaber
hilt?
duel
Is that what it's called? Oh,
between
Oh.
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul.
are you? You're talking.
Is
Oh,
the
Jesus! I was
part of the film.
confused. I thought you were talking about the brand new one, episode
7 was good.
Oh, why are we talking about episode 1?
Thank God.
I'm so confused.
You
Oh,
just came
No.
back together in the skies.
We
Where
just
I was so
agree.
confused. I was like, because I thought
No,
what you
we
said was
totally
episode
agree.
1 with Liam Neeson and Darth Maul.
Oh no, I fucked up. No,
was.
Are we
the
all on
shit.
the same
no,
page then?
that sucks. No,
Yeah,
one
Seven's
was
good.
One was shitty.
7's amazing.
Seven's
the best,
really good.
The best part of
I
one.
thought it was really
The
good.
best part
Oh.
of episode 1 was pod racing,
Huh?
which should have just been
Pod
its own
racing
thing.
was so trash.
Oh, you didn't like pod racing?
It was
It sucked.
ridiculous and stupid.
It sucked.
Oh.
It was pointless. It's like it's throwing in Fast and the Furious into Star Wars.
That's what I'm
doesn't-
saying. It should have just been a
It's
separate
like
fucking.
12 minutes of bullshit.
I like
Yeah.
pod
Two
racing.
stupid aliens.
I
going,
like pod racing. I like pod racing.
And some cheating ass alien.
Dude, that guy cheated so bad. Where's the refs?
Bulba.
Give me some refs.
Serious.
That's
No, people
Bulba,
were
dude.
dying
He's
and shit,
fucking
dude. It
murdering
was
people.
weird.
Like,
He's
can
not
you
good.
imagine?
He's not
He's a mass murderer.
if we-
Just poison the guy before he gets in the car.
right. Sick.
Like
I
we
win.
have a multi-planet sport that everyone watches, and they just can't catch this guy cheating, even though he's winning all the time. I mean, it's happened before, I guess. Like Armstrong, right? Didn't he cheat? a lot?
Sure.
Yeah,
Did
sure.
I? Sure.
But this is on a planetary scale.
Yeah. Galactic.
Galactic scale.
Intergalactic scale, dude. You guys are juicing.
Do you guys know? By the way, did you guys know SFAT literally likes the first 3 movies more than the episodes
You know,
1, 2, and 3?
there-
more
there
than-
are
See, but
things-
the
but
there-
that's consistent with what I know about SFAT.
that's what I'm saying. The
SFAT
portrait in the sky of
dislikes
Hugo.
the Beatles.
Huh?
Yeah.
SFAT dislikes the Beatles.
Yeah.
His favorite anime is like Naruto or whatever.
Yeah. Perfect.
Like
He's
it
a-
makes sense.
Perfect.
Simple man.
He's a simple man.
Perfect.
That's what I was
Simple
going
man.
to say. Yeah.
You were my brother, Anakin.
I
You were supposed to bring balance to the Force.
I feel that there are certain opinions people could have that'll tell you everything about the person.
Yeah.
That's
And-
one,
and-
yeah.
Or you could at least put them in a box, right?
Yep.
There are people who order buffalo wings boneless, and there are people that order them with the bone in. And I feel like I know for a fact, I can tell you right now, you order them. Hold on, let me think about this. You order them.
You're not going to guess me.
I'm not going to guess
Whatever
you.
I'm clairvoyant actually, and whatever you say about me, it's going to be the opposite.
It's going to be the opposite.
Yeah. Jesus.
Okay.
You like literally can't get it.
All right, so you
Yeah.
order them boneless.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I
You
You literally can't guess it.
I can't guess
Do you
it.
want me to just tell you?
No.
Just say what's in your heart
It's
because
a
you're probably
50-50.
No, that was 100%, homie. I got
No,
you
I'm saying for
100%.
Scar, it's 50-50.
it's 0%. For you, it was 100. For me, it's 0. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
No,
I cannot
I'm
get
saying
it. You're saying-
guessing between wings or bones or no bones is going to be a 50-50.
No, it's you could tell by his whole aura and his personality. what he's gonna
Exactly.
do.
But
Yeah.
sometimes people are a level ahead where even if you guess the right thing, they know that you're going to guess the right thing and retroactively change their.
You can't retro. You can do that in Melee by doing a different thing.
Uh,
You
I'm
can't-
just telling
you
you.
can't
You
go
go-
back in time and
you-
unorder all of your wings
you
you've ever
go
ordered.
bone in.
Okay. First of all, I misled you by saying what I said. I know so little about wings that I mean to order them boneless, but I order them bone-in because I don't clarify at the time that they ask. That is literally how I order wings. It is literally, I'm the bottomest tier of wing orderers.
He also
The last time I got wings, I got them with the bone-in, and I was like, why is the bone-in?
He probably also doesn't order buffalo wings.
You probably
Bobby's not a sauce guy.
Okay. So
it's all kinds of...
It is that bad.
so
Sophie actually, I knew no one could guess it because Sophie guessed bone-in, and she's actually wrong. That's what I wanted,
So everyone's wrong.
but I got the wrong thing because it's impossible. You can't guess it. You can't guess that someone is
because you can't guess it.
that shitty
You
at
can't
ordering
guess
wings.
it. Yeah. How do I
All
read
right,
this
all right,
guy?
yeah.
He's no app.
Yeah, this is like mango, but
That's
bad
some
mango.
anime shit.
Bad mango.
Yeah, it's
There's
an
definitely
shit.
anime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know what Mango's orders are. Do you know
I
how
say
he
bone
orders?
in just
No,
because.
no. It's whatever I tell him to order or what you tell him to order. That's
Oh,
Mango.
man.
He,
By the
he
way...
gets a steak. It's not a joke. He gets a steak and the guy goes, "How would you like it cooked?" "How do I like it cooked?" "Medium rare." "All right, medium rare." He asked
Sophie
me.
said boneless, but I got bone in. That's what I'm saying because I did it wrong.
By the way, so Mango does what I did with the Bellini.
What?
With the Bellini.
The Bellini.
That's what I did.
Oh, yeah.
This waiters at this Red Hill Station, fancy ass restaurant, dude. It was really good. The waiter says, "You guys want any beverages?" And we're all like, "We'll just get water." Hugo goes, "I'll have a Bellini." And I looked at Hugo, and I looked at the waiter, and I looked at the menu. Where Bellini $14. I looked at Hugo.
Bellini was $14.
I was like, waiter.
Oh, my
waiter.
God.
I was like, waiter, I want a Bellini. And then Dad just looks at the menu. He looks at Hugo. Looks at me. He goes, "I want a Bellini." And I think Connor was the last person to get a Bellini. And the waiter walks away. I was like, "Hugo, I gotta hit you with some shit, dude. I don't know what the fuck a Bellini is."
I don't know what a Bellini
But
is. I don't think
have
anyone in the chat knows
so
what a
much
Bellini
trust in Hugo right now.
And the funny part is, like, Laudan is like, "Yeah, I don't know what it is." And I didn't even have to ask Connor. He's like, he barely turned
Connor didn't know what a
21
Bellini
yet. Like,
was, dude. Yeah, there's
No
no,
chance.
way.
Can you tell? All I want to know, I actually don't want to know what it is. I want to know if you liked it.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm not surprised.
All it is, it's a mimosa, but instead of orange, it's peach.
Which is why, if you were an alien coming to this planet, you sat down with Hugo and you said, "What movie should I watch?" And he said, "Star Wars Episode 1.
You'd be
It
weirded
breaks
out.
everything.
You'd be weirded out.
Luckily, that's not the universe we live in.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully they don't
Thank
go
God.
to SFAT. If aliens invade, they don't
Tell me everything
down
about
to
human
this
beings.
planet.
This species,
Well,
it's
like
the species. Did you guys watch?
so like there's some really good movies, right? Yeah. Like there's lightsabers and there's this really cool pod race where like this guy's cheating, but he loses in the end.
Did you guys watch? You watched Zach playing Undertale?
Die. That's my favorite part. He's just fighting like a random like little guy. He didn't kill anybody yet, and he's just fighting this random monster in the underworld. And it's like, fucking what's his name shows up, and he's like, he hits attack, and he's like, die. Just like fucking murdering fools.
He spent 45
He's a
minutes getting
butcher.
out of the leaf room, dude.
Wait, that's all he said?
There is a puzzle room
The
in this
leaf
game.
room. Oh
There's
my
a puzzle room in
god,
this
I've never
game.
played it.
It's-
You should
it's-
actually play it.
Yeah.
You should actually play it. It's really good.
I've heard I shouldn't play it on stream because it's like a personal experience.
You can stream it.
How much have you heard
No,
about
no,
it?
no. You can stream it.
I haven't
If you
a
heard
whole
nothing
lot.
about it,
I could literally play it and not know anything.
Just make sure your stream doesn't spoil shit. That's all it is.
I probably wouldn't stream it, to be honest.
But that's make sure. How do you?
I honestly
Yeah.
would not stream it.
People are often pretty.
So
good about it.
I played
All I was going to say
completely
was
blind.
there was a room that most people take roughly 45 seconds. to a minute.
45 at most. It's
Zach
easy.
was in there for a cool hour.
Well, that might be me.
No,
No. I do
Have you
not
seen me
think so.
play some games? Like,
I would freak out. It's
No,
it's like
dude,
a very
I know
simple
who
puzzle.
you are.
Yeah.
No, you'd get out of there. What were you saying?
Okay.
So I went into Undertale knowing nothing, and it was an experience. It was a very important experience
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that I didn't know anything about it because the people who do, I don't think they get as much out of it as I did.
Word. Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I mean, I want to play it.
Yeah.
But
It's not that long, dude. 10 hours?
Yeah, it's pretty
20
short.
hours at most.
so Zach couldn't play it very well. on
Zach
stream.
was he was impressively
impressively
bad.
Okay.
He's definitely
At the game, I would say.
Dude, your ice cream's fucked
It's
up.
nice.
Your ice cream is
That's why these last.
fucked up.
Yours probably is too by now.
Yeah.
That's why this last couple times I'm like, we can eat this shit.
No, we're gonna have to get some more.
You were
But,
talking about boxes. I just have a quick question. Why? Or is it just a feel thing? Why did you put me in the boneless wing box?
You like memes, and you're currently
Wait, stop. Okay, go
so
ahead.
like, look, there's no way that someone who loves Harambe as much as you do gets unless you like really, really, really love gorillas and animals.
Yeah,
Like,
not been
all right,
demonstrated.
so like I'm thinking of
otherwise,
other people, right? Like Prince, right? Do you think he specifically orders bone in? There's no chance. He gets boneless. There's no fucking question about it. Right? Shannon.
You're talking about this thing, and then there's this thing. There's two things. There's
No,
the
this
bone-in, boneless thing, and then there's memes over here, like a different planet.
They're related.
No!
They're related. You want to ask Prince right now? He gets boneless.
All right,
Shannon
Prince,
gets
Prince.
boneless. Right? There's no question about it. Chillin' dude, he gets bone in. I know.
Wait. I take offense. Hey, Chillin' dude
Chillin'
loves
dude,
memes.
I know, but he's not. He kind of makes his own memes.
Yeah, he fucking got 5-0 and
He
said, "My
makes-
B." Is that making your own meme? I guess it is.
Why did he say that? Do you know? Do you
Why he
have
said-
insight into him as a human
It
that
was
can explain?
perfect. It was so
How did that
perfect.
come to be?
I don't-
understand that it was perfect. I just can't, in my
he says
understanding
might
of
be?
the world, like, if I'm in that moment, is that what I say?
What do you? All right, can I ask you guys? What do you say in that moment? What?
He's doing some shit.
Who?
Spencer
Oh,
was
he's
doing
putting
some
Harambe
shit.
up there.
Yeah.
What do you say?
See, this is
You
a
get-
complicated question because if I challenged him and made that rap video and got my ass beat, I would. I'm not that person.
Who would do that to begin with? But if you,
But
did,
if I were, I think that if you put the mic in my face, I push it out of the way onto the floor and
Yeah.
walk away
Yeah,
and go home.
Yeah. I can
I
see
feel like
that.
the
I can
mic
see
hits the ground and makes that weird feedback sound, and that's all you know of
So
me.
you'll get memed
I
on for
leave
a
the
bit.
community.
that.
Yeah.
And everyone's just quiet. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do, Toph?
You made
you
a
say-
battle rap video.
No, he says dicks out for Leffen.
Yeah.
He says dicks out for Leffen.
No.
And-
You just got fucked up. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of your
Yeah.
boys.
You say anything. You say anything but my B. You say, well played. You say good games.
That's what you say?
I don't know. Well, okay, I got 5-0 by
I'm
Leffen.
not saying what the right answer is. I'm saying what do you say?
Let me think about this. All right, Leffen just 5-0'd me. Mike's in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, good games.
That's what you say?
Because oh my god. Maybe
I think that's not bad, dude.
no, I would say something that would get memed on. I would. I
Yeah,
actually
you
would.
would.
I would say like.
Yeah.
I might say my B.
You might.
I don't know what I would do. I might say like.
You would never say my B.
But see, the thing is, in
There's
that
a
moment,
special human
it's such
being
but it's such a. But
who
it's such
says
a
my B,
special.
dude.
It's such a special, and like kind of all eyes are on you, right? Like you could say like I tried. And
You
that
could say I tried.
I tried to become a meme.
You
be
could
the
say,
guy who tried.
damn.
Damn would become a meme.
You could say a lot of things.
They would all. Become
I would
memes.
say I got fucked up.
I
that would
probably,
become a
yeah.
meme.
That's it.
That would become a meme.
And then I'd walk. Yeah.
That'd become a meme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but would it? Like
Yeah.
my B?
No, my B is
My
special.
B?
Might be a special.
Yeah.
It is. It's like made. It's like custom cut to be a meme.
But you can't plan it. It's so
No, you can't.
unique. No, I would never thought. When I heard him say it, I had to ask people, wait, what did he say? And then they're like, he said my B.
He said my B.
Oh, like my bad? That's what he said? And then they said, yeah. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, that's all he had to say?
That's all he had to say.
Doesn't he have more to say?
I either would have pushed the mic out, or I would have stood there for 20 minutes explaining every thought that went through my head for the past 3 months.
Just bore people.
I
with
really
decimation.
thought that I could win, and then I was practicing. I was like, I didn't.
Yeah.
Came up here, and then he chimed me in that one stock, and then I started feeling bad, and
Damn.
it's like either that or nothing. But he went with like this concise.
My B.
He's a
And he
god.
walks- Yeah, that was brilliant. But he would not.
Ordered boneless wings.
He would not order boneless. wings.
Why?
Yeah, explain that to me.
He
See, I don't
went
get
full
that.
circle. He performed the Leffen diss track live at
Oh,
Super
I know.
Smash Gun.
But he
He's
makes
a
his
memer.
own. He makes his own memes.
I
And
make my
Tove's a
own
meme
memes.
ball. No, I get it. Tove's a Harambe. He
Yeah.
did not shoot
I think
the
Chillin-
animal.
Yeah, he just.
He did not participate.
I think
You saw it
Chillin-
on the
I think
internet.
He's
Chillin
standing on
follows
the
me.
outside.
No,
Chillin
no,
is
no,
taking
no,
charge
no,
of his
no,
own
no.
memes.
He definitely created that meme.
But
Yeah.
furthermore, you're saying Prince Abu would order boneless wings. I
Yes.
think Prince Abu creates plenty of memes. For example.
For example, the
As an
one-
example.
I think I told you.
As an
Wait, did I
example of
tell
a
you?
guy. Huh?
Did I told you I hate his new meme?
What's his new meme?
That he hates tryhards. I hate that meme.
What is his meme? I don't
He's just
follow Prince
Prince
Abu
Abu?
specifically.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't understand. You guys are saying he makes his own memes, but I don't know any of them. So can you educate me?
So his new thing is to act like he doesn't try hard, and he kind of makes fun of people who try hard.
Yeah,
even though
his location on Twitter is surrounded by tryhards.
Yes,
I see.
And
so he's going full hog with this meme.
Yeah. He picks a meme and he just goes with it.
He's investing.
Yep. And he is one of the biggest tryhards on the planet.
He is.
You don't see his face.
He studies
on streams because he's leaning so far in that the camera's like way over his
literally,
head.
I've never seen his face on stream.
Yeah.
I don't know what he looks like.
So he's definitely one of the biggest tryhards, and I don't like this meme because I think trying hard is cool. He's trying to bring it back to the era before Mewtwo King, where people didn't try.
Yeah,
and
that's actually true. That's
right?
getting a little bit more serious.
Yeah,
because there is this debate, and I think that like Melee as a community, there are more people who see the value in not trying hard than almost any other game or competitive game. You know,
what do you mean by that?
Like
back in the days,
almost every competitive game, I think that like people value winning a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In Melee, there are people who. I just feel like Melee attracts people who want to see cool shit more than they want their favorite player to win. They kind of want both, but they don't care about the win unless cool shit happens, kind of. I don't know. Point being, I think that what Hugo's bringing up is like this current day and age is more about like performing well and pushing the game
than it ever has been.
And you can bring it back to that other mematic level that might be less
Prince,
evolved.
Yeah. And here's Prince trying to... It could be...
I literally thought... You just said Prince like that. I literally thought you were talking about Prince, the dead artist.
No.
The whole time we were talking about Wings. I was like, man, I really don't even think that
he died recently.
No, the artist. Yeah,
he died.
Yeah. Rest in
I don't
peace.
think he would order Wings.
Another person that should
At
not
all.
be compared to Prince Abu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope not.
Yeah.
But Prince is trying to bring this meme. He's just doing this meme.
He's definitely a tryhard. He's actually on
a tryhard
record.
memer.
No, yeah. He studies
That's actually-
Xbox videos in an inside and out.
Yes.
He is all day.
Literally, his defense against the whole claim of like him being a Hungrybox warm-up tool
Yes.
is that he's trying to get better. He
Yeah.
literally discusses how much he's trying all the time.
Wait, why? Because he doesn't want to be...
Because he's saying
He
that
doesn't
him
wanna-
playing against Armada is helping him get better. He's working on practicing versus the very best players, and it's a symbiotic relationship, which to me, you cannot be doing that without trying.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
true.
like literally you're studying the top players like and sitting and playing against them for hours.
You know who told Mewtwo King to fuck off at Shine?
Oh.
Not in those words. I don't know if it was in those words.
You tell me more.
But
Why?
he
has to warm up.
wasn't his warm-up person for Jigs.
Damn.
So Mewtwo King walked into the venue on Sunday and called out like 8 different Puff players, and he told them to all get in a rotation with him. And he
Wow.
just sat there rotating on Puffs.
What did Prince?
Before-
Where was Prince?
Well, he
Playing
left
Armada.
early, but I think he also just told him he wouldn't help him warm up. I don't know
Wow.
why. That's what Prince told me, but he might
Maybe he's committing to the meme.
It's possible.
Prince?
Maybe he's giving up on trying.
Look, I don't know. I guess I just feel weird about getting pigeonholed into being the boneless wing guy.
Yeah, and if I didn't trick you, would you have called me boneless? Because I'm definitely boneless.
No, I would have called you Bone In.
Can you explain that to me?
I feel like you're...
He's just not a memer.
You got to put Bobby Scar
doesn't
in
follow
a box
Prince
now.
Abu?
Your greatest challenge.
If you don't follow Prince, there's 2 types of people. People that follow Prince Abu.
Second in
people that don't.
Evo, first challenge, second greatest challenge of all time. Put Bobby Scar in a box.
I tried to put you in a box. I was wrong.
You could put me in whatever box you want. I just want to understand how you think about me from the outside, because I only know what it's like to be inside this brain, inside this body.
I think you're a lot like me, actually. Just
I think so too.
yeah. Just like
I think so
a
too.
different version. A different version. of me, for sure.
Yeah.
He's the anti-foodie.
And I'll talk about
Scar
it. But,
gives the least shits about food I've ever seen in a human being.
but he's passionate about it. He's passionate
He is
about not giving
passionately
a shit about-
anti-foodie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he gets
And I
angry.
actually, in that moment when you said that, I felt understood.
Yeah.
I actually felt really good when you said that.
That should be a psychic.
I've seen Bobby actually get mad when he's eating and he gets mad.
Oh,
He's
you
like,
haven't heard
"This
the
is
Bobby-
bullshit? I can't believe I have to eat right now.
The
I
Bobby
wanna go
rant
back."
against Hugo Food Places. I didn't tell you?
No.
At Genesis or some tournament. We're in NorCal, and then someone asked Bobby, "Hey, you want to come eat?" And he goes, "Yeah. What's going on?" And they're like, "Yeah. So like me, Hugo, Bobak, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, wait, hold on. Is this a Hugo place? Or are we eating somewhere where someone else picked it? And he goes, no, Hugo picked it. Oh, because a Hugo place is like 60 miles away and it costs $100. So I'm not going. So he just didn't go.
Bobby said that?
He just bailed.
Bobby said that?
Yeah.
What tournament
That was my past understanding of a Hugo place. I've gained more appreciation.
It still is kind of a Hugo.
Well, Red Hill Station,
Okay.
that was Red Hill Station. It was a Hugo
Yeah,
place.
Connor-
How far away was it?
Not that far, 1.5 miles.
that was close.
But we
that's
got
just-
lucky.
Yeah, we got lucky. And that's because Connor ended up paying like $60 for his meal.
He ordered 2 Bellinis.
And all he did was copy my order, and then he ended up paying $60.
Shouldn't have gotten 2 Bellinis, or 3 Bellinis maybe.
Speaking of Bellinis, how do we get more drinks?
Gotta ask Blair.
You gonna message Blair?
Spencer, you want my ID?
You need an ID? Oh, I got you. Yeah.
I like Hugo places. I'm
I
all
don't
about
understand
Hugo
why
places.
you're such a legend. What did we
Spencer
do
is
to
a
deserve you?
Spencer is a legend. I never.
So I'm passionate about not being a foodie.
I'm
Basically,
passionate about
yes,
shit.
you're
And
passionate.
why would
about
I get
shit.
bone-in wings at that point?
I was wrong. I was wrong about you. I didn't know that you were not into.
Yeah, but
still
I'm
don't
more
understand
interested
it.
in your logic than I am in the result. You don't have to be right in my book.
It's more of
I
a.
want to know where your heart led you.
It's more of a feeling.
That's what I want to know about. What's the essence?
So what my feeling is, okay, with someone like Toph, right? Toph is a very.
Memer.
He's a memer.
Yeah,
He's a bit of a carefree personality,
yeah.
right? He's kind of happy-go-lucky.
Yes.
He's not as angry as Scar. What's up? What you reading? Stout or ale? Ooh.
I don't think we have a stout.
So please define ale because that encompasses a lot
The
of
amber ale,
styles.
right? Because that's what I'm about. That was good.
Let me get the amber ale, and then
It's on tap.
grab a bottle of the peanut butter stout that's in the fridge, and that'll be perfect.
Is that your
Yeah.
bottle?
No, that'd be next level. But there's a bunch
that
of
would be
bottles of
next
peanut
level.
butter stout. What do
I
you
assume
guys
that
getting?
bottle of peanut butter stout
What are you guys
was
getting?
brought
You're
by
done.
Hugo
Same.
for our pleasure.
Yeah, same. Just
But apparently we just took it from the fridge.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But I do fucks with that one.
Cool.
But
Is this mine?
So happy-go-lucky guys, you don't
well,
need to worry about.
happy-go-lucky. You don't sit there and contemplate a decision the same way that I would when it comes to something that simple and unimportant.
Wings.
I would wings.
So here's
you don't
the,
sit
I
there
do
and
the
look at the
exact
menu
same.
Here's the reason I get boneless wings,
okay.
and I realized it when I went out.
because you like chicken nuggets. Because that's what
No.
you're ordering.
That's part of it, but I mean, the one thing that hit me was I went out and I got crab a long time ago with a bunch of coworkers, and I realized as I was eating this crab, I was like, this is a fucking hassle. I just want to eat the meat, but I have to do all this crazy
You
shit.
got to do a lot of work.
and I realized that work when I'm eating is just like, I just want it.
I work at work.
Exactly.
I work every day.
So I don't want to have to deal with this bone that I got to do some crazy shit, and then your hands are all messy, and I just want to eat the thing and move on with my world. That's my logic.
That's
Getting boneless wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not a hard this or that. You know, if a place only has bone-in wings, that's fine. You know.
yeah. Yeah. See, I don't think like that.
How do you think?
I feel like the bone gives it flavor. I feel like if I want boneless wings, I'll order chicken nuggets. But I won't ask for bone. I will never say the word boneless wings to a waiter. I will say, "Let me get the nuggets,
I got to get up.
the breaded nuggets."
I have to do Spencer's job for a second.
Oh, okay.
Hugo, I want you to read what Sophie just said and tell me if you think you would get along with her.
I've literally made all the points they have made about the wing stuff well before they had, and far more succinctly.
Okay?
But
So
it's-
this is the kind of
so she
person you're
agrees.
dealing with.
So she agrees
She,
with the.
she ultimately agrees, but she's taking issue with the way that you agreed with her.
so we can sit there at your place and agree on something, but she won't like the way that I agree with what she said.
It sounds like she's taking issue with us not being succinct.
Succinct. Yeah.
Succinct.
And to that I say, remember what we were talking about earlier? And we were talking about the moon and how
Everything he
the
says is a
moon
story?
everything the moon says is a story. The
Yes.
moon says
Oh my
anything,
God.
and it's a story because it's so funny the way he says it.
Yeah.
So
he
perfect.
draws it out. He does the sound effects. He does this. And
I don't even want to tell you what that sound reflected on my stream the other day. But go
Please
ahead.
don't.
I don't even want to tell you what that
Please
is.
don't.
You don't have to tell
I don't want to know.
All I'm
Watch the
saying
VODs.
is that sometimes there is something to be gained from telling a story a certain way and drawing certain things out.
Yes.
I think you're a master at that.
Oh, myself?
You go, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, well, on my stream, yeah, sometimes.
You have a specific style as well, I've noticed.
I try to model it after certain people, but really, it's just whatever makes me laugh. That's
Who are you
kinda-
modeling after?
I feel like, okay, so not so much modeled, but it reflects what other people
Sure.
do.
Influences.
Yes.
Who influenced you?
Stephen Colbert.
Dog.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Remember
Is
that
that
time?
you
Remember that
too,
one
or
time?
what?
Remember that one time?
What?
I can't think of anyone who I'm more specifically kind of, because like The Rock, there's certain mannerisms, but you can't just be The Rock all the time.
No.
That's
You
insane.
Yeah.
Right? He just beats people's asses and just like, and he is the master of pauses. I think
Okay.
The Rock utilized pauses in a way that spoke to me in a very deep way.
Okay.
However, Stephen Colbert's like total ignorance and joy at his own ignorance is something that moved me more than anything. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love being ignorant. It's actually hilarious.
I think that it's
so
super
much fun.
hilarious.
It's so
But
much
I
fun.
think I've also made a very loud kind of stance as to like what I do believe in, that I can very easily say totally ignorant shit and people know that I'm just
You're
making a joke.
Yeah.
You have to deliver it in the right way. And
Yeah.
his delivery is always
No, it's
Yes.
excellent. Like when I called you
Excellent.
fertile. Right?
that was good.
That's.
Do you know what I
that's
wish
Stephen
we could
Colbert
do?
shit.
If
Yeah.
we had planned like news stuff, like if we could say, I'm trying to think of someone in the Melee community who I can make fun of based on their looks.
Okay.
Like, what's like a stereotype that would be funny about someone that's not too offensive? Like, could you imagine
Okay.
just a picture of
I
Johnny?
have a perfect one, and I don't think it's any secret. Blur has neckbeard.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Neckbeard's not that
Blur
offensive.
does not clean up anywhere
Also,
down here.
Blur also big believer.
and it's not that offensive because it's
big
just something
believer.
he could just shave.
And Blur, you can delete
I'm
the
not
tweet
trying
now
to
if you have
offend
to.
him. I don't think it's that
trying
bad.
to
Blur is a
think.
big cargo shorts believer.
Oh, he believes in cargo
He's been
shorts.
wearing cargo shorts all week.
So does Mango. Yeah. And they
There
love
you go.
cargo shorts.
There you
yeah.
go.
I've never.
So it's like, okay, this is not a Colbert level joke because he's so godlike at it, but imagine full screen picture of Sheridan Zalewski, aka Hugo Ricardo,
Yeah.
and you'd have the picture up telling the news, and you would say, for example, like, Sheridan Zalewski, tournament organizer for Genesis, and man whose wardrobe was all set on fire yesterday. Something like
Because
that.
he only wears sweats.
That joke is so funny.
So you're saying you would deliver that as a joke?
He just does the joke where he shows one picture of a person and then makes a joke about the picture.
Okay.
Like there was one where it's a white dude with a really big mustache, and he said, like, this guy, this is actually who he is, and man whose toys come awake at night.
just
It's just like because he looks like a creepy white
right.
dude.
He looks like a guy who would tie
Man
a
whose
woman
toys
to the train
come to
tracks,
like, yeah,
right, and wear a
Yes,
top hat.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I
I
gotcha,
wish we
gotcha.
could make that joke.
Yeah.
I wish.
About Smashers.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not possible.
It's not possible. The beard issue takes far too much time, and I look way too good regardless. So, okay, so he didn't find that offensive. This
No,
is,
Blur, you cannot offend Blur. In fact, that's his weakness.
that you can't offend him?
You can't offend him. It's a problem. Sometimes you feel like you need to offend him to like fix things in his life, but you can't.
It's kind of true, actually, yeah. I still haven't gotten paid for the last... Never mind, I'm not going to talk about it.
Sorry,
I
man.
still-
You already did.
I
It's
just,
fine.
I just need some of this at some point soon.
So if you're talking about the word, and in fact, Spencer does a great the word.
What do you mean the word?
Spencer
Oh,
is
that
actually,
segment?
when he does the lower third, sometimes it's as good as the word. He'll just make jokes about what we were saying,
Yeah,
and it's like
in a subtle.
It's like, but we don't even read it half the time. But it's so funny sometimes. Most of the time,
This is a
he's
segment
actually
he
not
always
that,
does on
He's
here?
not that funny. But
No, I think he's got a pretty decent
funny.
base
Is that him?
level of
No,
No,
it's not
that's
him.
not him.
humor.
All right. Well, yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Spencer's pretty good.
No, he's first time I met him was at the Foundry, where I was commentating. That's the first time I ever felt that I could stream. Was when I went to the Foundry once, and I was
You
just
just sat
drunk,
there and talked.
and I just sat there and talked about nothing that had to
Nothing.
do with the match. And Spencer was cracking up, and I just saw him right there. I'm like, dude, this guy thinks I'm funny.
He thinks
Yeah.
you're funny,
Like
dude.
people type LOLs all day, and they're not laughing out loud.
That's true.
Right.
This guy was dying. This guy was dying about. I made some freaking joke about privilege and how McCain is allowed to sneeze all over Reno's fucking face because he's ranked higher.
That's actually really
And that
fucking funny.
because he actually did sneeze on Reno's face. Like he sneezed in the wind, and the wind blew it back on Reno's
Oh.
face, and there was nothing Reno could do about it. And I was
Right.
explaining that he just can't. Like right now, Mac D could walk him and
His
slap the
ranking's
shit
too
out
low,
of me,
dude.
and I can't do anything
'Cause
about
he's
it
ranked
because he's
higher.
ranked higher.
Yeah,
Right, it's too low.
Right. And I was just talking about it nonstop, and then this guy was just cracking up. I'm like, all right, maybe I could just like do this on my stream.
Yeah.
So
Thank God for Spencer.
yeah, he
The,
changed my
the
life.
ripple effect of Spencer's contributions to the Melee community. God knows how many threads on Reddit Smash Bros. Hugo's gotten saying Hugo is actually literally the best streamer.
Yeah.
They kind of stopped though because
They did
People-
stop, but
people
they
were-
existed.
they existed. Because now people kind of just
Probably the mods told
No, it's
them,
pretty good.
stop.
maybe that too.
Can't do this anymore.
Could you show the camera the ice cream?
It's just a big
We got a problem. You know, I took most of the last ice cream, so we kind of deprived other people of...
I'll eat mine.
All right, that's cool.
I'll eat mine. I think I once told a story on stream about the time Mewtwo King stuffed an
Mewtwo
ice
King
cream
stories.
stuffed an ice cream sandwich in his pocket.
Did he?
They could
And
be
then many
dangerous.
hours later, pulled it out. It was all melted.
Are you
Just like
talking
this?
Are you talking paper wrapped?
Yeah, like wrapped, like this
Ooh,
plastic
paper
wrap.
wrapped
Yeah,
is
paper
brutal.
Or
wrap,
plastic?
plastic.
Plastic's
Oh.
way better.
But
So
it's
it didn't
doable.
leak
But he
into
opens
his
it.
pockets.
It didn't leak, but he opens it and it's literally liquid.
Mm.
And he goes, "I can't waste food." And he just starts just
He said, and he wasn't joking, or he
no,
was?
and he just and there's ice cream all just
Oh,
all down his arms, on his whole person. And I'm just watching this man ravenous in the middle of Tokyo, Japan, just drinking. I have to say, drinking this liquid ice cream. Anyway, that's what I will do. I promise you, Scar. You got this out of the
I
fridge
believe
for
you.
me. I will do.
Thank you, Toph. So there is something I have to say about Mewtwo King
Uh-huh.
that I don't think is going to be well received.
okay.
Just do it.
I'm only doing my best here on the stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be honest with the viewers, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I have to say it.
Okay.
And I'm approaching the realm of politics, but I'm not getting into it.
Good.
Okay?
Okay.
I believe that as a man who has spent lots of time with Mewtwo King,
Yes. Thank you so much. You the man.
and as someone
Oh, is that?
who
wow.
enjoys political satire, you know,
Uh-huh.
I think that Donald Trump and Mewtwo King have very similar speech patterns.
I worry
Now-
that I do sometimes, but go ahead.
Now, the one phrase that I heard from Donald Trump that makes me just actually superimpose Mewtwo King's face on top of him
Okay.
Yeah.
is when asked about Megyn Kelly,
Megan Kelly. Wait, who's that?
the Fox
Is that his
News reporter. No,
Oh.
it's
Not
his
reporter.
wife.
She was asking at the debate. She was the person who asked the questions.
When asked about Megyn Kelly, Donald Trump says, I have zero respect for Megyn Kelly. I think she's highly overrated. I think that she does a terrible job. Something like that. Stream
Okay.
of consciousness, 3 things in a row.
Okay.
I have no respect for Fox players. I think they're highly overrated. I think that they blah, 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 blah. And then Falco can do double lasers, and then Falco can just shine and grab, and then if he shine grabs, it still will hit.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know? It's like just the
Falco.
boom, 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 boom.
Puff carries you, by the way, that whole ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground. Mm-hmm. Either Falco is broken and
Uh-huh.
unbeatable,
Right.
or Mewtwo King is the best player in the world.
Yes.
Optimal. And I just see similarities. That's all. That's all.
Similarities
I have to say.
between Trump
Oh, that's
and
interesting.
Mewtwo
I'm gonna have to go back and watch something.
I have zero respect for Megyn Kelly. I think she is highly overrated. I don't think she's very good at her job.
And then he says,
Stream no pause.
and then he says, "I'm just being honest. Like that's
Yeah.
that's his
Believe
fault,
me.
right?
Right.
He's
I'm not
just
actually.
honest.
I'm
Believe
not.
me.
I just. Most people are evil. I'm
just honest.
just saying my. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. Wait.
Huge.
Is my mic still going? Is my mic on? No.
Guys,
Can you hear me?
it's on. Yeah, I hear you
Oh,
loud
okay.
and clear.
I just lowered you.
I stopped
'cause
hearing you
I
guys.
tried to lower me,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
but you know,
Okay.
technology.
Yeah. I see that, but not as racist.
Hmm.
Um,
Mewtwo King definitely.
Yeah, just a little lighter on the racism.
Right. A little bit.
He
This is
doesn't want to
actually
build
really-
a wall.
This is
it's great.
he wants to knock down walls.
Yeah.
Mewtwo King
Yes.
between communities.
What was it? Toph showed me an interesting video today of Mewtwo King. Or was he?
Oh
he did. So at Shine, have you seen the video?
Have you seen this?
At
No, I don't know what you
Shine,
guys
when
talking
he
about.
ends up beating Zach,
I slacked you about it, I believe.
he puts down his
Oh,
controller.
yeah, I did see it.
And he looks at him dead in the eyes, and he goes, and then, well, no, Zach tries to do this first, and he stays firm with the
Mewtwo King
handshake,
stayed firm.
Yes.
right?
I need to
It
watch
wasn't
it again.
this.
So it's like
It was this. And then Zach like tries to do this. He changes it to this, and then he shakes his hand, and he keeps the eye contact, and he shakes his hand. And then he takes off his headphones, and then he pops off a little bit. Well, actually, he just raises a hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
I'll show you.
okay,
I have a
based
theory
on what
that.
you've
let
just
me, let me show
said-
you that. I actually have it up.
not kidding. My gut instinct is that someone coached him.
Yes.
My gut instinct is literally that someone
you ready?
told him what to do.
I have it basically up. I just need to move over to the...
Just hang on one sec, stream.
I will show the
we're,
stream
we're
as
gonna
well.
watch this.
I will
Just,
show,
just hang
I'm
on.
show Bobby.
I can see that.
Stock's over, by the way.
This is what I'm going to do to you.
Look at BTK. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Wait.
It's crazy. Because he ends up looking at him dead in the eyes. So
He
there's
looks
like
him dead in the eye.
that's Alpha Mewtwo King, dude.
Yeah.
He's no
Yeah.
longer Beta. He is Alpha Mewtwo
Right.
King. He's got the body
I'm
language
about to show
down,
the stream. I have it on my...
right? He's
Yes. Stream already knows.
Yep.
That
Rick
was my
Fox.
theory. You heard my theory.
Yeah.
Rick Fox.
I think Rick Fox said it.
I have a theory
Sit down with him.
that go ahead.
Look at
Yeah.
Mewtwo King.
Look at Mewtwo King right now.
Look at that. Look at that.
Actually,
look at that.
The picture quality.
I've
on this
never seen
camera
that
is
in my
so
life.
Good.
It's a great camera.
That was actually sick.
This actually looked really good.
How did it do that? Because usually when you look at the other screens, it gets like all flickery.
It's not great.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I showed him this earlier too. Look at that.
It actually is really good
The
quality.
sauce.
Sauce on the plate, baby.
Spencer brings his own camera.
So,
Ooh.
I actually had the same epiphany. I was like, I think Rick Fox literally sat this guy down and said, we're going to work on something.
Here's how you shake a hand. He watched he
Well,
he
to be honest-
acquired Echo Fox or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he looked up Mewtwo King on YouTube and found the Mango video making fun of him and PP handshakes.
Yeah.
Rick Fox sitting at his laptop said, "I need to fix this."
I honestly
Priority number
no.
one.
My theory is that he met with Rick Fox at a dinner because he's like, "Yo, let's grab dinner sometime. You're our new player. Let's grab dinner."
Yeah.
And he takes him to this 5-star restaurant. He shows up in his flannel hoodie jacket
Yep.
and his pajamas,
Nice to meet you,
and then
Rick Fox.
he's ranting about Cloud
Yes.
to Rick Fox.
Yes.
And Rick Fox is
You're
like,
famous. You know a lot of people. You need to tell Nintendo right now.
Yeah, I
Cloud's
need-
not.
"Can you tell Nintendo?" Like, he doesn't say any names of people that work at Nintendo. He says, "Can you tell the entity that is
Tell them.
Nintendo that they need to buff Cloud or they need to nerf him?" Whatever he was talking about. You need to do this, this, this. And he's telling Rick Fox what to do. Are you going to pay for this food? Or am I going to pay for it? Because if you're not paying for it, then I don't want to order this food. And I'm going to order something cheaper. And he's like having this conversation with Rick Fox. And then in the end, Rick Fox goes home. And he goes, "We need to coach this guy." and Rick Fox doesn't do it. He hires someone else.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then some PR person. And then they talk to Mewtwo King.
It's
They're like,
basically the miscongeniality montage,
Yeah.
but with Mewtwo King.
yes. And I feel like that's what happened. I feel that's how it went down. I want a Bellini. Can you get me a Bellini?
Spencer's sitting here. He says, "You know what? I need to figure out what a Bellini is."
Oh, he
Oh,
knows.
you knew?
Oh, he
well.
knows. But that's what I think
Did you know what a
happened to him.
Bellini was until
No, I still don't know what it is.
Spencer knew what a Bellini was?
I still don't know.
That's crazy.
I actually don't want to know, and I want to go to the next every bar that I go to from this day forth. I'm going to order a Bellini, whether they have it or not.
Yeah.
Try it. It's delicious.
Someday, someone is going to bring a Bellini to me, and I'm going to think about you, Hugo. I'm going to think about you, and I may or may not order bone-in wings.
They're better. Bone in. You know the other...
It takes too long to eat. That's my problem. I got to eat around.
Food, do you understand that food is like
Is
one of
here
the
to
most
keep me alive, and
important-
that's it. Yes.
Food is not just an energy source. It is one of the greatest indulgences that we have as humans, right? Do you just have sex just to procreate? No. Do you just drink things to hydrate? Do you just eat?
Clearly not.
No, right?
So I think that the first 2 points are good, but for me, the point number 3 that has to do with eating specifically, I don't get it. I get the first
You
two,
don't
but they
get
don't feel like
eating?
analogies. They feel like a third thing. Like I drink,
It's just
Both
fuel.
to hydrate and for other things. I eat just
So
to fuel my body
you treat-
so I don't die.
You treat eating the way that you treat putting gas in your car.
Yes. The cheaper and quicker, the better. When the pump, I have to hold it the whole time, I'm actually very upset. I want to be able to flick the switch, walk away, come back, and then it's full.
I'm on the Hugo end of the spectrum on the food one.
You're on my end of the spectrum.
I'm a bit, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
a food liker.
So you need to get into the bone-in world.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Please.
The only reason I get boneless wings is because usually if it's at a place like Wingstop, it's like, dude, it's like not that big a deal. It's fucking Wingstop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not. This is not a Hugo place.
Okay.
It's Wingstop.
Okay.
I'm just trying to eat my shit. You know, like
Just get out of here.
I will say that if I went to a nice ass restaurant and on the menu they had wings or whatever, and they had fancy,
Right.
and they had chicken nuggets on the kids menu or whatever,
You would get the wings.
I'd get the wings.
Okay.
Sure, because I'm trusting these guys. They're going to prepare it right. It's going to be Wingstop or whatever, Wing Zone. I'm not thinking that hard about it at that point.
Do you want to know another question that puts people in a box or not? The Joker in The Dark Knight or Bane in The Dark Knight Rises?
Joker, 10,000%.
Wait.
There are people who say
wanted to
Bane.
guess. There are people who say Bane. And they are people that you
He
do not
doesn't
want to
say
make friends.
Bane. Please no.
He's thinking about it. Look at him. He's thinking.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I love Bane, but like Heath Ledger's Joker was. This is
But I
like,
see what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
he,
It
even
puts
the
you in
fact
a
that you're
box.
thinking
There's
about
no-
it, you're
yeah.
memeing super hard. Because in
he
your
sounds
brain,
like-
I feel like there's this art that's the Joker and like this performance that's
darkness.
and then
Like,
on
they
the
love
other
that
half
shit,
of the
right?
brain is
He loves it. Look at him.
Wait! You didn't like Dark Knight Rises?
I like Dark Knight Rises.
Because-
When you look at
Stop.
those two
I've
villains,
asked you.
Go ahead.
I've asked you. In fact, this is actually interesting to me because
Seriously, I
once,
think it's Bane. Blur says it's Bane, but go ahead.
I'm
once-
not surprised
I
by Blur
once
saying Bane.
asked you, do you prefer the Dark Knight or the Dark Knight Rises? And you said, "Ooh, that's a good question. I think they're really close." And to me,
I agree with that.
actually, Dark Knight is strictly
Don't,
better.
but Dark Knight is strictly better.
and
strictly better.
and that's
Strictly
probably
better.
a box
So it is-
too that
it
I
is
don't
sur-
know that I'm in.
It is surprising to me
That's
that
not
you,
as much of a
you know?
defining box.
So to me, like
Bane and Joker is a more defining box.
I think that, yeah, when you look at the films, I think I didn't really like how hyped The Dark Knight was. And I felt like it was good, but not God tier. I think I felt the same about that as I felt about, what's that anime that everybody loves? Bebop. Thought Bebop was
Attack on
alright.
Titan.
Dude, people say Bebop is like the second coming of Christ. I thought it was good. I didn't
didn't
think
love
it
it?
was the second coming. Same with The Dark Knight Rises, and I think that tainted The Dark Knight, and that
Dark Knight.
tainted my perspective. And so Rises I thought was good, and people kind of hated on it. So, in the relatively, I think they're
Hipster is the word
now.
you're looking for.
All that said, if you
Are you
look
saying
at
Scar's a hipster?
Yes.
it might be true.
It sounded like you said I enjoyed one strictly more, but people also enjoyed it more, so I had to dumb down
It might be
how
true.
much I enjoyed it.
It might be true.
To
I
feel
don't know.
cooler.
Maybe maybe my whole life is about feeling cool based on finding things that other people don't know about. Maybe I don't know. But
no,
point being, when you look at the two villains,
yeah, no, there's like a special legend about Heath Ledger's Joker.
yes,
I don't know. And maybe this is like extraneous. Maybe this is gimmicky.
Okay.
I don't know what the right way to say it is, but to me, the fact that he even passed away after portraying the Joker
Right.
and giving it the performance of his life, to me that's a little eerie and almost a little mythical.
Okay.
it is
So
mythical.
to me, Heath Ledger's Joker is just too special.
Too
So
special.
so Heath Ledger's Joker, not because I didn't enjoy Bane. Tom Hardy, who does Bane?
Tom Hardy.
I don't even know.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, and I liked Bane a lot. I think Bane is a very classic villain as well, but not like Heath Ledger's Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker is redefining.
I think
Yeah.
my Bane impersonation is really good.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't want to do it, but
Is
I
it better
just
than
want you
mine?
guys.
I want you to do
Yeah,
it.
I think yours is not good.
I was born in the darkness.
Are you ready?
merely adopted it. You don't think that's good?
I was born in the dark.
Why did you sound southern?
That's not how he said it.
This is like a combination of Shroomed and Bane.
I was
This is
born
your
in the dark.
this is your Shroomed and Bane.
You think
You
darkness
merely
is your
adopted-
ally?
You fight
I
like
was
a
born
younger
in it.
man.
You merely adopted it.
All right, that last one was pretty good.
Wait, what else does he say? I think my Bane's
You
really
fight
good.
like a younger man. Admirable,
Yours is better.
but misguided.
That was really good.
Yours is better. Yours is better. Yours sounds like Shroom just trying to do an impression of Bane.
I ain't never gonna lose the scar ever again.
Ever again. Why does Dwan sound like that? Why
I don't know.
Why does Dwan? There's like this. There's the Dwan he was like in Florida or something. He was from some East Coast tournament. Someone asked him like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he's like, "California." And they looked at him like,
Wait.
"No, no one's from California. He was born and raised in the Bay Area."
It's fucked up, dude. There's no other words for it. There's no other words.
How did that happen?
All right, so consensus is your Bane's the best, but I
right.
think that mine's really good.
Okay,
fine.
but you could actually his vote was Heath Ledger.
But yeah,
You had to think about it, though.
I did.
But
I did.
I don't know.
That's
I
okay,
guess
though.
the point is, I understand the question and the box that it puts you in, where I think that if Blur were to think that Bane is the best of the two, it makes sense given everything that he cares about in Melee.
Tell me about like your read on Blur.
Ooh,
Based
yeah, I
on
want to hear
this.
that. Because
As
you
a
probably
human
know
being?
him better than
Yeah.
either of us. Even though we work with him, I mean, he's kind of in the shadows.
I know
When he's
pretty
here, you know, he sits in his own office. He has people bring him his meals.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Who
and,
does that?
And he sits behind a curtain.
Is it
It's-
Nintendo?
It's not
It's
true.
kind of like, yeah, Nintendo actually does bring him his meals. It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz here.
Okay.
You know, it's just like when you walk into the room, you just see Blur's face, but it's in a Trinitron.
Right.
He's sitting right behind it, but
and he's just
he has to broadcast it through the Trinitron.
and like the
you
Wizard
can't
of
talk to him
Oz,
directly.
he's not actually all powerful or omnipotent or anything. He's
Well, I don't
just-
know. He has some of us fooled.
Okay. Right.
Point being, I don't think that we know him
We
that
don't
well.
know.
We know
Okay.
the Blur in the Trinitron.
And he's still.
I think you may know the man behind the CRT.
Yeah. He still very much associates himself as.
I
SoCal.
knew Blur. The first time I met Blur was at some tournament when I decided to come back to the game, like in 2012, 13.
For
no,
4 years.
2009. And I beat him, and he looked at me, and he almost had tears in his eyes, and he says, "You don't even play anymore." Good games, dude. He just shook my hand. He said something along those lines. I knew of his name. I've heard the name, and I knew he was from the East Coast. And I beat him, and he looks at me. He's like, "God, you don't even play anymore. Good games." And I felt like that was the most honest Blur I've ever gotten for the rest of my life.
Dude, Honest
It's just-
Blur is like...
So rare.
It's hard to get now.
I
Now we
wish-
became friends, and he doesn't give me honest Blur very often.
You've seen Inside Out?
I have not. That's
Oh,
the
wow.
that's
I've
the
seen it.
Feels
I've seen it.
Pixar movie, right?
Yep.
Right?
You should
I haven't
probably
seen
see it and just think about like how every person, and maybe if you haven't seen the movie, you can't think about it this way, but I think every person has like different mini people or mini voices that
Okay.
are like kind of informing what you do. For me, the main person is like stress. I have like a little mini person in my brain who's always stressed about everything, just
Wait.
telling me everything I need to be stressed about.
Hold on. So do these many people specifically represent emotions?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
they're
so-
all
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah.
So
In the
your
film, I
specific
think it's happiness,
person
sadness,
is
anger,
stress.
and jealousy or something.
Yeah, I think those are the four. And they kind of
So there's-
simplify it
wait,
because
what are they?
Happiness,
joy,
joy,
sadness,
anger.
anger,
Happiness, joy,
and
sadness.
I think
envy.
it's jealousy,
Is
envy.
happiness not the same as joy?
I think the name.
Well, it's
she
the
had was
name in
joy.
the movie.
'Cause it's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so yours is stress.
Point being, yeah, I think it's a simplification. When I think about all the voices in my brain, number one is stress. Number two is like, well, whatever. This is stupid. But
Wait, what's the last one?
I have. Oh, disgust is definitely in there.
Disgust.
Is disgust green?
It's not envy. Yeah, it's disgust.
Really?
It's disgust. It's disgust.
Well,
Wait, what's
Yeah,
your
little green girl.
other one?
I have like a
Stress and what?
worrier,
Warrior.
judgmental
Kage
as fuck,
has that
dude.
one.
You've boredom, I think.
Okay.
Judgmental af
Bobby,
in
I
my
think
brain.
you have boredom. I think
Yeah,
your boredom guy comes in sometimes and says,
I think
Fuck
boredom
this."
guy is what is boredom guy?
That might just be the Snapmaster. You have a Snapmaster.
But there's a reason why I get bored. It's like impatience. I have a lot of impatience.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
for Blur, I think there's Mr. Honesty.
Some of the chat said integrity.
Integrity. Mr. Integrity is now at the throne. He's like basically the ruler of my kingdom. Now, Blur has this man, Honest Blur,
Okay.
inside him. He put Honest Blur in fucking jail.
Yeah, he
that
just
fool is in
buried him.
solitary.
Yeah.
Deep.
He's been sentenced to some shit that you just. The appeal is stuck in the courts.
Yeah.
And they're not hearing it. They do not want to know anything
Yeah.
about Honest Blur. You cannot come out.
Yeah.
You're a threat.
This is some
to
guy
our civil
trying to
society.
take a parking ticket to Supreme Court. Like, they're not trying to hear it. It's just permanently in there, and it's just not going away. So
He's
that's
like clawing at the walls, telling
Yeah.
everybody, I know I'm
have
not
a
good at
case."
Melee. I love all you guys. I just want to be part of the community. I just want to give back as a commentator through
Right. Right.
He can't speak.
Yeah.
Can't speak.
He's censored.
You
Yes.
only actually get Honest Blur when you beat him in tournament. I promise you.
Yes.
Because when
I've beaten him in money matches. I don't
we
get
played,
a whiff of
we
Honest
play-
Blur.
but it's got to be after the last Twitch Office tournament when I beat him, and he said, it's just. He was really upset that there was this thing that happened where Brian Tran ran the tournament. I won the first 2 games, and we thought it was 3 out of 5. And Brian said, well, no, it's supposed to be a 2 out of 3. So no matter what happens, even if you play at 3 out of 5, it's just going to be a 2 out of 3 or something. And he kept reminding him of this as we were playing out the 3 out of 5.
Uh-huh.
And Blur was really upset because he was like, I just want to play, and I really want to push myself. And I never get to feel like this anymore as a player. And I thought it was really messed up that he kept reminding me that it was a 2 out of 3 and that I had already lost, And he's like, because I never get to feel this way anymore. And I know I'm not that good. I know I want to
actually
get better.
beautiful.
And I was like,
it's actually
Yeah.
really nice,
That's
yeah.
the thing that I want. That I
I
wish
never-
I could.
I
And I
want
know that
more
you're
of that from Blur.
I know you're watching.
never get that.
I want to feel that honesty from
Yeah.
deep inside.
Yeah.
Show me the part that's raw and
I'm
tender.
tired of this
and
Prime
afraid.
Blur shit and this I have the best Marth when I want to and
We
and-
love you with your shitty ass Marth, dude.
Yeah,
and we
like-
acknowledge that sometimes your Marth does really cool shit.
Yeah.
what if that would just make him way better if he was just honest with himself?
I bet it would. See, I
Yeah.
can't do that with Melee. I'm not honest with myself. I have the same problem as Blur.
I don't think you're super honest with yourself. I feel like you're your own biggest critic.
I think that I suck, dude. I honestly think
There you go.
that my Falcon is trash.
You just said I'm not honest with myself, and then you just said I think
no,
I
I
suck. So
am
you
honest
are
with myself, but my standard for good is really high.
Okay.
I think Hugo's good. I think he
Thank
has
you.
a polished game.
Are you sure?
I think that you stick to
I'm fringe top 50.
now.
I'm fringe top 50. So
Now.
I don't know if
50.
I don't know if I'm
Blur,
good
I
on
know that it's vulnerable. I honestly know that that's true.
Blur vulnerability.
But I just want you to know I welcome your vulnerability, dude. I would hold it to my chest.
Blur,
I've
if you're
never.
on the
I
sixth
feel like
floor
I've
right
never
now, you
hugged
come
Blur.
up here. If you come up here right now, Blur,
I'll
I know
give you a fat
I know
hug,
you're
dude.
in the office right now, Blur. I'll give you a fucking hug. You hug it out. All right. Well, we just killed
Aw.
it. Never mind. Never
You're a
mind.
good man, Blur.
That man drew me a picture, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I beat him in
course.
the Midwest.
Yeah.
And
you
my,
beat him.
My entire family makes fun of that picture because they say it looks nothing like me. It looks so shitty. I liked it. I thought it looked exactly like me because it was like really chiseled and like handsome.
Oh, nice.
And my whole family just rips on it. They're like, "This looks fucking nothing like you." I'll show it on my stream next time.
Yeah. Show
I bet
me.
that hurts
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
I saw that guy's
say
art.
that.
That guy's actually a pretty good artist.
yeah. It's okay. Huh?
I
That
think
guy's a pretty good artist.
No,
actually.
he's not bad. Not according to my family.
The
though.
actual guy, not Blur,
Yeah.
doing a picture of
My
him.
brother actually opened my luggage and he says, "What the fuck is this joke ass picture? Who is this?"
Gabe.
And I had
Wow.
to, yeah,
Gabriel?
Gabe. Gabe is a character. I love Gabe.
Yeah.
Have you met Gabe?
He's the H.
Oh, I've met
Sophie
Gabe.
would love Gabe.
Every
actually.
Evo, he's the
Which
H.
is actually funny.
You know, I bet you're right. Even though I can't see them together. I bet.
No,
you're
they
right.
can't hang out, but she would like Gabe because he's so blatantly a frat boy character
Yeah,
that it's kind of funny.
it's definitely funny.
Yeah. One time he went to SSS and he wore a Jack Daniels tank top and a cap backwards specifically because he wanted to look like a bro when he played Plup when Plup went to our SSS because he has Samus experience, right? So he's like, I'm gonna beat him while
Looking
wearing,
like a
my,
fucking bro.
while wearing my Jack Daniels.
That is
and
so
his hat.
rude, dude.
And like the
say I'm gonna beat Plup.
no, he really thought he was going to be Plup Samus. So the match starts,
Good luck,
and like,
dude.
and I see him. I'm like, oh, he has to play Gabe. And I look at him, and he's like sitting there on the TV, and he turns to me and he goes, and he just,
Oh my god!
and he
Oh
just
my
does that, and with his cap backwards, and he goes back and just gets double 3 stocked, and he just gets fucked up. It was hilarious, but I think they would get along.
Double
That's not
3
a tough, dude.
Goddamn, dude.
That's tough, dude. I don't know what to tell you, dude. That guy's pretty good.
Yeah,
Who does the game play?
Yoshi. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god!
yeah.
It's just like I got
No,
this
no,
shit,
but
dude.
to be fair,
Oh,
he
fuck,
beat
fuck,
he
fuck.
beat Amsa in a ditto though.
Oh yeah,
Friendly Ditto. Friendly.
Sure, no, but
still.
so he's pretty good.
No, he's not. He at one point was the greatest Yoshi in the world.
Sure.
Like 2006, 2005.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Right,
No.
but
Okay.
he was good.
If he beat Omsen a friendly, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You can't be a
Ditto.
nobody and beat Omsen a Ditto.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Shit, man. Where's Borat?
you want to give him the hug?
I do miss that guy. I kind of do.
I do.
Kind of, you know,
I do.
don't want to force the issue.
I read what he said about Honest Blur being vulnerable.
Oh.
And it just spoke to me.
No, that's kind of true. Actually, honesty is very vulnerable.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to be honest.
So I feel like there's space in this show because we have Hugo, who's enlightened
Yeah.
beyond most of our guests.
Right. Use enlightened instead of wise.
I mean, I think they
Which
have
is
different
good.
connotations.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Enlightened is like before your time.
Right. Wise
I
is
mean, it just hit you when you were young
Yeah.
whereas
Well, to
wise
me-
is a result
Yeah.
of experience.
of experience.
And
Well,
you
I
have
was
some
gonna say-
experience,
I was
but
gonna
not
say
more than
enlightened.
most people. The average amount of experience, I would say.
Right.
And given your average amount of experience, but enlightened ability to observe and learn,
Yes.
I'd love to hear from both of you guys what you think about, like, for example, like Gravy. You know, people who are really good at the game, but who crack under the pressure of this new social media
Yeah.
viewership. Like,
yeah.
the
That's the
game
thing.
has changed.
It
and it's
has.
not, I'm not asking Hugo because he's been around for a long time, because he's been around for approximately
Short
as long as
time.
I have.
Short time. Who is this guy?
I've been here just as long. Where my first tournament was in a shitty ass place with like CRTs along the corner and like people playing Magic, and they were more important than us.
Yeah.
And you know, you just walk in, you leave, and there's like something on the boards later with the results. Like you can't find them besides Smash boards. People
No.
leave shout outs because like you see each other. What?
By the way, one of my favorite pastimes is looking up Halo pros
Yeah.
that were bigger than us and just seeing that I have way more followers.
Way more followers.
It's one of my favorite things in the world. Like,
And I'm not
Like,
picking
I'll just
on
find-
Gravy. I see this
I'll
in the
look 'em
chat.
all up.
No,
I'm not
no.
picking on Gravy. I think that Gravy's a great player, and I just feel that, you know, it sucks that the way things are today, it's a different game.
Bobby,
you
I'm
can't
not
just
gonna
show
lie.
up and play.
Bobby, I'm not gonna lie. Hang on a second. I feel like you got some secret like fucking fascination type shit with Gravy. You talk about Gravy a lot. I feel like
Well-
every other show you're talking about Gravy. You're like blah 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 blah. Gravy's really good. I was watching some Smash Summit videos. We were watching Johnny.
I do think
versus
Gravy's
Xbox,
really good.
And you were like blah
I
blah.
think he's great.
Yet still on social media, people tell me that I hate Gravy. How is that?
That's true.
Social media.
That's
It
your
brings me back to
narrative.
my point.
That's your narrative.
It brings me back to my point. Yes. Did I create this narrative?
No.
Just bring it back where there's Shadow Falcon and Gravy is an
Tafo,
evil
Blur, and
mastermind.
Fendi did. They
Did I
created
do
your
that
narrative.
where I hate 20GX and therefore every viewer should, and I controlled and pulled the strings of all the viewers and they just went to sleep one night? And
Bobby, I'm gonna hit you with a
in their
hard-hitting-
ears they were hearing Bobby Scar saying over and over,
Bobby.
20GX is evil. 20GX. They wake up and they're like, oh, Wizzy sucks.
I have a question for you. I have an honest to God ask question.
I'm gonna answer it as honestly as
I've been
ever
wondering
answered
this
anything.
for quite a while now, but I've never found the right avenue to actually ask you this question. Because the crazy thing is I don't know the answer. I feel like I know you really well. And
I'm gonna lay it on you as
I
honestly as
get,
possible.
I get honest Bobby, I think probably almost more than anybody except maybe Sophie. But
You get more than Sophie.
who are your... okay, who are your... I want to hear, like, top 3 or top 4. All honesty. Who are your favorite Falcons in the game?
Number one, me. Easy.
Okay.
The reason being, there's a good reason though.
Okay.
The reason is that I did everything that I thought was cool. You know what I mean? No one knew what I thought was cool quite like I did.
Right.
And so everything that I did was searching for this Falcon that's like the fucking shit. Number one, me.
Okay.
Not even a question. You know how fast I answered it.
Okay.
Number two, and this changed recently, S2J.
Changed recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched him versus Joey at like a recent SSS or something. He played perfectly.
Oh, that
He
one
played,
stock.
He played perfectly. No, not that one
No,
stock.
not that one
It
stock.
was the later one. There's somebody made a combo video. I think it was Raging Eagle. Made a combo video of S2J versus Joey. He played perfectly. He did everything that I wanted to do, except better. Except not exactly like me. Number two,
Some trade-offs
S2J.
there.
Okay.
Number three, nepotism, Mango. Because I like Mango no matter what.
Sure.
I like that he wins. I like that he does things that I never thought of. I like that he's not lame.
You mean his Falcon?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good Falcon.
It's a very good Falcon.
Number
Definitely
4,
very good
Dark
Falcon.
Reign, because he's my OG inspiration. Number 5, Isaiah.
Damn, this is a super old school list.
Yeah.
Number 5, Isaiah.
I was-
because
okay.
Isaiah, I played him when he didn't play for years.
You're
and he
naming
did
old school
some,
people. Your Hacks isn't on here.
He did some up air runoff knee shit to me that I was like, you're a fucking you're a living legend.
Right. Hacks isn't on here.
So Hacked is not on the list. I love him as an individual. His Falcon and my Falcon never
Agreed.
agreed on how to do things, but I love teaming with him.
Because he's more 20GX.
More
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Or was more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Silent Spectre not on the list. Wizzy not on the list. 20GX not on the list. Gamer Guitar 7 not on the fucking list.
Sorry, dude.
Jesus
I
Christ.
remember that Falcon. Yeah.
Yappy not on the list. Too flashy. I can't deal with it. I
way too
literally
flashy.
it
He's
makes
like
me want to
Lord.
throw up. I respect what he does, and I appreciate that people really like how he goes to the next level, but it makes me want to cry.
All you need to do is just shield.
None not on the list. How many fucking reverse back airs does that dude have to do in his life before he says, okay, I've had enough?
None is great. I like Nunn's Falcon.
None?
This is
so
all,
you're,
so
but you're
this is
asking,
all, this is all interesting. The only reason
you're
this
asking my favorites.
interesting
not
to
who I
me-
think the best are.
your favorites,
Right.
specifically your favorites.
That which is fine.
No, the Nun thing is interesting to me because when I watch Nun, I feel like he's actually kind of the continuation of what I Killed Mufasa Scar was like.
None is the one person who I feel was able to take my perspective and go to the next level with it.
That's why I'm surprised
I
he's not on
completely
your
agree.
list.
The only problem is when he down airs foxes at 90, why doesn't he need them?
Did
They
you?
die. Yes.
Did you?
Every time.
Did you? I Killed
Every
Mufasa, did you?
time. Yes.
So you're okay. So you're-
Whoa, wait. 2009. If I down air a fox at 80
Yeah.
and I up air, what way are they going to
And
DI?
it's a-
What way are they going to DI?
in.
Yes. So if it's on the right side of the stage, I'm going to up air them because they're going to DI in and I'm going to need them and they're going to die. 100%. Now, 2015, 2016,
They might DI out.
they're DIing out and
Or not
down,
DI,
and
or
they're
not
going to
DI.
tech on the fucking thing and grab the ledge, and then it's done. That's it. And he's going to reverse back air them. I don't
that's-
know why. So go back and watch the VODs and feel himself, and I don't appreciate that. Okay? Thank you.
I hear you. So it sounds like he's taking the combo thing and he's just kind of going too far with it for your
But
taste.
he's sick in the way that he extends combos.
Right.
He has the eye that I used to have. And Wizzy had it before he was corrupted by the darkness.
Wizzy is so corrupted.
Corrupted.
Start Space Tony, welcome
He's
back.
been corrupted into setting up for a tournament match to take as long as his actual tournament.
Oh
set.
God.
He actually
Can we ban? Can we make a rule, please? Can we make a fucking rule that this shit is not allowed?
Now Hugo,
He's done this so many times.
please tell me if I'm not being fair right now.
Okay.
But if you talk to me in about 2011, 2012
Oh.
about what it's like to play Hugs 86 in tournament, the way I would explain it is you would play a game,
Enthralling.
you would beat his ass. He would stand up from the setup, go to the bathroom, wash his hands,
You talking about me?
dry his hands with a paper towel, dab his forehead a couple times, put the towel away, maybe throw it in the trash, come back and sit down, and then he would win 2 games in a row.
I remember.
Now,
I've heard your
am I
commentary
being
before.
unfair in my characterization?
of me
of
in
you?
2011, 2012?
Given what you're saying about Wizzy, who I agree has gone to another world, right? If you're in New Jersey, this fool is on, I don't know, Saturn or some shit. He's fallen through the rings.
Yeah, he's
The
So-
gaseous rings of Saturn.
So, look, I understand taking your time with a match. I remember you used to comment on how I would just think between
Yeah.
matches in a set.
I realized I would comment on a lot of things about you over the years.
yeah.
I've been in the same community
hear
for a
it.
long time.
Yeah, I would hear it. So I would be contemplating my next counter pick. Take my time and things like that. I do realize that, but I'm at the station when it's my turn to play.
It's true. You never left the station.
I never left the station. I never left. How many stations have I left to go to the restroom in the middle of a set?
I'm hard pressed to think of one.
Right.
I cannot think of one.
Right.
My answer must
Could
be
you
zero.
name another player who's done that also?
Who's left the setup?
Yep. Just to go to the restroom in the middle of a setup.
I can name at least one.
On stream.
I can name at least one.
Name him.
Wizrobe. Cognitive Gaming Wizrobe.
Okay.
Has, in fact, left the stream station
In a top 8.
to fill his water bottle,
Take
call
a
his
piss.
mom,
Yeah.
practice
Tie
tech
his hair
chasing on 20
in a nicer
XX.
bun. Whatever he's going to do. Yeah.
Yeah, he does
Talk
that,
to
yeah.
Gatsu.
Yeah.
You know, whatever he's going to do. But he does it a lot. And that shit needs to stop. It needs to stop.
I agree. I'm a big proponent of the 30-second hand warmer rule. And when Wizzy versus M2K happens, I get very frustrated. I get upset. I want to see 30 seconds on the clock, and I want to see you press start, LRA start.
30. Yep.
That's it.
I agree.
30. And
Do they take
I've
it
seen
too far?
some 2-minute, 3-minute hand warmers. It's a problem.
Yeah. I agree. I think a rule needs to be put in place. I think this top player privilege shit is being taken way too far,
So here's the question.
and we need to put our foot down.
Let me tell you something that I learned from the business world.
Okay.
One of the phrases that I ban in meetings
Uh-huh.
is, we should do blah.
Okay. Interesting.
Because we means no one.
It
We
means
literally means no
I'm
one should
deciding
do
this,
X.
Right.
We should do X means no one will do anything, but I think it should happen by someone, not me.
Okay.
We is a bad phrase.
Okay.
We should do... I don't like that. Whenever anybody says that, I say, who should do what by when?
Okay.
I don't have the answer to that for Melee.
I do.
So tell me, who is going to instate the rule?
The next fucking TO that has Wizrobe at a tournament.
I like that.
Just fucking step up and do it.
Juggle Guy,
Tell him.
Hey, Rob. I heard Big House is
from
in about
Hugo
4
to
weeks.
you.
Rob will do it.
He will
Rob
do it.
will fucking
He
do it.
will do it.
Because Rob is the man. He's the perfect, as Michigan has put it, he's the perfect combination of likable and asshole.
Yes.
He's actually really god tier.
So
at
that
Yeah.
so that
He's-
you respect him and you don't hate him.
Yeah.
So it's just perfect.
Yeah.
And that's what he is. And you know what he told me the other day? We were at dinner at Shine,
Okay.
right? Before I took off to my flight. And we're talking about a bunch of shit, and he goes, Hugo, do you know how many people I've DQ'd in the last 2 years? And I say, no, I'm thinking some high number. He's like, 0. Because they all know now that they can't show up to my tournament slate. Right? I'm like, oh, I love this guy. Like, I fucking hate him. He's an asshole, but I love him.
You mean Juggle Guy?
Right, yeah, Juggle
He
Guy.
will DQ your ass.
He will DQ you.
He will.
And,
Blur,
I-
tell Juggle Guy. Everybody tweet Juggle Guy. Let him know that there needs to be a set,
No.
a rule.
It's the wizard
Juggle
rule.
Guy will do it.
And we
I
can
know he
call
will
it.
do it.
We can call it the wizard rule. Back in the day,
just call it. Yeah, you
in
name rules
NorCal,
after...
in NorCal there was I think it was called the Dewan Stupid rule.
which was... Oh, you
Which
can't show
was-
up late to a tournament.
You show up late, you pay extra.
Yes.
You pay like double
That's a
venue
great
fee or
rule.
something.
Because
Do you know what my rule was?
Late, right?
What was your rule?
I had a rule. I don't remember if I ran a tournament, but I know that I either lobbied for or instated a rule.
Okay.
Okay.
It was around Dewan. Dewan, notoriously at the time, he's a reformed man. Please do not
Oh, is
hold
he?
my words against him.
Okay.
What is
Oh,
this
yeah, he
for?
shows up
For
late.
I'm
lateness?
not intending to shoot any shots or heavy
Show
artillery.
up on time. What are you talking about?
It had to do with money.
Okay. Oh,
He would borrow money to enter the tournament. He would win the tournament,
Yes, I remember.
and he would never pay anybody back.
Oh, I
My
remember
rule
that part.
was that I will not pay you out unless all of your debts are settled. I will
Wow.
keep the money, or I will pay out your debtors,
Damn. Well,
unless you're free of debt.
Dewan's in a much better financial situation.
He's
now.
doing just fine.
He's doing a great.
Point
he's got a
being-
great job.
All it takes is one TO to make a rule,
yeah.
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 and it can
All
change.
it takes is one
it can
TO
change
to step up.
communities.
And you know what? Gommel was a perfect tournament, except for one instance where I was waiting on stage for fucking 30 minutes. They literally had me on deck, and I was on deck for like 15.
Yeah.
And then the set starts, and I'm sitting there for 30, and Wizrobe is not there. I have Wizrobe first round. And then the TOs, the stream runners, start saying, "Well, we could get West Balls versus Armada next or whoever," and I said, "No, I'm here right now,
Yeah.
and he needs to be
Where
here
was
right
he?
now, otherwise he's DQ'd."
Yeah, that's
so
the
you guys
rule.
need to fucking get him
That's
here,
legit the rule.
or he's DQ'd. Don't just put on West Balls and then put me on later or whatever.
Right.
I'm ready right now, like you guys told me to be.
Oh, this is funny.
DQ him,
You remember Mages DQ?
and I didn't.
Do you
want-
remember who the Mages are?
Yeah, from the East Coast, Black Mage, Omega White Mage. Yeah.
Mages DQ, I actually know the Mages.
So what happened? They just DQ people. like
Nobody
crazy?
ever uses Mages DQ.
What's
What's
DQ?
Mage's DQ?
2 minutes, you lose one game.
Oh, that's rough.
Wait, 2 minutes is I think is a warning, but if it happens twice, then you lose a game.
Okay.
4 minutes, you lose a game. 6 minutes, you lose a set.
Wow.
Okay.
Mages
Fair.
DQ.
Pretty good.
And
What
and
tournaments
as
did
a
they run?
player,
Viva la Smashticalism.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
I don't know what else. I got
Yeah.
13th in that tournament. Thank you.
the
Who'd you lose to?
I lost to Chillin' Dude 829,
Okay.
and who did I lose to in winners? Someone real good, like KDJ or some
Okay.
shit like that.
Okay.
yeah, not your fault. But here's the thing, though. As a player, I can't
How'd
be
you
the
do?
guy to say DQ Wizrobe
No, it
because then it
sucks.
seems self-serving.
It does.
Yeah.
It seems
Conflict of
self-serving.
interest. Conflict
It
of
does.
interest.
And I don't want to do that. But at this point, he had already done it to Lucky. He had done it to other players.
He ices
And
you
then,
out.
and then when these
No,
TOs
he
are
ices
like
you out.
when these TOs are like, yeah, we're gonna do this other matchup. It's like, fuck you. I've been warming up for Falcon for a while. Put him on the fucking stream.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he needs to play me right now. Or
No,
he's DQ'd.
this is
Quit
still a thing.
doing
CEO this year. I'm quite sure. I believe it was Laudanis versus Wizrobe, and Laudanis was looking for Wizrobe, and he finds him, and Wizrobe says, "Hang on," and Wizrobe sits down and plays a best of 5 set with Gravy to warm up because he says, "I'm not warmed up yet," and Sam's standing there in like disbelief, like, "You're right here. We need to play."
He's like literally
You
the
can't
perfect person for
play
this
a
to happen
set with Gravy.
to. Oh my god.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And it's just like, do we try to get him DQ? Like, what do we do at this point? He's sitting here, he's playing Gravy at this
Got it. So
best of 5.
It shouldn't be on the players. The TOs have to fucking
TOs
handle
have to
it.
step up.
And hopefully it starts with Big House.
Yes.
Either he gets his shit together and he shows up on time
Yeah.
for Big House, or Rob sets the example and the other TOs do it. Otherwise, I'm going to yell at the TOs. You're
You
no
should.
fucking Rob.
You should.
Why are you running a tournament? You're not Juggle Guy. Get the fuck out of here.
and you
DQ
should
him
tweet
right
it,
now.
and I will
Yeah.
retweet it.
Yes, and I will tweet
Every
that, yes.
time.
I will tag the TO. Right.
Yeah.
Good.
I will do it. Blur, you're no Fendrick Lamar.
You're no,
You're no
Fendi.
Fendrick Lamar.
you're no Frederick Lamar.
You're no Juggle Guy. DQ Wizrobe right
We
now.
had both of them in the chat right there.
Yeah, I
We
know.
definitely do.
They saw it.
Robin Hart is the man to make him cry, correct?
No,
but
he
we
is-
like Wizrobe, right?
We do.
No, yeah.
We
See,
do.
here's the thing
I don't
about
like him when I'm waiting
Here's
for him
the
on the
thing.
set.
Back to
But-
Toph's original point
Yeah.
about Gravy and how I talk about Gravy all the time.
Yeah.
My new obsession with Gravy is that I was mentioned in a Gravy-related thread saying that I really dislike Scar because Scar said Shadow Falcon and therefore everybody hated Gravy, and he made this video about how people hate him.
What is
See,
sorry, what
and-
is
and
Shadow Falcon?
Gay Harambe,
Is that his tag?
a marvelous Twitch user who clearly just wants to add important issues to the current discourse, says Stop Wizzy is still just a kid. And I just want to call out the fact that there exists social media. We have microphones. Not everyone knows everything about us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you did, you would understand that this has no personal offense against Wizrobe.
No.
This has to do with tournament etiquette.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've been going to
it's
tournaments
not
for years and
personal.
years, and everyone follows the protocol. It's not spoken, it's just
Yeah.
understood. And one man, Wizrobe, has decided to break that protocol, and we're just speaking about how it's impacting our experience
Yeah.
of tournaments.
We
It is.
don't-
We're not picking on
And not
Wizrobe.
only
It's
ours,
not
but
personal.
the viewers.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying,
Yes.
I didn't go to Gobble, but I can tell you who was sitting there with his Subway sandwich, annoyed that the match wasn't starting.
Which was...
Me.
Oh, really?
Is
Oh,
it
because you were
Pat-
trying to watch.
Because I was trying to watch the fucking match. And I'm just like, what the shit is this?
Yes.
I'm sitting here, and, the commentators are stalling, and it's all great. Look, I know what's going on.
You know what?
I've been around the block. I know what that means.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
The effects of that were actually represented in the match. First match, he absolutely 3-stocked me, and you could see the utter frustration on my face. on how warmed up I used to be 45 minutes ago.
You're so mad.
I was so angry. And then the last one was like last stock, and I was at 72% ranked double knee. And I was angry. I'm like, you're a motherfucker. Like, I was ready.
Falcon's
Let's
so
go.
dumb, dude.
Let's go. And no.
I think Falcon beats Marth as a newfound Marth player.
Oh, God.
Really?
All right, this is my cue to go to the restroom while you
Falcon
talk
beats
about
Marth,
your
dude.
Marth.
I kind of.
Well, I need you for one more second.
Okay.
And all I wanted to say is that the game has changed because
Yes.
we're just talking about something that if it were
I'm
amongst
gonna be
other
first.
players,
You motherfucker.
I actually
go ahead.
really just wanted to talk to you, Hugo.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I really do think that things have changed.
They've changed completely where
And-
you have to battle with your
Gay
mindset.
Harambe, a good
Right. You have to battle with people like Gay
Good person.
Harambe who
in the chat.
may or may not tweet at you.
May or may not. Yeah, you never know.
And
And Gravy, did you watch the video that he had where he said
I didn't see it, but I heard
So
of
let me
it.
give you some of the cliff notes, especially the one that troubled me. You ready for the one that disturbed me?
Okay.
His conclusion from all this, so he took a step away from the game.
Okay.
And he said that, he found in a subtle way, and this resonates with me, his priorities changed over time.
Okay.
He started just wanting to be the best Falcon. That's all that he wanted. It was pure and simple.
Okay.
And then it became, I want people to cheer for me. I want people to like me. I care about what Twitter says after I play a game on stream.
That's
And I
what it
think that
changed to.
happens to all of us.
Wait, he said this on his video. Okay.
And his conclusion from this is the part that makes me upset, is that he wants to continue going to tournaments, but he does not want to be social anymore. He doesn't want to hang out with people. He doesn't want to talk to people.
Okay.
Because that has hurt his experience in the game. That makes me sad.
And it's real. And
And it's real. And that's
It's very
all I
real.
wanted to hear.
because there's a lot of people online in the chat and on Twitter who will just be like, just ignore it. And
Doesn't work.
neither of them have ever been a top player.
It does not
They've
work.
never been a top player.
Yeah.
So they don't understand.
They don't.
Where it's like, and you know what? We also don't understand like the extreme level, right? We're not Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
We're not Kanye
yes,
West.
We're not at that level.
So
for
I
sure.
don't really understand
we have
what
thousands of people
Yes. Yeah.
telling you that you're a fraud.
Yeah, they have millions
Millions.
telling them all kinds of fucked up shit, right? And we don't have to deal with that yet. But you know what? We understand it at least better than the Twitter eggs and the anime default pictures. And I feel that
They've taken great issue with you saying that, by the way.
which
I've
part?
caught wind of this, especially the anime profile pictures.
Oh yeah, no, they don't like it when
They
I
are
call out the
not
anime.
pleased.
You know what? Anime pictures are totally okay as long as they're not talking shit to a pro player.
I
That's
see.
where I have the problem, right? When an anime picture is talking shit, and saying like whatever
Yeah.
they're saying,
Yeah.
then I'm like, oh, typical anime picture, block. Right?
But if they have gay
anime-
Harambe level...
Yeah, but if they're
comments.
called gay Harambe, then it's all good. Then I only expect the best out of
Yeah.
gay Harambe.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I want to continue that topic, but I need
And
to
I'm
go
going to
back.
catch Toph up
Yeah,
while you're going.
Yeah, I don't know what I missed. I will say, look, I had an anime picture when I had like 10,000 followers.
What was
so
it?
It was Kong Wenge from Ping Pong.
Oh, but
which
that
is
was
different,
so
right?
sick.
That's different, right? That's so sick.
That was different.
That's so sick. You know what? It's that.
No, I've looked at that picture many a time.
I was talking to Austin's teammate Aiden.
Yeah, I do.
And Aiden was saying, like, so he's, like, apparently, like, a competitive ping pong player. Like, he's very good at that game. And he
No
was
way.
saying he watched the first episode of ping pong. And he was like, you know what the crazy thing is? You can actually, like, that shit where they're on the roof and they're like, oh, yeah,
They're
there's an
listening.
attacker in the chopper. He's like,
What makes it too
he's
hard
like,
to
you
hear?
can actually do that. Like, you can actually, he's like, you can actually tell, like, first of all, you can tell it's an attacker on a chopper based on the cadence of the shots. And he's like, you can actually tell based on how the ball sounds on impact.
Dude, Aiden.
And he was like, that shit spoke to me. And I was like, oh, that's super
It spoke to
cool.
me, not even knowing that.
Not even knowing that, right? I was like, oh, shit, that's really cool.
Can we
dude.
tell anything about Melee from the controller clicks? No. Can't tell a goddamn
It's
thing.
too, yeah,
There's
too
too
much.
many inputs.
Too many inputs. Too clacky. But there is that video that Stab made. I've actually used it before. It's 3 hours of recorded high def controller sounds.
To fall asleep.
Yeah,
like
or
white
to
noise.
study to or whatever. It's so soothing, dude. It's
I
actually
think
so
to
soothing.
study to or basically like just to do work, that sounds really good.
It is.
What I had said to Hugo, and he's going to come back and I'm going to use the restroom, so you guys can
Yeah.
discuss this, goes to your point about Gravy, where
Okay.
I talk about Gravy. The point that I'm trying to make is, because you saw his video about, like, Gravy speaks out,
Yeah, yeah.
and it had to do with social media and how it impacted his experience at Melee tournaments.
Right.
Where he started just wanting to be the best Falcon. That's all he cared about.
Right.
And then over time, it had to do with the way that other people saw him.
Right.
It was more about that than the way that he wanted to play. And I was saying to Hugo how it upsets me or it hurts me deep in my heart that his conclusion is that he doesn't really want to hang out with people anymore. He doesn't want to be social in that way. And I think what he's really saying is I don't want to get hurt like that anymore, right? I just want to care about the way that I play, and I'm just going to ignore social media. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Where I wish that, I guess, the reason I like to bring this up is because, especially for Hugo, especially for me, I think for you as well,
Of course.
there was a period of time where all we had was Smashboards, and there were few enough people that you didn't really have to feel terrible if people were talking shit.
No.
But now with Twitter and with the number of people who want to watch Melee,
so many voices.
it gets super hurt.
Yeah.
It sucks when the people have a bone to pick with you.
Yes.
And it's very difficult to engage with that in a positive way. It's difficult to understand, like, why am I doing what I'm doing?
No, it's hard. It's so
Why do I
easy.
wanna be a good
People
Falcon?
always talk about how it's like, you know, oh, you just have to not care about what people say. But the reality is the way people are,
Hugo's
the way
on.
people have. Oh, can you open mine as well? Actually.
I think he's getting yours because mine's not.
Oh, sick. The way, the way people are, the way humans evolved, we're social creatures. That's a phrase you hear
Yes.
time and time again. Humans are social creatures, and it's impossible to not care about what other people say about you. So,
Dude, do you want me to get super deep?
Yeah.
I need you to have your headphone on for me to get that deep, though. I'm actually about to get deep to another level. I honestly don't know if you're ready for it.
Hugo didn't have his mic on for this, but he
Do you
just
guys know that I'm a very...
He's about to get balls deep.
Yes. I would say that I'm a very introspective person.
You are.
I like to get philosophical.
Yes.
I'm serious. Too serious, I think. I wish I was less serious about things.
Okay.
I think... just like Blur and Honest Blur,
Uh-huh.
this is going to be everyone in the stream and all the VOD viewers, the millions of people watching this right now, just beat me in tournament. You're about to get the Honest Blur version of Scar.
Okay.
I believe deep down in my heart that a lot of people in this world feel lonely.
Yeah.
And I believe that Melee is a place where we come together almost in service of or in recognition of something that's bigger than every single one of us. And I think that it's beautiful, and I think that that's why we're here on Twitch.
Oh my god.
That's my honest opinion about why people are here right now. Toph has his phone right out, and I think that the reason
he's
is
not lonely.
he can't deal with it right now
Yeah,
because
he can't deal
he
with
feels
No, I'm looking
his,
up. I had
his
to
own
look up the name. I had to
loneliness.
look up the name of the song. The band The Police. One of my favorite classic rock bands.
I feel lonely all the time.
And
I
they had a song,
tell everybody.
"Message in a Bottle."
Message
Where they
in a bottle. But here,
what's
with Spencer, with Toph,
Yep.
with Hugo, I feel at home. With the people,
with the people,
the
you feel
viewers.
at home. So you're saying that this?
Did wife say this? Alright, Q.
Are you saying that this is a way for us to cope with our inherent loneliness?
No,
Not to cope.
It's just a way to find like-minded
cope.
People
It's
that are
more
lonely?
than that. I don't
No.
think it's an escape from the loneliness. I think it's a real answer.
It's that everyone's lonely. It's that everyone's lonely.
Okay.
But Melee is a way for us to find.
Gay Harambe is not lonely.
No, that dude's chilling. He is big
He's
chilling.
drowning in
Leave
friends
Wizzy
and
alone.
women.
He is 18. I hear you. And you've become part of something bigger than yourself.
Can we mod that guy?
Sophie might have an issue with that. But my point is that I feel terrible for Gravy because he was pushed out by the very thing that gave him purpose.
Okay.
That's why I feel bad. And
Yeah.
I wanted to have this discussion about what it's like to be someone who's known in the era
Actually,
of social media.
you know-
because Toph, you've dealt with this. I know you've dealt with this.
Of course.
Hugo, I don't know how you've dealt with this. I've dealt with this. Me and you have actually gone at it in 2009 on Smashboards.
Yes.
Where I had my boys saying, you know what? Fuck you, Hugo. And you had your boys...
Betting against me. Kira literally bet against
Kira,
me.
who else?
go
Wait. Koryu,
Yeah.
And there was one other dude who's actually super cool who hated me back in the day.
Oh, fuck Koryu.
From SoCal.
Fucking hate that guy.
He plays Street Fighter.
He's a Street Fighter player now.
I think it's so funny. Dude, that was the freest $50 I've ever earned in my life.
Funny, that's that guy.
So Genesis, he called me out from the day that the Genesis tournament thread opened till I got sixth at the tournament.
Okay. Right, that's what happens
And
when you're
after
tired.
the tournament was over, I got my money. I got my tournament winnings. Koryu was like, no, dude, we need to play our money match. I'm going to beat your ass.
In Melee?
Literally,
3
after-
quick games.
after
Got
you won your
fucked up.
money.
He handed me 40 more. I was like, all right, I'm out.
That's almost 5th place money. You know what I'm saying? If you add 40 to your 6th place money, that's 5th place money.
Oh! That was a good noise.
Bobak.
But
I actually hate Bobak. Only for this reason.
'Cause-
I love him for everything else he's ever done in life.
what do you
Why
fuck
did
up
he have... Yeah, he messed up, dude. It's like sacrilege.
to give you 6th? All right.
It's not
wait,
even a real
who
thing.
are we
Anyway,
talk-
point being, I beat Koryu's ass.
Yeah.
Your boys were in the thread talking shit on me. My boys were in the thread talking shit on you.
I hate
You were
Koryu.
saying that you were going to beat me. You did beat me.
Yes. And I
Point
was
being,
you don't
social
understand how
media-
offended I was. I'm literally in an area.
Yeah.
SoCal is my region. For the entirety of between Ken and Mango up until like 2010, 11, I was literally either second, first, or second. And at one point, considered the best on the West Coast.
You were the first?
Huh?
You were first?
Because between Mango and Ken, like I was never officially ranked there.
Sure.
But there was a point before where Ken was kind of retired and Mango was kind of not in prominence
Basically,
yet.
you were the best besides the
One of-
world-class, God
besides
player.
two of the best players of all
Yeah.
time at those points
Yes.
in time.
Yeah, that's...
And that's kind of what it was. And in 2009, you come around saying you're going to beat me, and
'Cause-
people in my own region are betting against me, and I was so shocked. I'm like, I've literally
Get wrecked.
beaten all your asses like nonstop.
But they believed.
And they believed in you. And
They
Kira's
believed.
words were, because Scar beats me worse than
I
Hugo
beat him
does.
so bad, dude.
Yeah, so I feel like
I
Hugo
remember
would lose.
I didn't money match Kira.
Kira's
He wanted
ass.
to money match me, and I was like, man, you just want to play friendlies? Because I knew I would fuck him up. I beat Kira so bad.
You fucked him up.
He did
right?
not know that Falcon could fuck Sheik up that bad. He didn't know. He thought he was going into a matchup like, you know, you go and you play against, like, I don't know, a Sheik or whatever.
Yeah.
Sheik a really good matchup or what?
Against...
Samus.
No.
Who do you feel like you
Sheik,
fuck up?
Sheik definitely wins.
Who do you beat? Of the top
Characters?
tiers? Nobody, right? 'Cause
Oh,
Samus
probably-
sucks.
Fox Falco.
Yeah, you go play against a
Ice
Fox.
Climbers. Yeah.
And this fool's going 20xx on you. He's doing some crazy. And you're like, oh my god, I didn't
Yeah.
even know that the character could do this.
Okay.
That was me versus Kira.
That's just the
Okay.
story of you and Kaleni, right?
The what? What?
Just... You fight some fox. It's Kaleni, and he just...
What do you mean?
I don't mean that.
Did
no,
Kaleni
I
fuck
don't
you up?
about it.
No, Kalindi fucks me up because he really, really knows the matchup. But, I mean, fucked me up is a strong
but
word.
that's what
'cause
I
I've
thought
beaten
I
him
would
too.
do to you
Okay.
because of my
Yeah.
experience with Chibo Senpai.
The Samus from
I'm
the East
being
Coast?
serious.
Yeah, he's the class tournaments.
And
Chibo,
my best
Samus.
friend at the time, he went by Chocobo, and then he went
Yeah.
by Hawk. I don't know. He
Hawk?
went by a bunch of different tags.
Who's this?
Okay.
Samus
so,
player.
Sure.
So Hawk,
And
Chibo
I was
Senpai,
like, exactly.
Hugs.
Well, here was my
Same.
conclusion. No. My conclusion was the character of Samus is so bad that it doesn't matter how much skill Hugs has. I'm going to beat him no matter what.
Right.
Sure.
And if I did not choke game 2, I would have beaten your ass because I was up by a ton,
Yeah,
and you
a
know it
pound.
because you watched it
A
recently.
pound.
And I SD'd, and from that moment, everything turned around because you were freaking out. I already cracked the egg, and after I SD'd, you were like, "Oh no, you know what? I can win this game." And then from then on, it was lights out.
Other sets, yeah.
It was lights out.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. From that moment on, it was done.
Yeah.
But if I didn't SD, I would have won 2-0, and this relationship would be different right now.
Right.
You probably would have quit the game.
You guys.
No, I wouldn't have.
Hugo would have
I'm not
taken a
quitter.
hiatus.
I'm not like wife who quits the game after he loses to Ken. I'm still.
What
in here.
if me beating you would have made you come back stronger?
There's
Might
a...
have.
I
It
think-
might have.
I think the biggest what if in all of Melee, by the way, we touched on it earlier, Sure. I only need Hugo for this.
Okay.
Sometimes
So-
you only need Hugo.
We talked about earlier how Chillin' Dude wrote the diss track. Leffen. Leffen diss
About
track.
Leffen? Yeah.
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 Only one
of the
diss track.
greatest tracks of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the most prominent rappers of our time.
Yeah. One of the greatest. of
Wrote
our
the diss
generation.
track, lost to him 5-0, and then said my B.
Yes.
Can you imagine how different the world would be if he actually
won?
won that money match? Can you imagine the difference in meaning the diss track would have? Leffen would be playing people on stream, and people would just start yelling like lines. Like the diss track would have been the victory anthem.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that world? I wish
Now-
we lived. I wish we lived in that.
Now
fucking
it's
world.
the anthem when we're drunk
Now
at
it's a
bars,
joke, yeah.
at Twitch parties.
Can you imagine
And
if we
Chillin'
lived in a
sings
world?
along, right?
Right.
He was singing it during beer pong.
I want to live in a world
Yeah.
where Chillin' won. Because that universe exists. Via
honestly-
quantum theory, that universe exists.
I like both worlds. I'm totally okay with both
yeah,
worlds.
sure.
Because I'm literally playing beer pong with Chillin' Dude at the party after
Shine,
Shine,
or whatever, yeah.
and someone requests the song, and the DJ actually plays it, and then Chillin' starts rapping it,
Oh my god.
and everyone raps it with him while we're playing beer pong.
Hey, I think that
And it's great.
I think that could still happen if he won. That's
If he won,
I think so.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think so.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true,
it
true,
would
true.
just be the fuck Leffen song.
true.
Oh, I wish Chillin' won that shit, dude. I just want.
I was actually counting on Leffen, or sorry, I felt like Leffen would win.
Yeah.
But I thought Chillin' had a pretty good chance, or somewhat
Really?
of a chance.
I thought Chillin' was done. I thought from the beginning I was like, because Leffen was already like top 5, top 6 in the world at this point, right? I was already like, I don't know. I was already like, it's gonna be hard, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to plant that seed. Chillin' and Leffen haven't played in a tournament set since that money
You know
match.
how hype that's going to be?
If they play, and if it's
be
actually
so
close,
Oh, it's going to be so hype.
I hope Chillin's
All he's got to do is win.
if he wins,
He just wins one set.
No, if he wins a set, the history's changed forever.
It's just all goes back.
History's
the other
changed
way.
forever. No, yeah, PS Leffen, I ain't done yet.
Yeah, he
I
wasn't.
ain't done yet.
Yeah, he wasn't done in the first set.
No,
Not yet. And here he is.
I'm waiting for that,
Ooh,
dude.
that'd
It's
be
gonna
so
be so sick.
I can't wait. Dude, Chillin' is one of my favorite people.
love
He's the
Chillin'.
homie.
Chillin's actually such a cool guy, dude. It's so
He's a
funny. Because, like, I had this... I'll be honest, I kind of had a shaky impression of him. Because everything I knew about MDVA and their top players is, like,
Shake
big grimers. Big
Yep.
grimers.
Yup.
Turns out it's mostly
Yes. Mm-hmm. mm-hmm. Go on.
Chew. Sure, you can... I remember there was a moment in the CEO pool party last year where Chudat and Chillin... This is you, actually.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you remember this. I remember this. Chudat and Chillin walked by, and you said to them, like, "So what's the scheme this time, gentlemen? what's the plot?"
And then, yeah, Chillin' just laughed because he knew what I was talking about.
He knew, dude.
And it was a joke because at that point in time, they had no chance of making any money at this tournament.
No.
So that was the joke. I was like, so how are you guys plotting to make money this time, guys? Like, what's the
Chillin'
scheme?
knew. Chillin'
Yeah.
knew. Chillin' knew.
And, like, it's not like he's like, well, Chudat's going to beat, like, Armada and Chillin's going to beat Leffen
No,
and they're just
no,
going to
it
make...
doesn't work that way.
And then they're going to split the pot.
Have I told you? I
I don't know what I
I've
just
told-
dropped in on.
I've told
Those
this
guys are
story.
schemers, dude.
We're back talking. Yeah, yes.
Those guys, I've heard tales from YouTube King of like forbidden schemes.
Tales of Yore, yeah.
I've told this
For the
very
almighty
short
dollar.
story on stream before. The only time I don't think I've told you the only time I've ever exchanged words with Chudat. I've actually only touched Chudat once ever. And he came up to me. It was the same CEO. He came up to me. He said, "Hey, Toph," and I was actually surprised he knew who I was. Honest to God, it blew my mind. I was
Oh,
like,
it's
oh my God.
surprising, yeah.
Yeah, Chudat knows who I am. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's, "Hey, Toph," and he goes, "Hey, man. Hey, just wanted you to know. Hey, so you can use my Uber code, and you'll save $20 on an Uber." And I said, "Cool, dude."
If
And
only,
he's like, "All right, nice to meet you, man." And he walks off, and I'm just like, "That really just happened."
if only he was there when Hugo asked what the scheme was. He would
He
have
was,
given
homie.
Hugo
He
the
was.
Uber referral code, dude.
Referral code, dude.
He'd have been like, "Well, I'm glad I
That's
can't."
how MDVA makes money in
He
2000.
introduced
I
himself with
thought
Uber
you'd
code,
never
dude.
asked. I thought you never asked because if you download the Uber app right now and type in Chudat7752,
It works.
you could save a ton of money on your next ride.
Dude, he walked up, and I was looking at him like, that really just happened.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's how he introduces himself.
You've heard about his lotion commercial, right? Have you seen it?
God.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? No? So
I haven't seen this.
I just saw a video on Twitter, like he tweeted something out, and then it just starts off like check out this new like lotion, and then I click the video on Twitter. It goes, "Hey guys, it's Chew Dad here, and I just wanted to take a second to talk to you about this new moisturizing lotion that I got." And then he just like grabs it from the bed, and I had to turn it off because like I couldn't handle it anymore. And I'm just wondering like what brands are looking at Smasher and like, yo, hold on, this guy, he could.
I need him right
he could
now.
Sell our shit. This if this
None
guy,
of them are watching my show.
No, they're not.
No,
You could sell some lotion.
Hey, we could sell some fucking lotion.
I want
I use lotion all the time. Everyone in my circles
I've
know
never used lotion.
that Hugs
You could
has
probably
lotion.
sell it to me because I've never used it and I'm interested.
You've
to be
never
honest,
used lotion, period?
Never.
Why? How? Why?
Why would I?
He's mostly lived in very temperate climates, so
Okay.
don't need it as
No, but after you shower, your face is like dry and shit, right? No?
No, Italian American.
Okay.
The grease comes
Grease
out
thing, loops.
instantly.
loops.
Okay,
Dude,
okay.
I like.
Hispanics don't have that
I
issue.
use super high. Like pull all of the moisture out of your body
Okay.
stuff, and it leaves my face super dry. And then 10 seconds later, it's like,
And then just
yeah. So I'm chilling.
So I wanted to go back to what you were talking about earlier, where you said handling social media.
It's hard.
in the current metagame.
Do you mind?
Yes,
You know, top
I
me
got
off,
you,
be a
sir.
pal.
I got you.
It's a quote from something. I forget what it's from though.
Top me off or something.
Top me off. Be a pal.
I don't know, but
Blur,
Someone
why
in
would you
chat
say
will
that?
so
No.
when you're talking about handling the current meta,
I think that it's
are
difficult.
you talking
and I
about
think
strictly in tournament? Because there are two versions of this. There's handling it in tournaments, and there's handling it IRL, where people could set you off just regular everyday life, not in a tournament setting.
You know what? Let me take a step
Do you
back.
get bad DMs?
no,
Do you get stupid DMs?
no.
So I get a lot of them.
I got it.
That's interesting. I don't get any DMs.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I got a dick pic once.
You got a dick pic
I got
once.
a dick pic.
Straight up dick pic.
I know how that feels now.
Am I
really
unapproachable?
Feels bad.
Am I
Yeah,
unapproachable?
you might be, because I get bad DMs.
I would love to know from the chat if Bobby Scar
Congrats, by the way.
seems to be. Yeah, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah, nice, dude. I haven't gotten one.
Do I come off as a person that you can't reach out to? Maybe that's true.
No, yeah. I would say that you do. I always
Yeah.
reach out to Toph for everything Scar and Toph show
He
related.
does.
That's probably no. I think that's because he gets things done and I don't. I have to
No,
assume.
that's not what I know. No one out there thinks that you don't get shit done. They just think you're not
Well,
the
they
guy that
think you
can
got
be
better
reached
shit
out
to do,
Yeah.
right?
I see. Well, anyway,
You might get dick pics after
I
this.
wanted to take a big step back. The discussion that I really wanted to have was, I think a lot of the people who are watching, and I want to put this in a nice way, right?
Okay.
Perhaps most of the people watching don't have. How about aren't like playing in tournament a ton, don't have a lot of Reddit threads made about them, blah blah blah, right? Aren't kind of like part of the zeitgeist of the community. But a lot of the players do, right? Players in general, as soon as you make any kind of wave, like a lot of people are talking about you.
Yeah.
And that's not the way things used to be, I think. And I think the point that I want to make is that Melee back in the day, even if you were good, you didn't have to deal with the stuff that people need to deal with today.
Right.
And what is this new era of Melee like? That's kind of what I wanted to bring up, because I don't think that it's fully appreciated how difficult it is to have even one person tell you that you suck.
Yeah.
It's really hard to have even one person tell you that you
One
suck.
person.
Yeah.
You can hear 20 compliments and one insult.
Because
and
you're-
the insult will stick with you.
Because
I
you
agree
already-
with that
Because
as-
you already think it. As a top player, when you
just-
lose, you're already thinking it
Yep.
about yourself.
Yep.
So when someone else tells you, then
No,
then it
the
kinda hits you,
worst, the
right?
worst insults are the ones where you feel like they're onto something.
Yeah.
I remember
Yes, because I tell the story of how I lost my groove.
there was
And it's
there
that.
was there was this one post that a certain individual made named
Ah.
Neighborhood P, where he said something to me that I kind of had
No
an inkling that he was
way.
right, and it seriously damaged me.
You're joking. Because that's
No.
the story I tell every single time, right?
Oh yeah.
Neighborhood P ruined my career.
Oh yeah.
He said
this
all
wasn't
Scar
mentioned.
does is throw out moves. He has no understanding of neutral
for
game.
for me, it was deeper than that because for me, it was more of a personality thing. And he said I was a shitty person in a specific way, and I read it. And okay, looking back with what I know now, I know it was the thing where like when you take horoscopes, you're like, yeah, that is me because you map the things it says to you. But so I did that with this post, and I was like, he's right. And it really wounded me for a while because I was like he's onto something,
Yes.
And anyway, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. And now there are back then it was just Smashboards. Now there's so many people that will say shit about you on Reddit, on Twitter, whatever,
nonstop. Yeah. And
call you old.
Call me old. Right.
You're a young man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wake up to sometimes some DMs are so dumb that they annoy
Your
the hell
DMs
out
are
of
still
me.
open?
Apparently,
They're
I have
still
them
open,
closed. Should I open them?
I opened them for 40 minutes
I open
once.
them because I'd like to think that 60% are good,
Okay.
40% are whack, stupid, whatever.
Okay.
I have not gotten a dick pic yet.
My mistake.
I don't want one?
My mistake was I opened my DMs and I tweeted my DMs
Send
are
me
open.
dick pics?
No,
Oh, no,
I
okay.
just
No,
tweeted
you
my
didn't
DMs
tweet
are open.
that. Okay.
But I let people know my DMs are open.
Uh-huh.
And I think that knowledge that they were previously closed, but they just opened up, I think people freaked out. And they were just like, I need to get him some weird... I need to send him
right
some
now.
weird shit now. Because this is my chance. And I closed him 40 minutes later, so...
After the dick pic?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, that's okay. That's why...
That's what it feels like.
That's how that feels. Okay. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
What was this?
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of shit. The way that Gravy dealt with it, though, I feel that part of the way that you should deal with social media is you need to separate yourself from getting an ego, period. So that
It's hard, though.
It's hard, and part of that includes... So, have you heard about how back in the day, Ken would only watch the matches that he would win? Like, he would actually watch himself win all the time. And that's part of something that you shouldn't do anymore. You could watch to, learn some things here and there, but if you had a great tournament, nowadays I don't watch it, period. Like, if I have a good tournament, I don't watch it. I beat someone's ass, I don't watch it. Because it's not going to do anything for me other than think really highly of myself, right?
Is Hungrybox actually Hungrybox? We got no badges in the chat. I can't believe it's actually Hungrybox.
I think he owns it.
Isn't he I am Hungrybox?
Oh,
Is that Reddit?
huh.
What's up, HBox?
I don't know, it might be.
Welcome to the show, man.
I've never seen Hungrybox.
Hungrybox's DMs are closed. My DMs have, I think, always been closed.
Mine are
Why can't you watch the matches you win anymore?
because you start
Because of the comments?
No.
You read Daigo's
No, I
book?
definitely already stopped reading.
You know,
comments.
you know what Daigo says.
What does he say?
Daigo's all about... I don't have a specific quote, but Daigo's whole philosophy is like, when you win, that's a stepping stone. When you lose, it's a stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Zen all the time.
Yeah, Zen
when you lose,
24/7.
be thankful because your opponent just exposed something and you get to learn from.
Okay.
Easier to grow when you lose, so you should be thankful. That's Daigo's whole thing. That's crazy. So that's why he doesn't know pop-offs. No salt, no nothing. Sets over, unplug, walk away. So I have to imagine
That's hard.
Super hard.
That's so hard.
Super hard. And he said, I have one quote. Daigo says the truest loss is when you make an excuse. When you make excuses, that's the only time you
Dude, Daigo,
actually
I
lose.
swear to God, is a fucking
I
genius.
swear to God, Daigo, he's on some other shit. He's on some other shit that none of us are on.
Yeah, no, it's
sure.
really true. It's really true.
I can't do any of that. Jesus Christ.
No, he's a genius. Wait, what are you looking? Oh,
Don't worry about it, dude.
No!
Hugo, you don't want to see this.
You don't want to see this.
I don't want to
You're
see
the
it.
last person in the world who should see this.
Hugo can't see that. I'll tell you, I don't even know if you want it. You'll get mad.
He doesn't want to see it. Anyway, yeah, it's tough, man. And Daigo is definitely a genius. And
Hold on, wait.
I looked
What
at
is that?
Daigo.
It's an entity that earlier in the stream you sarcastically said you liked.
Sarcastically?
Sarcastically.
Did you get a dick pic? Daigo got a dick pic? Is that what I'm seeing in the chat?
Sure.
Or Hungrybox got a dick pic? I believe both.
I believe all of those.
I haven't gotten any dick pics.
Good.
But
Keep it
I get a
going.
lot of shitty messages.
Welcome to the club, man.
Yeah. So it's hard to deal with, for sure. But
How do you deal with it? Not only being a top player, not only being a man who can control memes, but also
being
a man who streams.
being a young, up and coming,
Seriously.
top player
who
who hasn't been around for that long,
How do you deal with it, Hugo?
who has all the spotlight on him.
I honestly feel I get more shit than a lot of people do.
You probably do.
A disproportionate amount of shit.
I think you invited. I have to be honest.
I disagree.
Tell me.
First of all, invite is a strong word. Invite is a strong word because I don't want it.
You don't want it.
Right. My actions
Invite
are those.
is not necessarily.
Soup now.
Invite doesn't imply, encourage, right? It's not encourage, but, and I think that the very fact that you disagree with that is fuel for the fire. But I do want to hear your reasoning, because I do think that you unfairly get
I get a lot of
attacked
shit.
and a lot of shit.
I feel because
Sophie thinks everybody's drunk. We're all sober, hun.
Sober.
Yeah, I'm
Please
actually
come
pretty
here
sober.
and ask me to walk in a line.
Please breathalyze me.
I feel like it will be the straightest line to ever be walked
Yep.
by a human being.
Never.
My wife's got to come in my chat and bring the mood down.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Why?
Why?
Weird.
This is some husband-wife shit, dude. I can't say this to a girlfriend I'm dating, dude. I can't say anything like this.
She's
If
locked
my-
in, dude.
Yeah,
she's locked in. We got to get
yeah,
lawyers and stuff. You
if
think she's
I'm
going to
on
call a lawyer?
stream- If I'm on stream and a girlfriend like jumps in the chat, it's like, "Hey, Hugo."
Oh,
I'll
sorry,
be like, "What's
babe."
up?" And then she's like, "Oh, you're drunk." I would never be like, "Oh, she's just trying to bring me down," in front of
Right.
thousands of people or say shit like that. Because I would be in so much shit.
Right.
And
What's she going to do to me?
But what's she gonna do? Like,
She's actually going to do nothing. She'll say,
Yeah.
lol, when I get home.
yeah, she's not gonna do.
She's going to
anything.
ask me to walk in a straight line when I get home. And I'm going to trip over my feet, and we're going to have a problem.
It's hard,
Say, I'm
dude.
sorry, honey.
Yeah, exactly. So you're locked in.
Yeah.
I can never say that to a girlfriend.
Same.
But
She's also super cool. So I have the benefit of having a nice partner through life.
Good.
Yeah.
good.
It's good.
Could be worse.
I hope to meet her someday.
Yep.
Get along with her real well. So
What were we talking about?
I
I forget.
Not that we're drunk or anything.
No,
I feel like it was like kind of interesting.
it was. We
Oh.
were talking about the social media.
Oh, why I get targeted?
Why you get shit.
Yeah.
I feel because I've had the misperception of people thinking, like, people have told me you care too much what other people think, and there's a difference between caring too much about what people think
Yeah.
versus caring about the brand that you put out or the misconceptions about you.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yes.
if some people are genuinely confused about the type of person you are,
Yep.
I feel you should rectify that.
I agree.
And if they are just fucking around and they're calling me, like, I don't know, whatever they say, right? Whatever people say, then I don't care so much about that. I don't care, right? I could just block you. But if people are saying things that are actually just genuinely wrong, then I'll go out there and I'll say something about it.
Yeah.
And I feel that mentality has put me in a spot where people feel like they could trigger me very easily, and they try to.
They try to.
They definitely try to.
But would you say that relative to most people, it is easier or harder to trigger you?
Easy.
Specifically.
Easy. Well, trigger's a strong word, right?
It is a strong word.
I use that word a lot.
How about irritate? We'll bring it back to irritate because that's just
Irritate.
a generic word.
Easy.
It is easy to irritate Hugo.
Irritation is funny to me. I will use that to make jokes.
See, but I
and
agree
be
with you.
hilarious with that.
Yeah.
Right.
I like being irritated.
Yeah. No.
I'm
it's funny
irritated
to me.
most of my
I
life.
almost feel like people can sense that it's because I remember when we were at the summit, me and
Oh, yeah.
Scar were on commentary.
Yeah.
And we randomly decided, you know what? And Lovage was there. I think Lovage kind of started.
Yeah.
We were like, you know, we're going to start triggering Hugo.
irritating.
And I think we could kind of tell that you enjoyed it. And
No,
I think if we deep down knew you did not enjoy it to some degree, we wouldn't have done it. I think that's part of
Enjoy
What
it.
is
is
this
the
red
wrong word.
emote in the chat?
That is the hugs trigger.
Because you did a stream, then you did.
and what am I looking at? Is this you just on
I'm
fire?
angry with like a nuclear cloud behind me.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I'm triggered.
Okay.
We did this. I don't know. We did this thing where we were calling you old school and we were calling you ancient and all this stuff. And then you did your sort of counter stream where you were making fun of us, and we could tell, like, see, he eats the shit up. We're just giving him ammunition for his stream.
No, see, that's the Tafo. That's the Tafo. So let me explain to you what the
Okay,
Tafo
what's the
is,
Tafo?
okay?
Yeah.
I kind
I
of know
need to
that.
know.
I kind of know, though.
Tafo will cross a line sometimes, right? And Tafo is a friend. Okay, I know
Yeah.
I've shit on him a couple times.
As have I.
You have an
But-
impersonation of Tafo, I understand.
Yes, it's a fantastic impersonation. Yeah.
I heard it's almost as good as Alex 19's Scar impersonation.
Oh, I haven't
I'll-
heard of that one.
Do you mean I can actually impersonate Alex's Scar
Alex
impersonation
okay.
really well, but I would like to hear your Tafo first, if you don't mind. You don't have to.
Go ahead.
I can't just do it.
All right, don't do it.
Okay.
Do you want to hear the Alex 19?
Yes.
Toph! Toph! Did you just see that, Toph?
Is that it?
That's pretty much it.
Hold on. I could only do the Tafo impersonation if Spencer
See from the stream that
goes to Google Images and finds a picture of Baxter Stockman and puts it on the stream. Then I could do it.
Baxter Shaw would do it.
Then I could do it. Otherwise, I can't. Otherwise, I feel like a clown. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
no,
I'm
no.
just-
Yeah, you need the
I need
accompanying.
the inspiration.
You got the audio, but you need the visuals as well.
Right. And it's a very refined, highbrow impersonation of Tafo. I'm very proud of.
And it's very accurate to what he
It's accurate.
actually sounds like in,
Yeah,
in person.
right, right.
You run into him, he sounds like this.
Yeah, exactly.
All
When
right.
he's in the middle of ranking me
Spencer's pulling it up.
fringe
Spencer-
top 50,
Right.
this is exactly what he sounds like. He just,
Okay. I'm ready.
you know? The one, there's one that you know, it's a sweater vest, and he's all up in the screen, just him. You already know what it is, dude.
I can help.
You could feel
I
it.
actually
Look
know
at him.
which one it is.
Why are you laughing, dude? You already know what it is. Dude, I cracked Spencer up.
yeah,
Scroll up.
I heard the story while he was away.
Scroll
Yeah.
up. Right there.
Oh, man.
I'm ready for this. Fringe, top 50. Dude, it's Spencer. There we go.
I'm Tafo. And all I do is I yell, I'm Tafo. And I put up that
God.
picture, and that's all I do with the Tafo in person. Whenever things are out of line, Tafo just and that's
Oh my god.
that's my impersonation of Tafo. It's no better than Alex's of you.
Yeah.
I understand that. But Tafo and I, we had some beef.
Really?
Or you had some this
Was it
weekend.
based on results or based on personal kind
It's
of?
based on so Laudanus
You don't
had
have to
an
talk about it,
interesting.
but-
No, I'll talk about all of it. I don't care. Laudanus had an interesting analysis of their analysis skills, which is I don't know if I should call him out, but it pretty much said. Well, actually, no. Laudanus has been vocal about his disapproval of
vocal,
has.
vocal for
of
sure.
Tafo's analysis, but he said Tafo's legitimately the worst analysis. Has the worst analysis I've ever heard in my life. The most shallow, like
Service level.
service
the
level
phrase he used.
analysis.
Yep.
And my interpretation was, wait, did he win or did he lose? Oh, he won. That's my analysis then.
Yeah.
Did he lose? That's my analysis, and that's where it kind of ends, right? And they like to cherry pick results and different things to fit a narrative. Is my interpretation of
You
their-
think that who is they in this situation?
I'm talking specifically about Tafo. Sometimes Blur's involved, right? And then Fendi pissed me off with something else, right? But
It'll happen.
Cherry picking.
yeah, but they do that, right? And Tafo,
People want you to say Tafo, by the way.
Tafo, I say Tafo,
Tafo kids?
Tafokins. Is it Taffokins?
I think it's
Pretty sure it's
Taffokins.
Taffokins.
I say Taffokins. That's just how I say
Just saying the people
it. People say that.
want you to say Taffo.
I'm saying Tafo. So they
Q.
So he comes up to me at this event, and he apologizes for it essentially. And
He's a good man.
He's a good man. No, Tafo actually, yeah, he's a very good man. But what was the original part of the story? There's an original point before I did the impression.
You and Tafo had beef?
Beefing.
Yeah, before that.
Before that? Oh, shit. Does anyone remember?
Dude, I forgot.
Taffokins.
Why don't you tell the story about the beef, though? Because I asked about that specifically.
Why
You
do
said
we-
me and Taffo had beef. And then I said,
Yes.
can you tell me more about that?
Chat, was there an original thing that we're forgetting about? Chat knows. Chat, someone in the chat knows. Most people forgot.
Oh,
that
triggered. About
Yeah,
how he
yeah,
triggers
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He does.
So when we had beef and he apologized, right? And then the first thing he says to me after he apologizes and we accept it, and he goes, "Dude, you know what? I could show up on your stream and we would get so many viewers if we talk about it." I'm like, "Oh, you must." I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I
He's like,
nodded.
he
I
does
nodded
the
my
shit.
head, and I was like, "Tafo, that's not what I'm fucking about.
It's
like,
not what
I
you're
don't
about,
care.
yeah.
I'm not trying to get more viewers by having beef with you. Like, I'm not
Tafo's all
trying
about
to do
real
anything
talk.
like that.
Tafo's
Like, I'm
all
not
about
lying
the-
when I go on stream and say this shit. This is just actually how I feel and how
Yes.
I think.
Tafo's
Right?
so Meom, dude.
I think that's very
He's so-
melee.
he's so...
I think that the
Tafo's a
Connor
hustler.
Meom
He's
and
a
the
hustler.
Tafo Meom is counter to melee. Where melee to me,
the Connor Meom makes fun of one person and one person alone. It's actually Tafo.
yeah, I believe I
The thing
100%
when
believe
Connor
it.
does the MIOM is doing this and this is this to do this.
It's literally saying
one
Tafo is
person,
doing
it's
this and
actually
this and
Tafo,
this.
yeah. And
I
it's
totally
actually
believe it.
accurate.
I totally believe it.
Yeah.
And I think that like the soul of melee is all about not thinking about what we get and thinking
Yeah.
more about like what we can give.
Right.
I honestly think that melee is like so unique in that way.
Oh, that's what it typically is. And
I like
I don't.
the hustlers. You brought
Yeah.
up Chew and Chillin'
I
back
think
in
that's
the day.
yeah.
There are definitely some people who have thought about the schemes and they were scheming. But
Yeah.
I think the majority of melee is not about the scheme.
No.
I agree. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But people think that I get triggered as like a way to gain, and I don't. I'm just very fucking honest.
Right.
And so when he tells, I legitimately said, it's
So-
like, no, that's not what I fucking want. Like, I
Right.
don't want to do
so
that.
when I say so let me clarify. Let
Okay.
me just kind of shed some light onto the things I already said. When I say me and Lovage and Scar or whoever were at Smash Summit making Hugo jokes on our stream because we know it gives you ammunition. It's not because I know you want the numbers or whatever. I just can tell you sort of enjoy it deep down.
Depends. If it's funny,
I think
funny.
it was.
then I'm fine with
and I
it.
think it was. I think there was
if I
this.
could work with it.
There was a tacit understanding.
Yeah. If I could work with it.
And if
That's
there
like the
wasn't
perfect
that
way to put
tacit
it.
understanding,
Yeah, if I could work with it,
'Cause
then
I-
I'm okay. I can't work with Fringe Top 50. I can't work with that. So
Fringe
when
Top
you're
50
on a
sucked, yeah.
fucking stream calling me Fringe Top 50 and you can't name fucking 50 players before me, then you need to get the fuck out of here and I'm going to call you out on it. But if
you
you're
think-
making jokes and
Yeah.
where you pause and you go, but Hugo is old school, and you're saying that on the summit in front of 40,000 people, that's kind of funny, right? I kind of laugh about it. And then when Scar's like in the background grabbing like a drink out of the fridge while staring at the camera, just fucking smiling the whole time because he's about to tell a Hugo joke.
Yep.
Because Plup is
I have
playing.
one Hugo
Because
joke.
Duck is playing Esam.
One Hugo
And he's
joke.
like, "Can I get on commentary?" And he's just like smiling.
All I
with his
want to
fucking
do
juice.
is talk about
And I see
Fluff
him-
versus Hugo.
And I know what he's trying to do. Then I'm laughing, right? Because he's trying to get on commentary.
See, he likes my joke.
yes, no, totally.
And it's funny, right?
But I
Right.
stopped making it.
You stop me.
It's done.
Right.
I actually don't even remember the joke.
You don't even remember the count.
muscle
of the
memory.
shots I
I
got
don't
hit
remember the
with.
count. It was somewhere between 5 and
2,
7.
3.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, some low number.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have that tacit understanding, that implicit understanding, you wouldn't be here today.
Right.
You know. So.
Where would you rank yourself?
Right now?
Yes.
With my performances, top 35.
Okay.
35.
Yeah.
Who is
Which is the same thing
best
as
player
Fringe top 50.
after you?
best player after me.
Who's
Yeah,
the
above
best
me?
player that you think you're better than?
Best player that I think I'm better than?
Or yeah, and even
Yes.
before that, just like what I'm curious about the ballpark.
I'd probably put myself above a Bait and Javi.
Okay,
Still,
seems fair.
I respect it.
I put myself at risk way more.
Yeah.
Last time we were here, we talked about how your best-looking Smasher tier list did not agree with the other objective study, and we also talked about your top 5 commentator list.
Yeah.
Has that changed in the past season of,
My
of
top
the Scar and Talk Show
commentators
featuring
list?
Taupe and Scar?
Wobbles has climbed up. Okay.
Good for Wobbles.
So I liked
Almost a
you,
pun.
Scar. Let me tell you, I liked you during top 8 at Evo.
Why?
A lot of people complained
Yeah.
about commentary being on the speakers in the live studio audience.
Yeah, what did you think about that?
I thought it was great. I want to hear that. I hate silence. I hate the fucking bass on Yoshi's story, just taking over the entire room. Yeah, whatever. And then when shields go up, dum 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 dum. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear people talking, and I want to hear some hype. So I thought it was great when you guys did commentary there, and there was one specific moment where Johnny did some shit, and you actually had no words for it, and you legitimately went
Yeah.
the middle of top 8 commentary at this is the biggest tournament of all time.
Of all time. In a
Of all
gigantic
time.
stadium
In a
packed with
gigantic
people.
stadium,
Yeah.
stadium, a place we've never been in the Smash community. This is the fucking Mandalay Bay,
In the
and
Mandalay
Scar
Bay.
goes when Johnny does some shit, and I fucking loved it. I loved every second of it.
And then Drug Fox went on Twitter and said that I overhyped it. Because that was actually the most optimal thing to do.
Did you see my my tirade against that?
I didn't.
I went on a fucking rampage. I got a lot of likes for that.
About
But you
what?
know that I asked...
The point I was making was like, okay, if we get hype, if commentators get hype for something, that does not necessarily mean they didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're allowed to understand something and
Yes.
still get hype over it.
Yes.
Yes. And I
Mind
also
fucking blown.
had... Who is the TAS guy? Is it just Practical Tasks?
Practical Tasks.
Practical Tasks, I put a bounty, basically, to the task community to figure out whether or not what Johnny did was optimal. And in fact, he needed a frame-perfect double jump to actually recover and live from that.
But you could.
I think 90% of Falcons, 90% of the time, are dead.
Okay.
That was all or nothing down air. I would have died. Johnny 100% would have died. He's actually not good at recovering from down air. I've watched him do it. Frame-perfect double jump is not normal. So thank you, Practical Tasks, for pointing out that that was actually incredibly difficult. Thank you, Drug Fox, for your commentary for your reaction to what I had to say. I respectfully disagree. Thank you.
So
Anybody know what set he's talking about? Yes, SJ versus West Balls.
So I feel that even if he was, if the video said that he could definitely recover, I still think your commentary is okay because it embodied the moment and the thought process that goes behind running down there and spiking someone.
Yeah.
From someone like Johnny, right? This awareness of the type of people you're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
Drugged Fox could say that the game works this way and that it's okay to go for the stomp because it's frame perfect or it works out, whatever.
Yeah.
That's fucking Wizrobe. Wizrobe does that shit.
Yes.
Then you can say on your commentary, you don't have to say, this isn't a local Wizrobe, because Wizrobe doesn't do that
You
shit
say
locals
flow
either.
chart.
Yeah.
Wizrobe
You say something.
took care of business.
Yeah.
Closed out
You
the game.
say, good job as usual.
Yes.
Justin, Hazlet, Wizrobe,
Why he just gets it perfectly.
etc. Right? You can say that shit when Wizrobe does it.
Especially
when Johnny
considering-
does it, because Johnny is a fucking maniac.
And you know how he plays the game.
And you know how he plays.
You
the
know his
game.
analytical brain was off.
Yes.
And he was just
Yeah.
saying, kill.
He wasn't like, I have 3 frames to come back from this in case
No.
it doesn't work. No. He's like, kill.
I think I'll stop him.
You got fucked up. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I fucked you up. I fucked you up.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not thinking anything like that. So what you did was you called out the exact situation. Is yelling at Johnny saying, this ain't a local, because that's where Johnny's head was. It was
Yes.
in a fucking local,
Wasn't
stomping
it though?
West
It was
Coast.
crazy. It
And
was like,
that's
are you
great.
playing friendlies
And
on
that's
Mango
what-
Stream
yeah.
right now? Like, what are you
Right.
doing?
And that's what's great about Johnny.
Yep.
And you pointed out to the entire audience. So this entire stadium of people understood that this is what Johnny's all about.
I don't even
I
need to
appreciate,
talk.
and I laughed because I know Johnny, and I said, "That's so fucking Johnny." Good job, Scar.
Yeah.
For selling a personality on stream.
Yes.
Instead of talking about 3 frames, perfect, whatever the fuck you're going to talk about, we're talking about a personality right now.
And we're being real.
Yep. Perfect.
Do you know that this trip, when Johnny was up here, Johnny said he really, really liked our commentary on
At Evo?
versus West Bulls? Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yep.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Definitely have to give some credit to Tafo, who gave us the secret Meom notes about their matchup history. I think it was like 9-1 or something.
No, West Balls usually fucks him up.
It was not even, it was like something in 0. I think that year he hadn't beaten him at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beat him when it counted.
Yeah, so I totally agree
Top
with the
5.
commentary. I like the commentary.
I'm not hearing a top 5 from you. I just want to know what the difference is.
Let me do a brand new top 5 right now then.
Sure.
Okay, I haven't done it on my stream.
This is what I care about is the lists. This
Okay.
is why we have you here.
Love
All
the
right,
lists.
I got you. So number 1, I'm still going with Webbs.
You're starting with number 1.
I'm starting with number 1.
Okay, cool.
Number 1 commentator.
Okay, I'm still
Webbs.
going with Webbs.
Congratulations, Webbs.
Congratulations, Webbs.
The best
Webbs,
melee
greatest
commentator
commentator
in the game.
all time.
Webbs is just a great combination of
Yeah.
casual,
Yep.
a great voice,
Yep.
and he's hot as fuck.
Hot.
Yeah, so it all just blends together into this person I want to hear and watch.
Yeah.
I just
all
heard that
the
if I want to
time.
get better
Just get 'em
commentary, I
everywhere.
got to get hotter and have
Pillow
a better
talk.
voice.
Yeah,
It's just
Someone
really doable things.
Get Chris Segley on the phone right
Can you
now.
just-
let him know Webbs is the guy.
yeah. All right, so I got Webbs.
You're
That's
really
my
cool,
number
Webbs. Sorry,
Okay.
this seems like we're making light of you. We're
Oh, is he in here?
No.
Oh, okay.
The
Well,
VOD is going to be
hear about
clipped.
it. Yeah, he'll hear.
I'm going to get a tweet personally.
Yeah, he'll hear
Scar,
about
why do you hate Webbs? I don't.
Yeah. Number 2. Okay.
Number 2.
Also hot.
Also hot.
The Crimson Blur. Okay, so
He's
We were
so hot
just
right
talking
now.
about
Spencer, why are you
this
laughing?
exact stream we talked
He's
about.
so
his neck
hot
beard.
right now.
Spencer, why are you laughing?
We talked about his neck
So-
beard this stream.
So I
How did you do that within 2 seconds?
I don't mind I don't mind a little hair on the beard or a little hair on the neck.
Sometimes it works.
Yeah. He makes it work. So
Makes it work.
Blur, he gets hype. He also does talk shit about me when he's literally 5 feet away during Losers Finals at SSS. So
He has the worst
he needs to
W
work on that.
that anyone has ever made.
Oh, Blur's W is so...
I feel like if you had to find an unflattering picture of Blur, you could not find a worse picture than his W.
Shout-outs, though, to Blur for
Uh-huh.
actually sucking it up and using an unflattering, ugly photo of himself for his W. Because that takes cojones.
It definitely does.
Yeah. So I like his hype. I like his
Number 2. Good shit,
He's
Blur.
my number 2. He's
Oh,
my
what
number
a-
2.
what a-
Definitely on fire right now.
Yeah. My number 3. I'm gonna have to go with Toph.
Yeah. He
That's my number 3.
He deserves it.
I'm gonna have to go with my number 3 as
Honestly,
Toph.
I think that Toph...
I like his inside jokes.
Yeah.
I like his insight into the game.
yes.
Thank you.
I like his energy.
Yes.
I like his jokes. So he makes
Yes.
me laugh. He makes me think, and he's hot. Right? Which
Super
is a
good
theme
looking.
of this list.
And I think that he
It's
plays
important.
off of whoever he's working with.
Yes,
He
And
can
yeah.
make
You can pair
bad
him up with a lot of people.
commentators look good.
Yes. Whereas
That's
some
why
commentators need a
I
specific partner.
I can't commentate without Toph.
Okay.
It's pretty much why.
Okay. My number 4. Okay, and I've heard people disagree with me on this,
Okay.
and I think they're wrong.
Mhm.
I put my number 4 as Vish.
Okay.
Fish, a legend.
Fish.
Behind
I
the
like
microphone.
Vish's commentary a lot.
Super good.
I like his voice. All these people just have good voices. Actually, no. So Webbs and Vish have distinctly good voices.
Oof.
Distinctly
Vish.
good voices.
Yeah, they do.
Toph and Blur have good enough voices, and they say a lot of cool shit and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Right?
Yeah.
But Vish and Webbs could talk me to sleep. Pillow talk. I will cuddle with them all day. They could talk to me as much as they want before I go to sleep, and I am okay with it.
It's a good list.
Mm-hmm.
Good list.
Vish.
Uh-huh.
Fish. All right.
Now, here's the problem, Scar.
Well, why are you addressing me with here's the
Here's the problem.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm just sitting here. I'm one of a 1,000 viewers.
Uh-huh.
No special,
Right.
place in this list. I mean, I'm just trying to hear your top 5.
So,
Here's the problem.
I got-
Stream.
I got a number 5.
Yeah. Perfect.
But the problem is
Stream.
that you don't commentate enough.
Ah.
The last time I heard you was Evo. Time before that, I don't fucking know.
That's the last time. Those are the last 2 times I commentated, I think. Number 1, Evo. Number 2, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
So.
So if I've heard you more, when I hear you, you're top 5. Okay? And I'm not lying to you. I am saying that, especially after Evo, you moved up on the list. However,
And I told you last time you were on the show, that's the goal.
yeah,
The goal is to move up on
Moving
the
up,
list.
right.
And you know what? Like, so long as I'm moving up, I feel good about everything.
you are moving up.
And I think that your list so far is quite a list.
Okay.
And I look at my competition and I feel inspired.
Okay.
If only I can get that
So this
velvety
fifth
voice
person-
of Webbs
Of Webs.
and Vish.
And Fish.
If only
And
I can
Vic
capture
Ramen.
Vic
Crimson
Ramen is
Blur.
great. And I wasn't memeing when I said Vic Ramen.
Right.
For sure. But I
sure.
do
But now
want to
my
know who
fifth.
number 5 is because I need to look at the people I need to emulate.
So this is someone that actually you should try to emulate.
Okay.
He's very fucking good at what he does. And he should be an inspiration to all. And if you attended more tournaments, you'd be there. But he attends more. And he's just brilliant. On all levels. And this is Dunk the Dunskies.
Dunskies. What a fucking god. What a master at the art of translating what's happening on the screen to the viewers.
Why are you laughing, Toph?
No.
I don't know why you're laughing.
I don't know why either. I'm just.
Why-
Just.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
So,
I don't
Dunk.
know. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm just laughing. Everyone
love
else
seeing
is
the
laughing.
Dunskies emotes.
Ask all those guys where
I
they're
love
laughing.
seeing the Dunskies emotes in the chat. Oh my god, look at this fucking guy. Dunk.
I love Dungy's commentary. I
Yeah.
do like it a lot. It's
Yeah.
my main. So when I listen to commentary, it's mostly for entertainment value. Their voice, do they get me hyped, etc. I don't care about too much analysis unless it's extremely high level.
Yeah.
Extremely high level.
As a high level player, how else should it be?
Well, I'm not that high level. I'm fringe top 50.
Top 35.
I'm fringe top 50.
And Scar's
So-
fringe top
Better than Javi.
5 commentators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so when I hear commentary that's trying to be analytical, I want to hear some high level shit that's like have I ever explained to you the experience of sitting with a top player during a top 8?
No.
They will be impressed by ideas. Things that actually didn't come to fruition in the match, but you'll hear like I'll sit with Zoo and he'll go, "Ooh." And literally the guy that he's going ooh for just got fucked up
Yep.
because his idea didn't pan out.
Yep.
But the idea was brilliant, and he's able to see that, and I saw that too.
And Dunskies is really calling
Yeah,
those
yeah.
moments out, bringing them to life for the average
Yes.
common viewer.
Absolutely.
Dunskies takes the ideas and molds
yeah.
them into
Yeah.
reality.
Yes. So
It's kind of what he does.
if you just show up to more tournaments, dude, you're
That's a solid list. I have a clear improvement path, so that's really good. You know, sometimes you don't know how to get better, and
right.
Yeah.
Now you have people to look at. You just
Well, he did.
Webs.
you just get hot like Webs. Get as insightful as Dunks.
You get sexy voiced like
was
Fish.
2?
Grow a neck beard
2
like
was
Two
Blur,
is
right?
Blur, so you grow a neck
3 was
beard out, you wear
Toph,
some cargo
who
pants.
of course I watch all the time.
Yeah.
4 was
Vish.
Fish.
Vish.
Yeah.
Fish.
Dress like Vish.
Just like
The only
Fish.
one I think I need to study a little bit more is
Dunskies.
Dunskies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to find some of his. I need to dig up some of the Dunskies commentary.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm literally gonna watch that tonight. I'm gonna be laying in bed.
He's just pretty much yelling for me to win the whole time.
Good.
Really good.
I mean, I remember we talked earlier about how you don't watch the tournament sets you win.
Yeah.
So you've never seen this. You've probably just
heard through the grapevine.
Oh yes,
Right.
Saw through social media.
I to this day have no idea what my set with Leffen went like.
Right.
No idea.
You
Did
just
I
kind
win?
of heard that his commentary was really
Yeah,
good.
I heard that I won.
Right. Well,
That
you
one
remember it.
time.
You played it. That's the
Yeah.
only time you've seen the set. You
Yeah,
saw it
yeah,
on the TV.
yeah. So
Okay. Jesus. Should we play our set, Bobby?
are you guys doing
At 10
scruff?
Do you
p.m.
want to?
Should we do it?
Do you want to?
I kind of want to.
I'm having a great time.
I am too.
I want to.
I'm
want
down
to
for
think of
whatever.
more interesting questions for Hugo, but I'm down to play our set if that's what needs to happen.
I'm down to talk about whatever. I know
I'm
I
going to
had
follow
some
Toph's
annoying.
lead because I think really what should happen on this show is we should respect the order of the top 5 commentators. So what Toph says, I think,
That's not.
is what we should do. Not because of anything that Toph did, aside from come to tournament after tournament and prove
That he's
his ability, and I'm not
top,
kidding,
top 3.
God tier
commentators.
analysis, jokes,
Integrity.
Did Hugo
Dress?
talk about CEO? Oh yeah. I was talking to Snowdrops at the lunch table.
you actually are always better dressed than me.
It's not true.
Toph,
What's up?
You always wear a tie.
Not always.
I gotta ask you a question. Are you going to CEO
This
next
is
year?
true.
Yes.
I'm not. Are you?
Why? I did not go to CEO last year. I believe
2 words.
No internet.
floor
Broken. Yeah. Broken promises. We had a pool that was promised to us. We had a stage that was promised to us, but with Melee it ended up turning out, you get it Saturday with not the same kind of walk-in spectacle, right? We didn't have the smoke machines. We didn't have a ramp to walk up to the top 8.
Did you make top 8 and you didn't get the smoke machine?
No, I didn't make top 8. So it's not all about me, Scar.
No, I
So-
respect that. I'm asking as an investigative journalist
Okay.
or podcast
Right.
host.
Fair.
And I respect the fact that you're looking out for everyone else.
We found
We're-
out that from Spencer, no one actually pooped in the pool.
No one pooped in the
That was
Those are
literally
fabricated.
Hanzo Gonzo actually just tweeted someone pooped in the pool, and it started from Hanzo Gonzo. And if you know
People-
anything about Hanzo Gonzo, you should know what that means. It means it didn't really happen.
And then people just said Smashers shit in the pool.
Yeah.
I was
Which
around
is funny.
Smashers.
It's actually
Most
a
of the
really funny joke.
You know what's really funny about it?
Yeah.
Is that top 8 Melee was going on until 1:30 a.m. So a lot of the Smashers were not in the pool. It was actually people still in the venue.
Yep.
And there was a lot of FGC in the pool. There were some Smash 4 players, but I'm not putting the shitting on them. I don't look at them and think they shit in pools.
Right.
I don't feel like they shit in pools.
No.
So I don't think it happened. I didn't smell anything funny. I didn't
Nope.
see anything funny.
You didn't see anything.
I just straight up thought it was a broken promise, and they said they could. Because I'm asking you right now. Remember, we talked about this earlier. Spencer
did.
and I talked about it earlier, too. Where they're like, they caught someone with a handle of liquor in the pool, so they had to kick everyone out. And then I ask you, at 3 p.m. in a pool full of people, do they see a handle of liquor and say everyone's got to
No.
go?
They
Or do
kicked that
just
one
kick-
guy out.
They kicked that one
They
guy
kicked that
out.
one
right?
guy out.
Why do they kick out the entire pool of people?
It's true.
If not for...
It's because they didn't have the pool actually locked down all night.
Right. They didn't have
You're
it
right.
under contract like some, you cannot do this kind of shit. It was, well, we feel like doing it, so we're just going to kick everyone out.
Yeah.
Pool,
You're right.
and then top 8 going on until 2 a.m.
2
or
a.m.
1:30 a.m.
Later.
Whatever it was, 1 a.m. I
Spencer
don't
was
wanna get it
later than
wrong.
that. We were there.
The only thing
I
about
was there
this
for
is,
a while.
Jabali is a friend of the show. And Jabali does
No, I
his
love Jabali.
best at every CEO.
and I don't entirely-
and every CEO taku.
Yes.
You have to reward the man for all of the effort that he puts into his product,
Yep.
a.k.a. CEO.
Yes.
And I was remiss and devastated at the fact that I could not attend CEO 2015.
Fair. But you know what? Jabali is also the kind of quality TO that appreciates criticism. And I did
I
not
agree
like
with this.
that
He is
shit.
a fair man.
Right. He's a fair man. And,
And
he
he'd
knows,
be willing to listen to this.
and he knows that the pool was a fuck up.
yeah.
He knows it.
And he said for next year, they want the whole hotel or they're not going back. This is what I've heard. The whole hotel means we have free reign over the pool because the pool is the cool spot.
I specifically went
for the pool.
for the pool.
I'm going to see Otaku for the pool.
Is Webb's in here? I see congrats on being the #1 Melee commentator in the
Yeah,
world.
good shit, dude.
Oh, is that him? Oh, there you go.
I don't know.
Oh, what's up, Webbs? Congratulations, my friend.
Number 1. But yeah,
I hear you, dude.
right now it's not my thing.
I hear you loud and clear. I was there. I had to commentate Hungrybox Mutaking Grand Finals at 2:30 a.m. with Tafikins as my co-commentator.
AKA the legend. Who,
Yes.
In
The
an
hype
act of
man.
injustice, did not make the top 5 top commentator list just a moment
Weird.
ago. Tafo Kintz,
I was there.
the hype man of the century.
I remember.
He knows
And
he's not
yet
hype
I
man,
am going
though,
to
right?
see Otaku this year.
Because
That's a
apparently
different
you're
kind
a
of
Catherine
tournament.
legend.
It's true. I'm trying to win that shit.
Apparently, Toph,
I have no idea what Catherine is.
Game
I know
is
it
so
it's
is
like,
a
fucking
video
sick.
game.
I know Dasabro
Game
talks
is
about it
fucking
all
sick.
the time.
You know who
He's
the
a
first person
challenge for
ever to
Dasab-
take a fucking set off Dasabro is?
He's
You?
sitting next to me.
At Evo.
First set.
First person
Second set.
ever.
I took
Is it
him,
a fighting
took him-
game?
took him to second set grand finals, game 5.
It's a fighting-ish game.
Fighting-ish game. It's a puzzle fighting game hybrid.
Okay.
I took him to game 5, second set, and I'm going to fucking take the tournament this time.
Which validates... I shouldn't even say this
So
because
you
it
might
sounds
win
like
the
a
whole
joke.
thing.
I'm trying
But
to.
it's not a joke.
That's not the only reason I'm going, though. I have extreme faith in Jabali. I don't know. It's like
I do
Scar
too.
said,
No, he's a
integrity in
great
a TO
TO.
means a lot to me.
I agree.
He
I
has
want
a
to
ton of
scout
integrity.
out. I want to scout out the lay of the land for CEO, how he's making things worse and better, and I want to be able to speak when I either do or do not ask people to come to CEO next year, CEO 2017. I want to be educated in what I'm saying. So
Okay.
we'll see how that goes.
All right.
That's in about
Well,
3
this
weeks.
is my experience. 2 COs in a row.
of course.
You've had 2
And-
bad experiences in a row.
The first one was better than the last one. But that has less to do with Jabali on the first one. I just fucking hate touristy Orlando.
Florida sucks.
Florida sucks.
Florida sucks.
Florida definitely sucks.
Florida sucks. I gotta pee again. Are we doing this shit?
Yeah, dude.
I gotta pee, and then we'll play our set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hugo, I'm going to tell you an unfortunate fact.
Okay.
I don't think I can play Scarth in this set.
No, you're going to lose.
I think with even a tiny bit of alcohol, my Marth gets worse. But my Falcon gets better.
Well, so your Marth is not ready whatsoever.
My Marth is actually sick,
You have
so
to
fuck you.
No, you have to cheese your brains out to beat Toph. That's what
What
it
if I
is.
just cheese him? I actually can't right now.
But you can't cheese a man multiple times in a set. What is it, 3 out of 5?
See that? That's
What
so
is
sick. It's a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm fucked.
You can't win by cheese in 3 out of 5 unless you really, really know the character. So,
Hugo, can you actually tell me about how you prepare for a set? Because I actually think I can play Scarth and win if I have the Hugo training.
Hugo
just,
training.
Just when you enter a set, like I know, I see you
yeah.
take a moment to collect yourself.
Right. So when I enter a set, I think about how I've been playing my character for 15 years.
Okay, I don't have that.
And then I think, okay,
going.
so I know what I'm doing. And then I try to play the person. Do you have that with Marth? As you hear Toph flush the toilet and cough, heaving in the bathroom.
So here's
Do you
what's gonna
have
happen.
that?
I'm gonna ignore your advice,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna say to myself
Yes, I can.
that I have a blank slate
He gave you
Okay.
advice?
because I have no
All right, let's fucking go,
perspective.
baby. Let's
Okay.
and no.
Can you guys wait till I come back from the bathroom so I can see this?
Yeah, let me
Okay.
do my Marth warm up.
Okay, you guys
you get
warm
me
up, do
some
your hand
water?
warmers. I'll be right back.
Will you give me a little bit of water? Hugo. That one's yours. Mine's down there. That one's Toph's? No one knows whose is whose. I'll drink this. What's the worst that can happen? Airborne disease? You know. Boom! That was actually pretty high for the down air hitbox.
Yeah, kind of. Fuck.
I asked Hugo, how do you get mentally prepared before a set? That was the advice that I asked him for.
What do you say?
And what he told me was he thinks about how he has 15 years of experience with his character.
That doesn't sound right. He's only 24 years old.
It's actually a really good point. And
I made that up.
How he's done it so many times that he knows what he's doing, and that he'll be fine.
Wow.
I think intentionally, because I did ask him how I should prepare for my set versus you as Scarth. I think he intentionally picked things that would not apply to me.
Right.
I don't know if you agree, but that was my take on the way that he presented his advice.
That makes sense.
It's not really all that nice.
Crimson Blur's been watching the
It's
whole show.
kind of trolly.
A little bit.
Yeah, Blur has been watching a lot. Good thing we're fans
Of what? Blur?
of the Blur.
Yeah, he's number 2. He's number 2 greatest commentator of all time.
Soat. He's the Soat.
Second of all time.
The S-Boat.
Second best of all time.
Second best? Oat.
Second best oat of all time.
That is definitely like raisin sugar oats. I think maple brown sugar oats are the goat. Oat. All right, Hugo. I know that you would never consider putting yourself on the top 5 commentator list, but you know, honorable mention from anyone who has listened to you on the microphone.
Talk about Slim Jims.
They would know that Hugo Gonzalez is top contender.
Yeah.
Commentator.
I'm one of the worst commentators of all time.
The only downside
Blur is salty about 2. Yeah.
is that,
Blur.
is that you're not on the
As
mic
in
and
not
That's tough,
number
Blur.
one?
Blur's tough. Yeah, he's salty about not being number 1. It's rough.
it is tough. Sorry,
It's
Blur.
tough. Wow.
You know, just like me, you can focus on who you have to beat.
Yep.
Webs.
Webs.
Just set your sights.
Yeah.
All you need to do, Scar, is just show up more. You got it.
You're going to go to Battlefield. This is a ditto.
It's going to be a ditto?
Battlefield.
Yeah, sure.
Scar, you were not ready for this.
Good luck. Have fun. Am I
dude.
green?
You're green.
Get this out of here.
Are you okay with green?
No. I want to be Twitch Scarth.
Which one's that? Got it.
What do you have to say about this so far, Hugo? Yeah.
I think you were ready for a Spacey. I still think you could win. Because Toph Smarth is also non-existent,
Hang on.
much like yours.
I like non-existent.
So,
I cannot believe that didn't hit.
Me neither,
believe
actually.
it.
Because I've seen it hit.
from the perspective of a person who's seen good Marths, I'm very not surprised that that didn't hit.
Hugo, if you want to get your Martha in the fray here, dude.
No. I believe I would have a good Marth, though. I really do believe it. Strongly believe that I would have a quality Marth.
Living.
Okay.
Tie game.
It's fun.
Dude, his shield fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Marths?
Yeah.
Correct.
Marth is we talked about this earlier, Bobby. One of the most perfectly balanced characters in the game.
His shields fucking sucks.
That's how it should be. You have a character with a grab like that, your shield should fucking suck.
That was God tier.
Oh, we never talked about Leffen. No, not Leffen. The Fox balance thing from
Oh, yeah.
what's
Meh.
his name?
Scrumpy.
Scrumpy.
Oh, God.
We could.
Oh, God. We could.
I posted about it on Reddit. Smash Bros.
With your disagreement?
Yeah. Oh
think
my
it-
god,
I
his
think
get up
a lot
attack is
of-
too powerful.
I think if people who are not playing the game at a really high level would not know how to balance things.
That's basically Leffen's comment.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so amazing. Top tier play. Double grabbed.
Can you guys hear me chewing?
Nah.
Okay, good. You can? Damn. All right. I'll stop eating then. But I'll just talk about that. No, I don't think. No, the fact that people got triggered means he's doing something right. No, that's not how the world works.
I'm dead.
Yeah, someone getting triggered just delegitimizes years of experience from top players on judging how to balance Marth or Fox. No, so I think. What were some of the balance changes? Like the shine was like 3 frames to hit. Oh shit! This is intense right now.
Fucking dash tag, dude. That didn't hit. Okay.
That was bad.
This is fuck. Fuck, are you kidding me?
That's it. That's it.
God damn it. All right. Martha's working on it right now.
Scar, really quick. What was one of the changes?
Battlefield.
3 frame shine?
4.
4 frame shine.
And you can't jump cancel till like frame 6 after or something.
Okay.
It was basically
Fine,
like
I'm running it
make-
back. Battlefield. But Fox is out. You ready?
Yeah. It was basically make shine useless was the change. And then justify it as shine's still pretty good.
Horrible.
Fuck.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was bad. Oh no.
I think if you play this game enough at a high level, you start actually getting a sense of what's unfair. I think Shine clanking with Samish down smash into Fox having no lag is blatantly unfair. Or any move. I do not think that Fox should be able to Shine spike in the same way. So maybe there should be some kind of difference between being able to jump cancel a shine without hitting someone and being able to jump cancel a shine when you hit someone. So then when you go for an edge guard, it has to be precise with the shine instead of just missing or landing and then just jumping right out and continuing an edge guard. Like what Toph literally just did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's right.
Oh fuck.
Up B and side B should not combo into up air. And the ledge for Fox should not be an advantage.
I'm getting fucked up.
Alright, well.
I like no hope.
Have you tried cheesing?
No.
All right. Now you know.
Bah!
Okay. Okay.
Dude, down tilt's so fucking good.
Down tilt's really good.
It's full screen. I'm dead.
Yeah.
I was in.
He hit you 3 times and you got hit by
Out,
all
out,
3 in the
out
nail.
hurts too because I shied him. He's dead. The only reason I jabbed that much because I wanted to make sure his jump was gone. Alright. You took me same.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what the good Mars do nowadays, dude.
No, I wouldn't remove invincible ledge dash. I would just, I don't know. What would I do? I'm not sure. I just know what needs to change. I don't know how I'd change it.
Right.
That's for other people. I would definitely change the invincible, the clinking with the shine. That shouldn't happen. Shine actually just does way too much damage. Shine should be... Let's make it 1% damage so that it probably doesn't clank with a lot of moves that are just way better. So what's the range? Isn't it... If it's within 7%? 12%? What is it? I forget. I feel like it's...
7, I think.
I feel like it's 7, yeah. So if 2 moves hit and they're within 7% damage of each other, then they clink.
Yeah.
So that means when I do a down smash, which is about 14% fresh, or is it 16%? Something like that. And Shine clinks, that means Shine is within 7 to 12%. What is it? It's like 9%? I don't know what it is. But it's within that range, and that's absurd. You shouldn't have a 1-frame move that's so safe being able to clink
Jesus
with a
Christ.
Samus power smash, a down smash. 12%? It's 12%. So actually, I'd either adjust the damage that the Shine does, or I'd adjust the damage.
Good block. Oh my god, your shields are fucking sick.
Or I would adjust the percentage. But I feel like adjusting the percentage might affect a lot of other things in the game that I'm not prepared to deal with.
Right. Came down and forward smash.
I just did it. I did it like a fucking idiot. I'm thinking about how can I not outplay you, but like out-idiot you.
Yeah. Tell.
Oh no, top players should make decisions on how to balance games, but I don't know how to balance it, actually. I definitely said that. I'm okay with that. I still stand by it. I can tell you what to change, and then you tell me about how you're going to change it, and then I can tell you if that's good or not. So, it's not a weird concept for some people to be the idea people, and then others to be the execution people. It's not that crazy. But it is crazy to consider top players of the game the idea people, according to a lot of you. How about we don't change this game? Well, Blur's got some weird opinions on this game, actually. Like, he actually gets mad about neutral start, and that's just insane to me.
Yeah, neutral start's
Oh
sick.
my god.
Neutral start needs to be a thing that actually happens 100% of the time. Same with Sheridan. He's the first person since West Bowls to say he doesn't like neutral start when I played him in tournament. But then he just agreed anyway, because I guess it wasn't worth the fight. But, yeah, Blur's got some weird ideas. What group of top players would I trust to rebalance Melee? Well, that'd be the problem, right? I don't trust a lot of top... Like Music King, I would never trust him with rebalancing Melee.
No, definitely not.
No. I wouldn't trust Leffen. I would not trust West Bowls.
Fuck yeah, bitch. Let's fucking go.
That was
my
close.
missability.
Swear to God, if
That
my
was close.
controller didn't get stolen out of Johnny's fucking car last
know,
week,
you
you would have
no,
died 8 times.
I know.
Up throw. Please dash back, Fox. He's over there. You need to dash back and then jump.
Damn.
Wing Sheik. I can't play. This is actually making me mad. This is just this lupine creature on the screen that's just not doing anything I tell him to do. Dude,
Should
Mewtwo
I
King.
stay
Do you know
or
that
should
Mewtwo
I
King?
go?
Do you know that Mewtwo King?
That should I stay or
Should I go?
I played a sheet. You can do it.
You can do it. I just stuck you.
My sheet.
I-
Martha's better than my sheet.
Okay, that's a takes a big man
Yeah.
to say this. Fuck.
Ashcon resubbed.
Oh, what's up, Ashcon? Oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Mango either because he's saying he would remove crouch cancel, which
Remove?
What?
he'd remove crouch cancel. He doesn't crouch cancel. Did you know this?
He does,
does.
actually.
No, he doesn't. He actually doesn't.
He actually does a lot.
No.
He does. Anytime anyone's laying down, he invented crouch cancel.
Oh
get up
no,
attack.
yeah, forget up attack, but not in the neutral. He won't do it in the neutral. I swear to you. I've never
I think
dashed.
there would be certain things that would be completely oppressive without crouch cancel. Like Fox's Nair. You just run in and Nair all day.
Yeah, it'd be busted.
Imagine. It would actually be busted.
I don't see how people can be
Sheik, this, look at this.
Yeah, you're fucked.
This is so fucking good without crash cancel. This shit right here
No,
would
it's
be.
not.
Yeah.
There's
It
moves
actually
that
is really
outrange
good.
it.
It turns into you know how good Sheik is in Smash 4 or how good she was before the nerfs? Like that's what she becomes.
Can't
How-
you just
why can't I
outrange it
fucking
with a
tech?
bunch of moves?
Cuz it's the same shit as Melee. She can well like she got nerfed so she's not as good, but
Well, Blur says he doesn't understand how people are okay with neutral start, or how people fight about neutral start but are okay with the rock transformation. I don't think anyone in
Here
this
we are on the
planet
rock
is okay with the
transformation.
rock transformation.
oh, I'm okay with
So Blur is wrong about
Good
Yo,
way.
you're okay with it?
it. I play
It's a Fox player.
Fox players are okay with it. No one's actually okay with the rock transformation. It's just, I don't know what to do about it. If we have the no transformation stadium, I mean, I think that's okay, but it's just, it's weird implementing such a hard mod.
Yeah.
No, it's not okay even if your opponent decides to fight you on it. No. It's not okay because it's busted for certain characters.
Fucking.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay.
Oh god. Roll. Oh shit! Windmill. No.
Oh!
No windmill. I tried.
Even.
This fucking character.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I guess. Alright, well, that was dumb. Let's see. FD. No, Dreamland. Dreamland, are you saying?
No.
Okay. Alright, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
This is game 5.
This is game 5. I think. Yeah, because you beat my Marth. Oh my god.
I suck.
Oh my god. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, Blur.
No, it's not down.
I believe that water is fine, grass is fine. Well, I don't like the windmill, but I'm okay with those two. When I have a lead and then the rock comes out, it triggers me beyond belief.
Which one?
How I've earned a lead and then the rock comes out and
The
now
rock?
I'm about to lose it because I'm playing a Spacey. It makes me so mad.
That hit? Holy shit. I'm probably dead.
Wow, that didn't
So
get
you don't like, you said water's fine, grass is fine, you don't like rock and fire.
Yeah, rock and fire just anger me. Rock angers me the most, though. Fire, I could just camp and not get hit. It's okay, but rock, I kind of end up having to fight somehow. And I lose my lead every time.
makes sense. Ooh. Oh. That sucks.
Balance.
Yeah.
Scrumpy.
Scrumpy, save us.
Scrumpy.
Scrumpy, save us.
Ow. Okay.
Fucking none, dude. Nowhere reverse back air
Do it,
grabs,
dude.
Single hit in air.
Oh. Wow.
Oh. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, man. It's a close game.
Oh my god, I lost my fucking wallet.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh.
What? Why? Wait, what were you going for? Jesus Christ. That sucks. What, is that a Bobby stock or that's a Scar stock?
This is Bobby Scar.
Scar stock.
This is Scar stock.
Well, that was an ugly game 5.
I messed up.
Yeah,
I miscalculated.
I saw it.
That first hit could have been a knee and it was over.
Yeah.
Instead of the up air.
You had the read.
It was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Especially,
That sucks.
I do that
you don't
so
run
much,
back. You don't
dude.
run back game 5. You don't run back game 5.
Mhm.
Let's run back game 5.
All right, you're gonna give him this game 5 run back.
Game 5 run back.
But you won.
Okay.
This is not a local Scar.
I know.
Jeez. Like still dead. That was pretty good. Every time I shine, Fox turns around. It's really annoying.
I need to like fucking tech chase instead of just predicting every time.
Yeah, that makes
I see why it's good. Because you get guaranteed follow-ups.
sense. Right. Guarantees are nice.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, that
My
makes
character
sense.
can't do that, dude. Just like when you
Can't
get up
up
on the
air?
ledge, you
You
can't just fucking insta.
Up smash.
Can't just like back air and have it work.
What
Like
about
if I'm right here, I can't just boom.
you can
then you're
up air.
dead.
You can up air.
That's true. That's probably what I should do.
Probably.
How's my ice cream doing?
Probably not great.
Ooh, it looks better than yours though.
Probably.
at that.
A lot of things look better than my ice cream.
Uh oh.
That's so sad. It was probably really good.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
That's the Toph.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I think it's really good. Oh, that was cool.
I don't know what that was all about.
Interesting.
That was very ambitious.
Yeah, you're gonna lecture
Wayland
none.
grab on
See,
platform.
it always
The
hits.
Toph, dude.
All right, watch. I'm making a
I
fat
need to
comeback.
just do fucking forward smash like randomly all the time.
It works really well.
That's what I did when.
That's the dunk. He looks
No,
at
seriously, he's and then he says that he did it on purpose.
yeah. No, he looks at you. Oh!
All right, game 3.
Game three, game three,
Dreamland,
game
game 3.
He looks at you every time.
Literally
he
every
lands
time I shine, my Fox turns around with this
You
controller.
got a problem with the controller
I do. It's literally brand new.
because you got fucked by the people of the Foundry.
I did. I don't know what's going on. Apparently, it's just a thing.
it. Spencer, are you gonna be at the Foundry tomorrow? No.
Uh oh.
Probably not gonna enter.
That was really
That
good.
makes sense.
Set within a set.
Yeah, it's a meta set. Oh, interesting. I stole my jump, but it doesn't matter.
No, it definitely doesn't. That was super far away from the middle of the stage.
You tried to do the thing.
I did.
I saw it. Anytime anyone dash attacks in the wrong direction, that's what they meant to do.
My edge guards are fucking sick, though.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a Scarth player.
Those were good.
Oh, nice. Really? Please dash back for once in your fucking life, Fox. Sorry, nothing actually.
Dude, turnaround is impossible with new
angrier.
controllers.
Dude,
I
it
actually,
is.
when your turnarounds are off, like the whole game falls apart.
Yeah,
For me, anyway.
That's me with my charge
Same.
shots.
Do you charge shot the wrong way?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No? Controller related.
Yeah.
These are the best edge guards from Scar in a long time.
These are my normal ass edge guards, dude.
They look pretty good. Pretty crisp.
I actually think that I'm fucking sick.
I agree, dude. My LB agrees.
I'm
with
on
you.
like another level, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. My phone's ringing. That's
No,
bad
that's
news.
that's my mom.
Uh-oh.
Sick.
Oh, that's your mom? All right.
If my controller ever did,
How did you know it was your mom?
she told me she'd call me at 10:30.
Dude, the read.
But she also knows that I'm having a show tonight.
All right,
I don't know what I'm gonna do, dude. I literally need to like hire someone to take my controller and do this and rotate the control stick over and over and over for hours
You
every
can
day.
switch the C-stick box. It makes
I've
it looser.
heard, yeah, I've heard people do that. I don't know.
While you're nodding your head,
I don't
you
buy
think
it. I don't buy it.
That's too much?
I'm shaking my head.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
I don't buy it.
All
All right,
You guys about done?
Next show's on Toph.
stick rubber, dude.
Top
I gotta
show.
call my mom.
Next show's on Toph's channel
Yep.
because Scarth got wrecked.
Scarth got wrecked.
No, I'm starving.
Ugh.
Just ate these shit.
You're hungry?
I'm very hungry, yeah.
Well, we learned a lot of things tonight. Learned about
I agree.
social media.
Mm-hmm.
Heard about Tafo.
Great Tafo impersonations.
Yeah.
Felt like he was here.
We learned about the best commentators and what we need to do to improve as commentators.
Yeah. Go to more tournaments for sure.
Yeah.
That's really high on the list.
Always have a good time with you guys.
Yep. Thank you. Always have a good time with you, Hugo.
Yep.
Do you feel like you said what you needed to say, Hugo? You feel like you have things left over?
I definitely do, but they're not coming to my head right now, so
All right.
they'll come out.
They'll come out next time.
We're going to take a look at the contributions
Mhm.
to the stream. Number one, Steelfire81. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.
Sick.
Demonic Kirby 5 said, hit the 6 month.
Mm.
I cannot believe that people have subbed for 6 months with my track record of streaming.
Ooh,
kinda
Questionable track record.
Yeah.
But Demonic Kirby 5 is a hero.
sick.
Thank you.
Always like the loyal subs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Link 2213.
Oh, the homie. He's
500 bits. Thank you so
absolute
much.
homie. Yeah. I'd eat
McDonald's?
that culo, he says. Do you know what culo means?
No.
I do know what Kula means.
Okay. You tell him later, Scar. Or Toph.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Nice shot, Hugo from S Chavez 44. Thrash, the homie.
Yep.
Dumb been subscribed. Bean, my man. Welcome back. The amount of memes is making me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Krazilli, Solomon Drake, and Gworf, all 6 month subs. Tarchwood, the homie, 6 months. Start Space Tony, welcome back. Stare Master M6, 6 months. Sick. Half a year? I feel like that's actually crazy.
That's
It's
crazy.
really crazy.
Sloper's going slope.
That they are.
New sub.
That's good.
And down with Hugo's TPP. You
My
explain this to
TPP
me?
is actually kind of out of control. I had
Actually, can't tell.
Could I tell this?
Yeah, good.
I have I'm not naming names, but I have a flight offer for a tournament. And they told me that I could get a nonstop flight on Spirit, or I could get a one-stop flight with a better airline. And I'm about to tell them that both of them are not good enough
Yeah.
Damn.
because I don't do stops.
Yep.
And I
don't do
for
Spirit.
Airlines.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't do overnights.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and it's free still, but I'm still saying no to all three. So
What is
whatever.
TPP?
Top player privilege.
Ah, I love it. Squashua, thank you for the 3 months of subscription. The McDonsky with 100 bits. A-Scar, when you be streaming next? That's a good question. Soon. TM.
Yes.
Probably, well, I'm going to ask Spencer how I get Melee set up
Right.
to stream at home.
So you can stream from home?
I stream my mobile game from home, actually. That's the only
The one
game
you
I
were
stream.
just playing?
I have an Android emulator
Ooh.
that lets me play it on
I didn't
PC.
know that existed. Okay.
GG Machine and Panini Wizard, both cheering for me with a 6-month resub during my set with Toph. Unfortunately, I let them down. Niner
You know,
Twitch.
I'm actually not
Thank
sure
you.
if Ashcon's down with Two Goes T. I don't know if he means like down with, like I'm
Not
not.
like he's down with it.
Yeah, who
or
knows?
Exactly.
No, knowing
Probably
Ashcon,
Dunsky's down.
knowing Ashcon, it's down with it. Knowing Ashcon.
Hey, it's Plup.
Oh,
But
Hi, Plup.
who's Plup?
Plup's in here.
Plups.
Uh-huh.
What's up with the dude?
Plups actually sounds like more than one Plup. Sounds
yeah.
like there's multiple Plups.
I doubt it.
Probably just one.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank
So
you guys
much,
for having
Hugo.
me on. Yep.
Follow this man on Twitch, on Twitter,
Hugs
and everywhere
86
else
at
possible.
Everything.
Yeah.
YouTube, Instagram, everything. Hugs86.
But I am
Snapchat only for the subs, though.
but I'm sure that everyone already follows you. So
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
thank you, Spencer, for everything that you do. Thanks, Luna. And I think we're out of here.
Yeah.
Right here.
It's a full show.
Yes.
Thanks to McDonsky.
I'll probably stream tomorrow from Twitch.
There you go.
I'll be on tomorrow afternoon. Yep.
I'll have to stop by.
I'm flying to Japan tomorrow. I got to pack tonight.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yep.
Oh. Cool. All right.
Yep.
So who's going to let us into Twitch?
Bobby.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Who's us?
Me and Connor. Maybe Loki. What, does that change things? Or
See you tomorrow, Ben SW.
Hit it. Streets 112, baby.